on some of these sites, but of course,
Chad, what's
really
up? Hello,
looking
hello.
forward
How are you
to
doing?
the Jing and something sort of
Is
explosive
this too
duo that
loud,
we didn't
guys?
get to see just yet yesterday.
What's up, everyone?
It was a hot
Good morning,
start.
good
That
morning.
9-3,
Master Team,
everything was
thank you so
looking
much for
good.
that.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Okay,
that. Thank you, thank you.
they're just
Ray
gonna plow
Quasar
their
as
way
well
through this one,
in the
just
YouTube
brute
chat.
force
Thank you
it
for
with
the
firepower of these three
YouTube
players.
membership.
And then Global started
goodness.
making really good
Epic pen
adjustments,
update.
and we started
Ooh.
seeing the struggles
What
of
kind of
really
update?
understanding where players were going to be coming from Global ZETA. And getting a read on them, it seemed like was kind of the big fault point for PRX in that series because they were constantly getting caught off guard by these flank timings.
You
that were
walking
coming
your dog
through.
at
So
the
it was really
moment?
well
Love that.
piloted from Global ZETA. So PRX, now that they've gotten that
Seismic
one
Chef,
match out of the
hope
way,
stream is good.
we'll
Thank you
see
for the raid,
what the
dude.
adjustments
Thank
look
you.
like coming into today's series. But do I need to say anything about this? Raise is my
Good morning,
comfort
everyone.
pick.
How are you
This is
doing?
not new information
feeling
for
all right?
anybody who knows Jing. Maybe this is, though. You can take a look at some of his statistics in settings if you want to try to replicate these. 1600 DPI. Pretty insane, if you ask me. But we know what Jing is capable of, and it's nothing shy of insanity at times.
A bit sleepy.
Yeah, I really love it.
Feel you
Singaporean
that.
race player. Yes, that is indeed Jing. And we get to see him on the Phoenix Inn as well. I do believe it's one of the
310.
Interesting changes that they've done with the patch
295.
notes for this agent. So I'm really looking forward to see
I mean,
him.
guys, I
Aside
forgot it
from,
once.
Reigns,
Come on.
the other
I
agents
forgot it
for
once, and
sure.
then I realized they exist.
I mean, we saw them mixing things up.
So
we got
I
to
feel
see,
like
a
those
couple
days
little
are behind
change-ups
me,
in the role,
surely.
But I think for the most part, we can pretty much
PHR,
anticipate Jing's gonna be trying
PHRJ,
things
thank you
like
so much for the
raise,
prime.
close,
Appreciate the
and,
21
map
months.
depending. But
Thank
then
you,
if
thank
that
you.
Pearl does come up, that Phoenix will be
Came
in
a
play.
lot easier.
And if I'm DRX,
It's not as bad as Sheriff
I'd
for
be a
getting
little bit
smite.
fearful of that
Honestly, I'll probably
because
do that at one
very few
point, so
people can run the
I'm not
Phoenix
going to
the way
flame
that
too
Jing
much.
does. But taking a look
Seismic
at
Chef as
Arvido,
well.
Haven
Thank you
off
so
the
much for the
board,
prime
split
again.
con.
Thank you for the
PRX
4
still likes
months.
to go to Sunset. This is an old classic for them. Very comfortable overall.
Of course, dude. Thank you
even
very much.
without
Thank you for
the
saying that.
full standard 5-man roster that we're used to seeing in Pacific. Seems like they still want to go there, but we mentioned it. Ascent. It's there for DRX.
Yeah, I feel like we might see a 100% pick rate over here
They're calling me Clark
on
Kent
this
on
tournament
Twitter.
itself.
Dude, I get that a
Play
lot
what's
when I wear
comfortable.
glasses.
Everybody knows how to play Ascent.
Well, not a
Sunset
lot,
as well. I
but
really
I used
like
to
this
get a
pick
lot,
as it does
I
play
would say.
similarly to
When I went
Split,
outside
so
more.
it might be a little bit in favor as well of PRX. So Bind as the final tally over here for if we do reach a map number 3. I want to see a map.
Everyone going for the PRX Ascent?
We
Yeah,
haven't
savage.
yet, and
Yeah,
I
not
think
yet.
Bind would be a pretty awesome
can't
one
get
to
away with
have
it.
a showdown on here because both teams have run some very different compositions in the past. Just talking about the core players that we do have from the main league. So I'm curious to see what those adjustments look like, and I'm also curious to see if PRX just fully adapts the same composition that the 3-man core is going to be used to playing, and whether or not they just kind of add that Sage into the mix, that Omen sticking through, and still just running the same kind of slowdown compositions with those Sage walls.
Yeah, that's true, especially with the Sage changes indeed, especially if you want to get rid of such an
Sideshow is Lex
explosive
Luthor.
sort
That's
of
good.
duo. If they do go with the Raze, with the Jet, maybe even the Neon despite the changes. I feel like this doesn't necessarily stop some of the Neon picks that the players would love to put onto these compositions, but
Oh.
I don't know, who knows? There still could be a lot to expect, and I do want that Sage. I do want that Sage here.
Yeah, I mean, even with nerfs on the horizon, I think going
Yeah.
for the Neon, not too bad. I mean, granted,
Try and make a
PRX, they
flashbang
were,
watch out.
you know,
3,
we-
2, 1.
Go all the way back, rewind back to the AVL last year. They were still playing Jing, rotating.
I mean, I can
kind
kinda
of
see it, fair play.
anticipated that he was not going to be able to play anymore. So they're definitely
Okay,
willing
this
to play
dude
around with a
does.
couple
This dude
different
does.
things.
He's
It's
got the
also
same
worth
head
noting
shape
that,
as well.
Coach Alex is not present at this event, so they actually have their manager who's going to be trying to, guide
He actually
them
has
through
the same head
course
shape.
correct if need be. I've elected to go with DRX. I think that Hyunmin's looking very, very explosive, and PRX still seem to be finding their footing as far as just these timings and whatnot. So I don't know, but what do you think about PRX coming to this one, Riku?
It's me with
Well, for
glasses,
me,
dude. I
I
have
feel like
glasses
after
here.
the match that they did against Global ZETA, I felt like they've already learned, they've already ironed out things that needed to be ironed out for this match. So
Can't walk close for a
that's
long time.
why I'm choosing PRX.
Okay, well, we'll have to see. It's a short
It's
turnaround.
him,
I
yeah.
think DRX
Could
got a
actually be
little bit
me.
more momentum
Actually,
coming
this
in
looks
behind
quite a
them.
lot like
PRX
that. Normally, I don't
still
agree with
a lot
those
to
things,
prove,
but
and they
actually,
definitely,
kind of
even
looks like
in
it.
the tournament like this, do not want to be taken down by DRX. They've avoided that for quite some time. But let's go ahead and get this party started.
Do you take vitamin D supplements? Dude, I have to. Pretty much everyone, in, like also when you're in Iceland, they throw it into just every bit of food, just because no one gets any sun. They have the issue of there is no sun instead of just me not leaving the house. They throw it into everything, like milk, general
Alrighty,
food.
and taking a look at what we have here, it's going to be some key differences, especially in the
Why does this
PRX
look more like the
Forsaken
PRX
gonna
comp
be
than this?
They're on the Neon, something on the Sova, and we get Jing Deadlock.
This is, yeah, this is incredibly
DRX, thank
spicy.
you so
Not a
much.
surprise
Thank you,
again
thank
that
you.
we're going to be
Appreciate the
seeing the
400
Neon
bits.
despite a little bit of nerfs here and there, but I do love seeing this Deadlock on Jing. And, I mean, on attacking,
Thank you
you're
so
able
much for
to
that,
at
dude.
least sort
Appreciate
of
it.
set up.
What's going on today? Chat, this has to be them, right? I mean, that's fine.
Attack when the time is right. I love the Phoenix though on the other ends in as well. So I don't know. I love both of these comps, Achilles.
All right, well, I'm very curious to see, as we do have the players on cam, how they are going to be piling these ones coming into it. As similarly, Hyunmin on that
faster
Phoenix,
start than
not where
yesterday,
we
right?
thought we were going to be getting a
Good
Phoenix
sign.
from.
True.
But I'm okay with it. This is kind of shades a bit of like ZETA division in the past, where they were having Dep run it, but they do have
Okay,
Athen
I mean,
there on
DRX
the Rays as
looked
well.
pretty
So
good last time we
big
saw.
changes
We'll
for
keep
the
an eye on that.
DRX,
DRX
but
on
looks like
defense,
barriers are
PRX
ready
on
to drop,
attack.
so let's get into the action, see what we got.
Gonna be a stack onto B. Just a
Recon
one
clears all A.
tripwire. It's to slow them down, but it's gonna be a market stack.
Oh,
So
we actually got a different
might
mix
be a
to
bit
last
of an
time.
angle as Flashback gets first blood.
He's doing it again, finding that first blood here on the map, flashing it Forsaken's face, slowing him up. This wall here in the way as well. Classic shots across the way.
Full
Will
E's
be
always
spot
safe.
out Yomain. That being removed here is Flashback's able to find a second kill before getting taken down on the cross. Gunman finding one side in the
my
back though.
goodness,
Forsaken
it's-
coming up with three,
just didn't get that shot
utilizing
as
those
well.
neon slides, and that's going to be PRX
Yeah,
getting themselves
I mean,
on the board.
just
with
lead
round
into
win.
the
Beautifully
neon.
done here. Y'all started with this
Forsaken
big
is
development
just-
from that B
I mean, he's just
stack,
trying to unlock
and
every
afterwards,
agent on his
despite
VLR page. I'm not
Flashback
sure.
getting that
Oh no, he
first
would have had
blood,
a.
didn't matter.
He would have had
This
a
Forsaken
neon
getting
anyway.
a lot of multi
He used to play on the
frags,
bind,
and
right?
even though he's out in the open, he's still able to keep himself safe and just deliver a lot of frags.
His VLR
off of
page
that
must
round.
look mental.
All right, well, overall, a solid
played so
start here.
much.
Forsaken just going to be 3 charges away from having that ult online. You can have
He's playing on
a
Fracture
little
also.
more impact, convert this round. Maybe we see that come online in the bonus. Much slower start, though, here from the side of PRX. Slow creeping 5 players forward into B lobby. It's only Flashback hovering nearby with the cam set up in market. We'll be able to get some spot outs, but rotation immediately begins here from DRX. Looking to try to be able to flood back in, put these sheriffs that they do have in the hands of the 2 players to work. Cam gets cleared out, nothing spotted in mid, will be walled off to no
Well.
consequence.
Yeah, it's going to be a
They're just gonna go
Boba
hunting.
entry here for this
I mean, you
retake,
gotta let
but
Forsaken
is that
hunt here.
eco as Forsaken already creeping slowly but surely?
Jump, peek, relay
No
bolt
way.
into the corner of the slide forward.
Bro
Forsaken
hasn't even
able to find the
reloaded,
first
he's
2.
got 2
Tower
bullets
covering
left.
fire, picking up another,
Oh
draws
my
down with the
goodness.
ghost. As Forsaken
Bro,
gets himself
didn't even
another
go for
3K.
the
Now suddenly it's
reload,
only
that's
Athen to
nuts.
see if he can be the difference maker. To try to stop this from being a flawless round, and he cannot. Forsaken will
He
collect the
is
4th
just
and
running
final
to make
kill
it
as
his
PRX
ult
gets
as
the
well, so
flawless
he
in
could
the
definitely
Antico.
ult, throw
Yeah,
this
round
over, and
number
then
2,
just go
Overdrive
fast, you'd
already
imagine.
online for Forsaken.
Over
Really
towards
big
A, but
2 rounds in a row for
Here's the
him.
ult for bonus.
And with
Surely
a
he throws
stinger
this
to
over and
boot
just
as
uses it.
well. DRX should be careful. So take a look at that replay again. Beautiful relay bolt sliding in. Just very, very difficult eco on the side of DRX. And
Man, thank God they
Forsaken
changed
with
his
the 4K
agent.
just going massive.
Like, they completely killed her,
Overdrive
but
could absolutely come into play. Firepower
I'm so fine with it.
leveled up a bit here from DRX, but a couple
It will
half
get a buff
armors and judge
eventually.
there in the hands of Athen.
Honestly, I think
Sat
just
over
bring
at A,
back the
but
double
once
stun and we're
again,
okay.
PRX looking to just play B Simulator.
A does not
Poking and
exist.
prodding forward, seeing if they spot anything. Shock Dart will clear out a trip.
Is it too strong with the double
There
stun?
is-
Maybe.
Another trip over here at the entrances as human will play crossfire from the market player. But I like this from PRX. They're slowing down. They know they've got
It's
the
on the
guns.
new patch?
They want
No,
to get
no,
that
no.
first pick
Double
first and get
slide.
that info.
Oops.
Young man being pressured out here, trying to hold his ground. Swings back across the opposite side, getting tucked into the corner.
My drone's got to be
But Drone's
checking
gonna
this,
be able
though,
to
right?
spot that
Okay,
out.
yeah.
He's down to 6 HP. There's a
I was
slide
gonna say,
forward.
my drone's
Overdrive,
got to
able
be
to find the
looking at
first
this
kills.
guy.
Eliminated. Forsaken once again on a heater as PRX look to get themselves a bonus conversion. Plant now coming through. 3 players left, and with 1 player having a judge, the call to save might have to be made nice and early here.
Yeah, what do you even
Yeah,
do here?
it is. The round just
There's
felt
a
like it
couple
was
of low
over in the blink of
HP.
an eye,
Someone
but they're
got the
gonna
nades
try.
on.
Athen is able to find Kohibi there from beyond the grave with the paint shells. Yoma able to pick up another, but now it is just Ache left alive. 45 HP, slowly drifting back.
Maybe
but
instead of 2 kills, it
choosing towards the
recharges
spawn
with
side. Looks like
1.
the answer is going to be yes. Correct decision.
It could be
given
like
that
the
we know that
first
Jing
time
is
it's
on
1.
the hunt, on the prowl, making his way up
Right?
in towards top mid.
I'm trying to work it out because
Onto
if
that
that's is that
left-hand
too
side.
much? If you
Fire
just
angle to play
if it's
around
1 per
something
every
out.
kill, I think it would
Maybe
have to
safe
be like the first
in
one is the first
Less
kill,
Tara, rather.
or maybe that's all
She's
you
out in
get.
towards the spawn. Looks like wanting
One
to find
kill
that kill,
and then
but
it gets
shots gonna
recharged and that's
hair
it.
off there. Recon cleared out. Now just trying to hold
I
on to
don't
the
know.
weapon. Desperation, and the spike
maybe
will
it's
actually
in an
come to the
okay
rescue,
spot,
but
and
the
you
swing
just have
around
to be a
coming through
beast
from
with
the
it, but-
side. Tucks back around the corner, and the weapon will be recovered.
Well, it's still pretty
Narrow
good
margins,
damage.
but PRX,
Oh,
they
4
do get
people
themselves a
that
bonus
have to-
conversion.
Yeah,
Eco.
that's going to be 2 rifles being converted. Paper
The second
Rex.
stun back.
Once they enter
Yeah,
the
but is
side, it
that too
does
strong?
feel like they
Or
are
is it
able
fire?
to get these very important frags. And after that, it feels like it's a 3-man retake
Honestly,
versus
don't know.
5. It's going to make it very hard for DRX to do that, but we'll have to see. Over
Could resets
here,
on 1 kill every
PaperX
time in the
off
ult.
to a
Oh man,
very
it'd be
good
mental.
start.
It'd just be sliding around non-stop.
Very good one indeed.
Be the most broken thing ever.
Upgrades across the board. Everybody full util, full armor, and nearly full cash. The coffers getting stacked up here. Weapon will be passed over to Hyunmin, so it does have that carried over rifle in hand. But once again, PaperX setting their sights here on B.
Dude, they're just spamming.
This
They're
time
just
it's a
spamming the
bit
B.
Requires to try
We
to
got
clear
2
out
kill
here.
trips.
Yeah. Nonetheless, it is an eco.
There's a shock dart there.
Clearing it out
Miss 1.
so effectively.
He had it. He's like, it's somewhere.
Still there. Blinds connecting onto a few. Terra able to find the first slide in the back of sight. Forsaken taking that Ache.
Dude, the Cypher was so
Advantage
patient. Like,
here.
surely I
Very
get a
much
kill
safe
here.
for the side of PRX, and now they're going to expound on that even further. Just Athen and Flashback left standing, backpedaling away, desperately trying to spot
Well,
anything out, but
DRX are gonna sort out
they're gonna
B.
have to try to die to the spike here.
This is such a classic Paper
See if
X.
they
Like,
can
this
do
is
any
old
damage, or
school,
if it's just
where they would just hit it
Yet
one
another
side the whole
flawless here
time.
for PaperX. Athen, Bucky up close. But it's a double stack here in Boba. So if you can clear out the one, recovering a weapon, doing further damage, unlikely. There's the first elimination, though. Weapon does get scooped up. Paint shells to clear close corner. Take a look at the
Oh my
disrespect
goodness.
that, and
Oh.
just slides across and finds him with a headshot.
Headshot.
Looks for a little bit more. Flashback will be able to put him down. But good lord. Forsaken just keeping the pace, keeping the aggression. Flashback keeping it a little
And every
bit
single time, every
contentious.
single time they do pretty
It's a
good damage
4-0
still,
here for
even though the
PRX
money
to
is
get ready to
crazy.
go into the next buy.
Crazy stuff from Forsaken. That was definitely a nasty shot still. And a huge
He's
lead
11-1
on
and 1.
Yeah, he
Make
is.
a wish, Riku.
Good question. I have nothing to wish for at the moment. Do you have something to wish
Got
for,
nothing
Achilles?
to wish for? That's crazy. That's a good
I want
line.
closer
cake
map.
later. Or that, yes. That's a good one.
Or at least a close series. I can settle for that.
Yeah. I agree. Oh, this time? Maybe it's just a ruse.
Think it-
You think it's
It's
gonna be
just a
A?
ruse, it
Yeah.
seems. Still
Would I
the slow
expect to be
creep up
meta
here
on
into
Fracture?
B.
I actually don't expect that to be a meta.
It's a deep cut
It's
reference.
the
but
it's one of the
PaperX
most
has been
open maps
studying
we've
the
ever
works of
had.
Holy moly from
I imagine like
Korea
Gecko is probably
3
meta.
years ago.
That's like the staple.
What?
You would imagine a
maybe-
Gecko.
Maybe a rotation out. Maybe not. Maybe there is a change in the game plan here as they want to further sell
I think
this
everything will be
B-side, so something
very,
stays
very
behind.
open.
Just really
It'll be like
instilling
Gecko
doubt
Astra.
here in DRX as
And then
the
you
drone
got-
comes forward, and this is great to see because this
But
is
even
what was
then, some people
lacking
play Brim.
a little bit yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Showstopper at
Damn,
his feet.
nice
Anthony will
movement.
take on Forsaken, and
Oh,
look
that
at
was
that movement.
nice
He is
movement.
out scot free.
Wow, takes 2. Very healthy
Timing
Hyunmin
there.
though.
Oh,
He was spotted
kinda just gave him one.
unaware that I think they had seen his shoulder. There's something catching a glimpse. relaying that to
Breach
Jing,
is
so
very,
Phillips gets
very
scooped up.
strong for Fracture. Yeah.
Annihilation available for Jing.
Honestly, so's
But
KO.
nonetheless, elbow still not clear. Something lurking on mid, maybe trying to find a pick perhaps from market, but they're keeping themselves intact.
Fracture would be really,
DRX
really open, I reckon.
does not want
30
to
seconds left.
give out any kill whatsoever and give advantages. They already have the advantage.
Isn't 4 orbs crazy for
That
Phoenix?
annihilation
I mean,
is
yeah.
online. Am I able to
It is.
dance around that? Wide swing out. Athens going to be the one that finds the kill there onto Jing. Yumi will take down one, but Terra fights back, finding 2 eliminations
damage is
here.
big here as well.
Flashback is still on the rotation. Ping does get a
Damage
little
is
spot out
definitely
there
big.
onto the
Pretty
Omen.
winnable. Should at least fake TP. Nice.
1v2, Tara faking the TP, staying sat here. At the back of sight, slow creep up. Flashback working his way around. Does have that neural theft, but isn't opting to go over towards the left side to find a corpse. We'll just be playing out here through the alley, clearing out every position. Our repositions now.
Yeah, it's unlucky.
Aligned alongside the smoke to push
Yeah,
forward.
also like face
Flush
face
this
too
out,
much
reads
into
it
it,
well,
I'm
and
pretty
that's enough of a distraction for Flashback to swoop in on the flank.
Pretty
Kills found,
sure.
defuse comes through. DRX will
The
get
gun
themselves on
barrel
the board
was
here in
showing.
round 5.
Yep, actually
looked
pretty
like it.
happy about that kill.
I mean, 4 orbs is crazy for a
see
lot
her,
of HSP,
her
I agree.
smile having
I
to
think
get
we did a lot of good
DRX
stuff
as
with
well.
Phoenix.
A
I would
first
have to
score
try
on
it
the
in
board.
Phoenix to actually see
after
like what you
a
could do
4-0 start coming
default-wise.
from DRX. Felt really close, but again, that pre-fire inside the smoke really.
You can now wall over
was real
towards
scary
A as
for
a
the
default
side
and
of
block that.
Tara, still annihilation
could be pretty good,
on
yeah.
the table to still be utilized, but it does feel like B seems to
How
be
much did I
working
sleep? I
out
slept a
for
good amount,
PRX.
like,
The
like
moment they
7
decided
plus.
to go for something else,
I would say around 7.
DRX was ready for it.
Shin,
back to
thank
the
you very
B-side.
much for that.
Yep, it's time.
Maybe some contention in mid, though. 3 players swing out. Forsaken is going to be taking some space over towards tiles.
Didn't they change it so it's no longer 4
over
orbs?
into market, maybe clear out
If
the
they
camera,
have,
but
I haven't
will
seen
remain
it.
intact for now.
I thought they might do that though, so. But I think if there's going to be changes, they would have said.
Check. As looks like Forsaken just saying, okay, you can dart me, but I'm going to take down the camera.
What do you think of triple initiator, Gecko
Fair trade,
breach,
flashback.
KO race,
Top
Astra
10.
Brim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
They found my wire.
Because some people like Sentinel, some people don't like Sentinel. When people play
Okay,
Sentinel on
now
that
we
map,
popped.
they play
Net
so
avoided.
heavy
Flashback
retake
not getting
on
caught by
one
that.
side.
Gunman does have
Yeah,
the
it
running
starts
back
looking like
available.
this
Stun
map
up
a
here
little
for the
bit.
moment. Tucks back in towards market. Looking to try to take some space here onto the side. Forsaken and ends up getting gunned down.
There is
Kill
so
gonna be found,
many
and this
people
Annihilation ends
back
up going
aside.
wide.
They should
Spray
be
across
dead,
as
but-
King Reveal comes out, but Gunman ends up getting overwhelmed. He's able to fight back for one. Drop
No
down
way.
here from Ache, finding a nice time to be able to eliminate Tara, but something. And Quaipe is still alive.
I have the spike.
Spike
Does-
not in their hands, now picked up. HP bars across the
Okay, I
two
was gonna say,
players.
do they even
Absolutely had it.
consider-
Something is now the last one standing.
I don't know.
And Yome will
I mean,
be able to swing around the back.
DRX has had a pretty good-
starting to fight claw their way back into this one.
pretty good
Still suffering
rotate
some
on this.
heavy losses and don't have a great economy behind, but they now make the
You want the
gap
new
down to
initiator
just
to
2
do a
rounds.
scan? I think it
Yep, it's
probably will
starting.
be.
DRX is slowly firing up, and they were really prepared for that B hit. Again, flashbacks, tripwires were placed a little bit more further in.
duelist?
So it
For
was one of
Fracture?
those
Pretty
mind
open.
games when how Paper
Could
Rex
even be
can
a good
actually
Yoru
dig deeper
map.
and
I
find
don't really
a lot
know.
of these tripwires. And
I've never
we
really
definitely
tried
took
Yoru on
advantage
it.
of that. We'll have to see now. Still a couple of guns on the side of Paper Rex, but got a half buy. It's a fast execute here, Achilleos.
Looking for it, but they do end up getting gummed up just a little bit. Slowed down as Relay Bolt. Sense just kind of pinning at them here into the corner. Shock Dart to try to flush him out. Gets a smattering of damage. Pinch shells to hold him at bay. Yome swinging the corner is able to take out Forsaken. That's a lot of the entry power now going to be removed from their hands. See though as they continue to try to press
Big
onward,
kill.
but Jing is going to be taken down.
Phoenix, so they're
finding
actually
a
gonna
footage.
get a Joe.
Planting feet, finding headshot as Hyunmin now with that running
Yeah,
back.
I
Just
don't
trying to
know
find any more
about
value
that.
and will be rewarded. Tara
Like,
going to be taken down
they
now.
had a
Something.
nice
Last one
little
standing.
higher,
into a
lower
corner,
stack.
spike in hand. Try to see
But
if
then
he
they
can fight
did
his
a
way out of this,
jiggle
and so far, he's off
to
to a
let the
decent
Phoenix
start, but
know
still has
that
eaten quite a bit of
The
damage.
Phoenix doesn't need to keep like
45
W
health remaining.
king.
Flashback on the flank.
you wanna
getting
just
ready
commit
to swing
the
the
whole
corner.
time.
Spots him. We'll find the
He's gonna
headshot, and
commit.
suddenly we're only separated by one singular round.
After that 4-0 start, DRX again
Chamber?
has found
Chamber is
their
still very
groove,
viable on the
even
map.
though it was going to be a fast
no one likes Chamber at the
A
moment.
execute. They weren't able, or rather Paper Rex was able to find first blood at that first important pick to clear out Elbow. DRX, on the other hand, very happy about that one for sure.
Yoru, I imagine it's really good
still
on
got
Fracture.
surplus of
Again, it's
ultimates
gonna be
to
so
carry
open.
over on
Fracture
this
is such
round.
an open map. Every agent's good on
Very
it.
good spot. Didn't have to commit too much there other than that run it back. So the neural theft, I mean, Flashback has had this online for some time, but just hasn't really felt the need to invest it quite yet. It's paranoia to start
Cloud
things off.
can
Move
watch
on,
by.
gonna
That's
go
your
off.
first
Forsaken
message?
eating some
What the-
damage as he just tries to fish for any kind of elimination. Spray across. I'll able to go ahead and put a
Lower the
little
cast
bit
is
of
slightly
additional
short.
damage across and sets up for Athen to
We'll
go
put
ahead
it on
and get the kill.
fire.
So
They kind of
Forsaken
sorted out the
eliminated, drone forward. We'll get the spot out here.
sorted out the sound.
Real way to try to get a punish here onto the Rays.
What do you think about double
Time
sentinel on
side,
fracture? Dude,
repositions
everything
can
works on
come
fracture.
through.
Apart, well,
Athens just
within
sliding
reason.
back across, trying to check. Spot out as Yome's just rushing for it, but it's
Whoa.
snappy to readjust for the headshot. Will get put down as that net does connect, but the boldness to just rush in like that and find the headshot
Ooh.
was damn clean, as was that
Covered.
readjust from Athens. Whippy on the spray, the headshots though, accurate, and Jing is looking to follow suit. The Sheriff here in hand, but just a little bit too much damage dealt. The
Yeah, like a
firepower
Killjoy
not quite
Cypher
there.
could work nice,
Athens with a
honestly.
huge round will get DRX up to 4 as we are now tied.
Yeah, I feel like Athens is such a huge problem. If PRX decides to keep pursuing this A hit constantly, has been a nuisance. Guarding the flank, having to push through mid if they go through B.
Oh my
and
goodness.
now even going through these sites, the multi-frags, the shots were so precise.
4 in a row.
And
4 to
Athens
4.
now has
We got a lot of
party
ults.
over here
We
for
got a
sure.
lot of people that
It's
can't
going
buy
to be
next
really
round.
scary if he's left alone.
Surely it's a mad round.
It's overtaken, climbing the leaderboard in kills here. Showstopper once again online form as well. It's going to have to be a concern. As for now, Drone leading the way. Something trying to spot out what he can. Flashback, just trying to dance along these walls and has
But you can't
eluded
kill
capture
that
so
unless it's a
far.
heavy pen gun.
Spray through, trying to get the punish here. Forsaken. It will go
Now
ahead and try to
Forsaken
slide back, but
tanks
Yemen goes on the
so
push.
much.
92 players flashed up. Annihilation is rolling through, pulling him forward. No one's clearing it out, so Flashback ends up dying, and suddenly this round starts getting away
No
from
way.
DRX. The
The
Showstopper
trip
is going
was
to be
incredible.
overwhelmed. And DRX ignoring rather
Pop
that
ult
Annihilation
before
ultimate
even
ends up
checking there was a
costing them
trip here?
dearly.
Surely not.
Rotations coming through already here. I don't think they necessarily realized that the spike had been left stranded within the site.
Yeah, amongst the chaos, there was just so
The
much
2v5,
going on.
right?
Trying to get this 1v1, 1v2 rather. We'll see.
There they are.
Conping onto one. Position widely can
Damn,
be noted,
dudes.
and oh, I don't even think the ping came
Pretty
through.
sure
I think
that's
it
a
was just spray as
2v5.
The cage was getting ready to bloom, and something is able
It's a
to
nuts
find
run
that
to
final
win.
shot. So two players
Yeah, the
surviving.
race really
PRX,
messed up.
They break this 4-round win
That's like the
streak
most
that
common
DRX
trip
was
as
on,
well.
and they get an immense amount of ultimates out of them. DRX fumbling this round is going to be quite costly in the long run.
Yeah, it did feel like that was DRX's round. You had Human having a
By now, you guys are
double
black
beautiful
chats league.
2K, but you just as you said, it is
No replay.
the
There hasn't been many
Annihilation
replays in
getting
this tournament, no.
flashback, having to sort of bait them out onto main. Unfortunately, Athen wasn't able to get that kill.
Okay, a
with
little bit of
Showstopper.
pressure over towards A. And they get nothing back, so you kind of know that
PRX
you
finally
for sure
finding
create a
an
question mark
antidote
here.
for
Standing ahead.
DRX's
But then they
Venom.
go
Now, let's
back.
see.
Okay, I mean,
DRX
this is
gonna be
the
able to
closest you're going to
evolve.
get to a Paper X
Again,
default.
get a read on what Paper X are doing.
Camera mid.
Athen
Actually,
holding forward,
camera
Boom about
mid,
to try to check.
recon here,
Being in a
and then
punishable
original.
position, but manages
main
to draw down
pressure.
the Bucky pass, and a paranoia to try to cover here, sent out from Yome, but
Power's
kill
been
is still gonna
fragging
be
out
found,
pretty
so
heavy.
Athen ends up falling. A 1-for-1 at the end of it all, duelists being lost on both sides, but
Does that
DRX still have
not
another
wreck them, or can they get by?
with this
Okay.
Phoenix and this Phantom in hand. That's going to be the lion's share of the firepower here for them. Xiaomi desperately tries to escape, swings back into the smoke, goes back in for the challenge, and Hyunmin already dead off cam as Terra is able to find the headshot there. Flashback finding a weapon, swings out, will be able to pick
my
up a
fault?
kill, but
Last player
still does eat
standing.
a decent amount of damage, and now is all on his lonesome.
Unless
Finds one more, but
nicely done.
eventually something will be able to fish it out. Flank was
Kato.
coming through as well from Jing.
Kato
PRX get
XC,
themselves to
thank you
6
so much for
here
the
on
prime.
attacking
Welcome into the
side.
Slug Club. Thank you for the
it's getting
prime.
really close. It does feel like
appreciate that.
after
Thank you
the
so much.
first layer of that defense, Athen especially onto A, does feel like Paper Rex having to attack on that site felt a bit more doable afterwards. But I guess it is a bit of a broken buy earlier. Now DRX has the firepower, but not necessarily
Beta. What the hell
on
is
the
going on?
ultimate side. Maybe one more orb for Human on the run it back, perhaps over here on
What team am I most
but I'm
excited
not
to
sure if they want
watch?
to contest any of the orbs for now.
Vitality's pretty high up there. K-Corp's
Again,
pretty high
slow
up
and
there.
silent start here.
MIBR with some
Very available,
practice
though,
look like they're
something
going to
if
be
you can get a
fun.
recon ping or a drone's
I wanna see
forward
what 100
into the site,
Thieves
get the
looks
spot out,
like.
Trying to eliminate flashback off the rip.
There's a good amount.
Big boon for them to go ahead and continue getting these wins locked in. Taken in deep, gets quite a bit of damage across. Hunter's Fury still fishing though, and flashback will get caught up by that. He's going to take it down. Hyunmin again, dead.
Fnatic.
Just 3 players left standing.
I hope Fnatic
Across the
could...
way here,
I see, I
Hyunmin
don't think they're going to be good
spot
off
out
the
on
bat,
enemy
but
side,
maybe they
finds
will
that
be.
kill.
Dude, I'm
Re-swings,
telling
looks
you,
for the
Terror
adjustment.
is
It's actually
fragging
Terra
heavy.
coming
Just use
away
ult.
3 eliminations now.
Oh, maybe
Athen
not.
caught unawares as Jing looks forward from Market into Poba. And that's PRX now up to 7, looking potentially at an
How many
8-4
kills
half.
you got?
Yeah, Tara pumping up the heat there on
Dude,
these
11.
consecutive
Almost-
rounds.
we're almost
Super
top fragging right
important,
now.
especially having to whittle down the numbers to deny any sort of clutch potential. Let's take a look at that again. Triple for Tara. And the final kill by Jing. PRX now back in the lead. They still have to deal with the run it back. And as well as a couple of these important ultimates. We haven't really exactly seen Yome use the ultimate just
Cope
yet
is strong
from the
for
Shadows
Liquid next year
so
season.
we'll have to see how that's utilized.
I'm telling you, Liquid could be anywhere from 2nd.
Full
12.
sack. Athen down to
It's
10,
kind of
just a
all up
stinger
to
in
them,
hand.
really. I have no
Back
idea.
wing. Try to see if we can find value out of the pain shells to slow up the approach here.
Really do.
Drone coming through. Sends it out, but shallow
Because
bounce.
if everything,
widely going to be spotted
everything
there.
goes
So
right,
PRX
honestly.
patiently wait this out as the relay bolts the fast lane now going to be sent in. Shocked up from something able to bounce.
Seconds
into the side,
optimistic,
finds the elimination,
EMEA is
gotta be
really
sent back
open,
there
dude.
off the ultimate. Still alive in the mix, but it's a monstrous advantage here for the side of PRX. It look like they're going to fan forward, pushing their way across in towards mid.
Dude, what a nuts
Be
run
little
this
more
is.
Unexpected here. Forsaken finding one, slides across for looks for
I was going to say,
more.
surely you don't
We'll be able
instant
to go ahead and
re-peek,
get the final
right?
shot across and put down
Instant
Gunman.
re-peek, of course. But he added a
Spam through the
pre-fire,
box.
so I kind of
4
like that.
players left standing.
8 on attack.
An 8 and 4
Yeah,
half.
that's a lot.
Very, very clean coming from the side of PRX here. And what a dominant start. First half for PRX. 4 round gap as we take a look at the replay here. And it just seems so seamless for Forsaken, especially once you've dealt with Athen.
Yep,
Long
nasty
Shim.
stuff here
Who
from
do
them,
they
but
play
we'll go into
fast?
the half. We'll see you guys on the other side.
I need to mute the sound. Oh, honestly, the music's kind of low. Should be alright. They play ZETA. That's not bad. Then who do they play if they win? I guess that's the big one. They play DRX. That's not too bad as well. They might have a pretty good route. This LAN event?
Alrighty,
Nah,
time to
it's,
resume. Get back
it's
into the mix
online.
of things. DRX down by 4. Solid recovery. PRX, they streak 4. DRX streaks 4. And then PRX streaks 4 more to go ahead and close out the half.
Felt like full control. Now we'll see how good the defense is. It's a 3-man stack over here onto top mid. There's no one's daring to peek unless Flashback has something to say about it.
Back away just before the peak.
Long Shim, they're really good, man. They're definitely the underdogs of Pacific.
Set up here from Kohibi on the site. Shock Dart not going to be able to clear the singular trip that we see set up. Looks like DRX though making
But
that call to
they take a
slowly
little
go
bit of a hit
side
because
as
of
we
the
have
neon
flashback and
nerf.
Gunman.
But they're still good. Like they were still good before the neon
buff.
buff.
Further
So.
interest, and that does get a shift out of Forsaken and something.
DFM are the underdogs. I think people know that they're better now because of the off season, though,
Good pivot
right?
position where they can quickly look to flood back into another site. But it looks like the call's been made that they're fully
When am I
trusting
gonna
this is
do
going to be
pick'ems?
resting on
Yeah,
the
at one
A site.
point.
They have the barrier mesh set up on B.
I'm gonna do it at one point. I'll probably do it after
information
Christmas.
whatsoever. So now they spotted a couple players.
But that
Flashback
is
will
a
find
bit-
one to
whoa,
slide
that's a
forward, but
nice
Forsaken
shot.
gets his head
Full
taken
stun?
off as Flashback finds 2 off the rip.
Beautifully done by DRX here. Things are falling down like dominoes on the side of PRX, but something wants to
Reveals,
even
though.
the numbers.
Kind of
no.
got a little bit close in this
It's
one.
looking scary
Yeah,
there
we
for
might
a
see a-
moment.
gonna see a
Stuck
close
there, no
game.
HP caught by the net, but the rest of the team swoops through. So will be DRX tying things up as far as the pistol wins are concerned.
What is your view on Darien on
Started
Sentinel
nicely here
role
on this
now that
half.
Udatan is
Granted,
going duelist? Wait, is that what
This
they're
is the
gonna
half
do?
where we suspect
I mean,
that DRX
Udatan's a beast,
composition
man.
is
He
gonna
can do
have
whatever he
impact.
wants,
They
so
are
I
running
think he'll be
double
fine.
duelist. So as long as they're able to continue to up the pace, catch PRX off guard by changing up their approaches to these sites, this could very well
Would
be them running
RRQ
it back
DFM
and
be a
taking
close
this map,
one?
but
Yeah, for sure.
PRX,
I mean,
pretty much
chat,
every
who do you
player
even
said
have
he's
for that?
Certainly had their moments. The firepower is on display. So
Revealing area.
see how they pilot the defense as well.
Yeah, that's very true.
I think if we hadn't seen
like this
DFM
from the
in
side of
off-season,
PRX
we
as
would
well, having
we would
to
say it's not close.
do that early
But
scan,
now,
see if
I
they
think
want
'cause
to
we've seen
feed
them in
more
off-season,
orbs onto
it's gonna be
Hyunmin, because
close.
it's going to be run it back after run it back, and now they're in side B.
All right, well, for now, if we approach into the site, minor damage taken. Paranoia at the ready here from Yome.
Are you allowed to
Stay
leak
off
things behind
blood.
the VCT scenes? No. Not really. I mean, it depends what it is. Obviously, if it's something big that you know about, then obviously not.
Forsaken, tip of the spear
If
there.
it's like
gonna
some
be
little
go ahead and
small
clipped off.
tidbit, then you're probably
Countering
fine.
Paranoia, not able to find too much here. As it's looking pretty clean overall for the side of DRX. Maybe a flawless in this anti-eco, which would be a huge boon for them
Yeah,
on the
'cause
economy.
the favor
Seems
looks like
something
DFM
in
then,
Jing
if people
very
are saying
well-suited,
that.
very well content to just
But I would
sit back
probably
at
say
this
that
point, wait for the spike to
RQ
detonate,
should
catch
be the
anybody on exits
favorites,
if possible.
even after
As we
what
can
we've
see,
seen.
DRX, they are going to go ahead and retrace their steps, rotate back over towards their spawn, and get out scot-free.
Yeah, everything being carried over onto the next round, and we're going to be expecting a lot of these orbs again being funneled over to Hyunmin here on this Phoenix. Run it back over, run it back. They might go through this this A
It might
orb,
ruin your
perhaps.
credibility
They
and
did
trust, that's
try.
true.
PRX did try to
You
contest
definitely want
their
to...
three-man,
I will say, some
defense
people...
over there
Again,
with
I'm not
the
mentioning any
stand,
names.
but nobody
But
was
some
there,
people, when
nobody
they
was home.
leave a team,
So we'll see now if that's gonna
definitely
be the same
don't
strat.
make
Nope. It
themselves
is
the
gonna
most
be,
appealing with some of the stuff they
with
do.
something in on mid.
I'm not saying it's going to
All right,
completely
fan out a
hurt them,
bit,
but...
and looks like maybe a
You
pause.
definitely got to be a little bit
We'll
smart.
see what
yeah.
what that leads to. As okay, it is going to be attack boss, so hopefully quick little adjustments here could be.
Warbards.
No,
Yeah,
everyone's
no, that's what I'm
playing
saying.
online
RQ have
for
good,
this, so it could be something as simple
good
as
coaching
ping,
staff as well now.
Reconnect to the lobby, yada yada yada. But if we get any word on that, we will forward to you guys to keep you in the know. But first time working, as I mentioned earlier, first time that you're working with me.
What region do I enjoy watching the
Welcome
most?
to
It's normally
hell,
Pacific.
because
It might be
I
EMEA
seem to
this
be
season
very
though.
cursed with this, but this seems to be
EMEA
a
is
good
pretty
one.
stacked.
go.
Maybe the curse isn't taken. It's not
Or,
taking
or
strike
not
quite
even
just yet.
stacked. EMEA is very open, first of all. It's only really heretics that you're
Oh,
like,
it
for
continues
sure, should be
to
going to
not
lands.
be, but let's see.
And then-
it is a stack on to A.
And then what?
Will this be a fast one? No.
So, it's normally Pacific, but I think EMEA will be fun this year.
Evil Peaks, Paranoia Ascent gets the spot out. Decent tag on the Athen. Solid damage found for only really catching a glimpse of the race before he bounces back around the corner.
Enemy
They're still
tag.
going to continue to
Thoughts
push
on
up.
that to
Flashback in the
C9?
meantime,
Yeah,
tucked away.
it's good for them.
Here,
I wonder
Ian does not
who's
get
playing
spotted
what
by the
role.
drone.
They're so pushed up here.
Holding the angle.
Like, I think
Finish
net
what he
for
started,
Moose is
Athen.
relatively the same, right?
First to fall here in the round. Smoke gets set up.
Oh.
And, ooh, spot here, but here comes a
It ended up being
re-swing.
a pretty sick bait.
Demon in the meantime, back over, clears out market as Jing gets taken down.
Now- I mean, that- yeah,
things
now we'll
be
go
a little bit
Sentinel and
more
then Mitch
complicated for
plays
PRX, given that they've lost
Scan,
control of the
I
mid
guess.
part of the map.
Now Human has already penetrated through mid, but DRX has other plans. They're going towards B. This is going to cause a lot of confusion.
But now something knows the position. Hyunmin reading this well, suspecting that there was going to be a pinch from that Boba side.
Oh, dude,
sends
this is
out
a hard
that
retake.
curveball
This is a
into
bonus
mid.
round right
Somehow
here,
safety.
surely.
Wall race as well, just to dissuade any further chase coming through into mid. As he'll now look to try to control market.
still have a
Flash going to
drone.
be turned away from, but Hyunmin still able to find the headshot. Forsaken going to be taken down, and now the heels start ticking up.
Here we go. It is still a
Whoa.
4-man hold as Hyunmin finds the third. Finally
we've got
falls,
Phoenix
though,
up for next round as well.
so it's
Damn, this is
2v3,
gonna be
still a bit
close.
doable for PRX.
This is
The
where
time
PRX
is
fell
ticking.
last time,
They
right?
don't have a lot of
Defense
utility.
rounds.
0.
First, something able to find that kill, but does get dinked and will get eliminated. Yome going to be the last one standing here for
Zeppa could
DRX,
go
but that is a
scan.
bonus
Zeppa could
conversion,
go
and
scan.
DRX has all the money in the world
Yeah.
to buy up going into the
Yeah,
next round.
it'd be
So
interesting
this
to see
might
what they
just
go
be us
for.
getting tied up 8-8.
Do you think
Ult's still
T1
not
is the
there.
strongest APAC team?
Curious to see how much Forsaken's going to look to fight.
Yeah, probably
try to
from
get
what we
an
saw in the
overload, but maybe
off-season.
have an overdrive
Doesn't
going
mean
into
that...
the 6-8.
Actually, I would probably say the
Not to
PRX.
see.
I
Might
was
be
very
a-
high up on
a
PRX
A
after watching
to
them,
be
to
the
be
more
honest.
doable
I would
orb
say
for them, but it is a
PRX
stack, so they gotta be
T1...
careful. But DRX,
I'm not sure,
one,
actually.
They're
They're close. PRX and T1 are close.
One score away from
And then Gen
even,
G
and
looked
Hyunmin does
good on
have
some
run it back.
maps.
So PRX has to watch out for that.
Whoa.
Forsaken
Oh
on
my-
the sprint. Just runs
Wait,
around the
that's
fucking
not...
and he's out.
Oh, chill. Did great.
Going
He's
back
still just
here?
making noise. He's
Yeah.
just buying space as Jing just casually picks up an ult orb. And no one from DRX flinches off the back of that. Absolutely insane. Drone does turn back. Why is there something?
That's funny.
Gets the spot out as Overdrive is going to be popped. Forsaken able to run down another
It's
player.
full side
Obviously
for a
now,
middle,
the one
but
falling to the wayside is that's going
the
to be
Phoenix is there.
player advantage. Now 3 here for the side of PRX. Looking to pull
Wait.
off a little bit of a thrifty here.
Wait.
Flashback.
Exactly.
However,
Oh my
answering
God.
back, throws out that neural theft. Gets the ping reveals, but only has 15 health. A lot of pressure here going to be on Yome to be the one to deliver.
How is
Spot out is there.
How's
Paranoia
Flashback
will
always
go
doing
through.
this?
That does kind of reveal the overall presence here of the Omen. This Flashback will look to try to control market.
Open plant for Yome here.
Whoa.
Where do you want to go?
Whoa.
Now you're stuck
Timing.
here. Yep.
Has 2 teleports though. Can
Oh, you
relocate.
gave him close
Will go
smoke?
ahead, TP across, back over in towards B main.
I mean, fair play.
Push
Close
forward.
smoke worked well.
Might be gonna
The
be
TP
taken
out
down
was
now.
nice.
It's all on Tara.
One
Bringing
enemy
some of these
remains.
rounds. The push forward finds the first. Flashback now. The last one remaining is another smoke blooms. The tap onto the spike. The slow creep forward.
Oh
Just dancing
my
around
goodness, that
and
was
snapping to
close.
readjust.
Tara's been great.
Keeps herself alive. Keeps PRX afloat. And helps deliver a thrifty victory here to maintain the lead. What a clutch.
Beautifully done by Tara. First half, we've managed to see her be very impactful in a lot of the mid rounds. A couple of multi-frags as well. Getting to see this clutch at the latter ends as well. It felt really, really close. The isolation, the
I'm gonna watch
reads, the
the
instincts,
Asia
it was all
Predator League.
there.
Nah, I think this is my last event
Yeah, and I mean,
until
I'll say for some oopsies
main
in the first
season
half
starts.
at the beginning, dying to the spike twice. The run back from Tara since then has been damn clean.
This goes here.
13, 11, and 8 at the moment. Basically tied for second place on the squad as far as the fragging department is concerned. DRX, though,
Too busy with
trying
movie
to
promo.
reestablish their economy. Everybody's going to be relatively broke aside from Yome if they lose out on this round or lose two.
Will I watch Party NA? Yeah.
You'd aforementioned here.
It should be the same as last
Leading the
season.
charges, Youngman gets swayed in towards the site.
It should
Clearing out
be
these trips,
America's
searching for a target,
Pacific
but none the wider
EMEA,
spotted.
and then China when I can.
While Flashback slowly lurking
Oops.
up in
Oh
for
no,
mid.
that's like the
And
worst one to
ends up
misclick.
getting beefed a little bit, but Jing will do better to be able to find the kill. But Ivy does end up
Absolutely
dying
owned her.
during
That's
that exchange.
crazy.
So 1 for 1 on the ciphers.
See here, still very doable retake. They've got a lot of utilities under their belt.
We take it down for a second with the slide in, looking for the transfer there on the Yome, but can't quite find the kill. Something does manage to put it down, but now
Man, they got
2 players
no
left,
money if
something
they
on
lose
Sloan.
this. They won 1 round,
cards available.
which was a 1v1 clutch.
Slowly creeping
One
forward.
enemy remains.
Spotting him
He
out,
had to win that.
readjusts, and they
He
all
actually had to
basically
win
line
that.
up.
Like the idea of the
Something
wall
bails
through
him out of the
the
round.
wall
Another
through the
clutch coming through as PRX
wall through the
themselves
wall,
up
I
to
guess,
10.
to stop him from
It's all
defusing.
becoming.
It would
It's
do
all
damage. It's
boiling
interesting.
down to all these 1v2s. PRX.
I wonder
just
if
as
you curved
said,
your wall
first
right
on the
when you're
double
defusing,
digits.
can you
They
get,
even
like,
get to carry
both
on over
sides?
important ultimates as well. They've got Annihilation. I just love seeing Annihilation. I don't know why, but that's a timeout. The first timeout we're going to be seeing in this map today.
That's such a
Very
big 1v2,
understandable, double
1v1
digits
into a 1v2
already,
basically. I
and
mean,
especially it might be a broken.
was
buy
Tara's a
coming into round
1v2? It
18.
kind of was.
Yeah, I think especially
1v2
these
into
last
1v2.
2 rounds kind of for DRX feeling like these
Chat.
narrowly had gotten away from them.
See the
So
situation.
timeout will be
We got the
called,
spike
look to
here.
readjust, not
Okay.
let PRX
Wait,
advance
there's like
further
it
towards
says
that
the same
map
situation
win.
we just had, right? It's like a
As you mentioned,
wall and the
economy
Phoenix
is
is
not gonna
here.
be in a great spot. Maybe
Could
just
you,
the
like,
singular
bend
hero
the
rifle
wall
reinforced with,
So it
you know, widely
you would
sheriffs
always
is
be able
what
to
we're kind of
defuse it somewhere,
anticipating,
right?
but
The
we'll
wall
see
would
what
never
the
be able
call
to
ends up
cover
being
both.
and what they're going to be able to afford.
Just trying to think if you had like another
Lots
bit
to
of
discuss
after
here,
plan util
just
with
20
it.
seconds remaining.
It covers both. You sure?
We'll have to see. Indeed, I mean,
I know the wall
PRX,
thickness
they
used
feel
to be
like
a lot
they've got it all
better than
figured out
it is.
After
You used to be able to
DRX's
throw it on a
initial
scent at
push,
Jenny in
they
the middle,
decided
and
to
it would
just
get both sides.
try
And
to
like say
do
that Jenny
play
was here.
retake
Like
as
for retake, it
four,
used to be
as
insane.
five, and
Right,
not
you go
be
heaven
threatened by
on
any
the
of
ascent, you would
right-backs
throw the
or
wall like this, you
either of
could
the
molly here, and
showstoppers.
it would
Play
be
a bit
wall
more,
into
you know,
molly, and then
defensively
you
when you hear a
flash.
lot of these ultimates. And
But
you
then
don't
they
have to really
changed
take
the
them
damage
on,
of the
so
wall.
They do have that ult advantage.
So I think you
so
could
I'm
still
looking forward to see how they can
defuse.
convert that to 11.
If it's in the direct center of the spike, it covers it all.
Well, there's just going to be sheriffs across the
Dude,
board.
if that's
Singular
true, that's
Vandal
actually
here in the
kinda
hands of
nuts.
Hyunmin.
I'm
Spirit
not
available on
100%
both
that's
sides.
true.
Peek flashing in the
But
mid,
it
nothing
definitely
spotted
could
there.
be.
Tara so far forward, so unexpected.
Because then we
Takes
just
out
got an
Gunman.
extra
That's
bit
that
of
weapon now
util to
on the
just make the
ground.
after
Does get
plant,
scooped up,
and you don't
flashback.
even have to peek. You can just wall
Sure
out.
that they can still try to utilize it here.
You can literally have a wall lineup.
TPQs across the way.
Nice
Forsaken
shot.
here to
What the hell?
reinforce. Flashback goes ahead, finishes off the enemy Omen. Swing out, spots far too many targets. Opts to back off for now.
Side of
Just
stage.
look at this round from PRX.
DRX here. They will still have to cross
Got the
out
wall
into
behind them,
open
so
if
they're
they wanna
kinda
continue
safe.
to attack here into this A site, so they're gonna have to widely challenge for this position. Weapon scooped up. Cage buys them a little bit of time. Drone leads in, spots him. On the swing, going to be taken down. As now the Annihilation going to be sent out, gets the grab,
Oh my.
1-1. Athen going to be caught here with blast packs in hand.
Attacker spawn.
And we'll just have to wait out the timer as Hache just gets dragged to
Kinda
demise.
was pretty
Jing
nice
with a
in the end.
3K,
We didn't break the
PRX
wall.
Up to 11.
And we had info
Crazy
over
stuff.
towards
There was a
here.
tile stack. Surprise! There's
They
what,
had-
four
they had the whole
members
map
inside of
locked down.
DRX, but then they drone in and they
They actually
see
had the
just
whole
almost
map
every
on lock.
PRX member
It was kinda
is on
nice.
that area as well. It just exploded after that
at this
annihilation. It was
three-person here.
basically that green light that PRX is waiting for, as they have been revealed, and only one ultimate used on that round to convert. And PRX close to that match point already, and DRX, they may have the guns, but they have to deal with Hunter's Fury as well as from the shadows.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
might get a third map here because
Hybe
PRX
is just one charge away.
PRX's ascent didn't look great.
So plenty stacked against them. PRX, alt economy, very much on their side.
Then again,
Athen
if
would love to
Forsaken
have
starts
the
hitting some
showstopper
op shots,
online.
maybe.
Tripwire. Staring them in the
Do I
face
rate
here for
Team
now, as
Secret?
Shock
Team
Dart will be
Secret
called
should
in
have
to
a
go ahead
pretty
and
good
clear it.
year. I mean, they're like
Then it's smoke,
consistently.
though, something probably suspecting that there's
They're
going
pretty
to
much
be a player
consistently
this
like
position
fifth
a bit
in
more than he otherwise
Pacific.
would, and he'll just send out his own
So
recon,
you would
play off
hope
his
that
own
at one point they
util.
can break
Athen
through that.
Dead once more. Hemman now spotted out. Still have this trip, and he just slides
It's so
across
insane.
and puts on Hache.
It's so insane.
Not catching a break here, RTRX.
Oh my
Swing out
goodness, how?
something, able to just drop down off the top. Plants his feet, finds the shot.
Whoa.
Tara swinging through, draws down fast enough to get the headshot as well. PRX now in full control.
Tara's
The
kinda
economy
sick,
from
fair
DRX
play.
is in absolute tatters.
Yeah, the economy, the moves that PRX is showing off right now, the individual movement, rather, from Something, Forsaken, everybody, Tara as well to finish
Damn,
this
dude.
round off. They're definitely on fire, and PRX is just, you know, trying to set up for this 13th round win.
Looking like maybe a pacey hit. 3-man stacked up from PRX.
Is this
ready to try to
pre-nuff?
intercept
Yeah, this
here
is
at A.
pre-nuff.
As the barrier drops, Relay Bolt coming through. Forsaken sliding forward, getting the spot out. Does end up eating
Yeah,
a full
this
flash,
stuff
but
shouldn't be
he's got
happening.
the cover. Sets up the wall. Up and over the top. Athen now dropping down.
That was my
Hemman's
server
able to
all
find one, feeling
getting
off some of that
nothing,
pressure.
something.
Tara
Okay,
finding
there we
one,
go.
something with that Hunter's Fury. Able to take
I was
down
thinking- I
Hache.
was
Suddenly
looking at
we're in
4
for a
people in a
3v3.
line there thinking, like,
Showstopper,
surely
however,
this
online.
guy's
Neural Theft as well.
owning them.
Available as Flashback works his way over and will be able to invest the ult. Spot out on the 2 players behind Something alone on the site. They're going to try to overwhelm here, but Something still manages to keep the numbers equal here for the rest of his team.
Now, SUV2, Kohaib
Dude,
does
he
have
barely moved after getting hit by the Cypher.
that neural theft of her own as well. So if they do want to get this 2-man retake, it's possible.
Where is everyone hiding?
The Neural Depth coming through. Yome having to reposition. Tucks back behind cover.
Last player standing.
Pushes forward though, and
Ooh,
gets
nice,
the
dude.
spray
The
transfer.
omens.
Getting down Jing and Kohaib. So map not yet over. 4 rounds
Yeah,
needed here
4
from
of them.
DRX to take us into overtime. With 1 player surviving, it doesn't do great here for their economy, but they're still able to survive and hang on.
Yep, definitely what matters. It all started over here on that A tussle, and then eventually it is a lot of trades all over the place. Just that beautiful spray transfer by Yome. Overdrive available for Forsaken on towards this round, but they do have to worry about that showstopper. They seem to be want to go in. They might go fast here onto this B execute for sure. It's already stacking through. A little bit of silence first though. Here comes the paranoia.
I'm thinking about it. Looks like the call is to go ahead and save it for the site
Who's
itself.
winning this event? I mean, the GE team
Hell
with
of a
the
lot of
best.
util set up here, though. Sonic sensors, both sides tripwires set up. They have made this an absolute maze
Oh.
for these players to try to navigate, but Athen able to find one. Forsaken not quite sure he knew where he was at and where that rocket was coming from. Does end up getting taken down. Con dart up over the top. The ping out going to be spotted here. The readjust Something. White
One
swings
enemy
out.
remaining.
It's that kill, and now Jing in the meantime,
Damn,
he's
well.
wreaking havoc. Shock dart here at their feet. Gunman
Very
trying
nice,
to
man.
hold the
Jing
line,
fragging
trying to
heavy.
keep them afloat.
Okay.
But it will be Jing
So
with the
PRX
4K
get
to
a
go
map,
ahead and bring
first
this
map
map
for
to
them
a
on this
conclusion.
tourney,
So
and
13
then
to 8 PRX.
Ascent might be
with their
rough. Last
first
time they played
map win here
Forsaken
in the
on
Spotlight
Jet.
series.
Jing,
Kind of wasn't
and something
hitting
at the
enough
very
op
end
shots, really.
with a lot of these
So let's see if he can do
multi-frags,
it.
able to, you know, despite, you know, Forsaken being taken out of the equation very early from that showstopper, no overdrive available from that round, but, you know, Jing and something, they definitely got that.
Very nicely done. I mean, red hot start here from Forsaken. Continued for the most part throughout the entirety of the map, whereas DRX, we had some moments from Athen, but Wiley was contained. So PRX doing well to just go ahead and slow down this double duelist approach, make sure that they're not finding nearly as much value from that setup, and be able to just go ahead and gain advantage after advantage to close things out. So we saw how streaky both teams were able to be at times, but PRX just a little bit better on the reads and the adjustments.
Map 1.
That was the four
Do you think
back
GE
and
will
forth
make champs
from the
after hitting
first
shots like
half
yesterday?
of the round. It looked
I would
really
be
good, especially
surprised
at
if
the
they
beginning.
make champs.
Hyunmin as well when they were starting the streak. You know,
They'll get to
Athen as
playoffs,
well, being able
well,
to be,
yeah, they'll
you know,
get to
that great
playoffs, I'm pretty
gatekeeper
sure.
of A. But after that, we didn't get to see too much of the explosiveness
Champs,
of that double
champs,
duelist.
everything would
It
have to
feel
go
like
right.
DRX
I'm
was
not saying
really
it's not
constricting
going to
a lot
happen.
of the space that DRX wanted to take.
But a lot would have to
and
go right.
win these rounds, especially
We've seen crazier
towards
things.
A.
Like, the
They
lineup's
just
good
really
enough.
envelop the entire
It's
area
just if,
so
everything
quickly.
goes right.
It's pretty much hard
Kinda
to
need to
sort
get,
of reposition
visas and
take
stuff, though.
that, you know, take a beautiful position.
Because
against
Patrick's
that
meant to be one of
post plant that
their
they wanted to get.
main fraggers, right?
Yeah, I mean, solid effort to be able to fight back.
He is
but
like an underdog. Oh yeah, for sure
not
it
going to
is.
be close enough. And right now, I mean, who knows? We'll have to see what PRX have ready for us on Ascent.
Next
But,
year's quite open.
this could
Yeah,
end
I
up
agree.
being our first 3-mapper.
Oh,
if
yeah.
DRX are going to
I
be
think
able
it's
to show
really
up.
open.
And then
I think
on
there's
the
loads
Phoenix,
of teams that are like
leaves a
in
little bit more
the.
to be desired compared to when we do see
Like if
the
you're doing
Bond, the
tiers,
Jet,
there's
Bomb,
loads
the
of
Neon,
teams that are in
something
like
that
C
needs to be
tier
workshopped
that just
maybe a
could
little bit more here. But curious to
Could
see if this is something that
get
DRX
loads of stuff
widely is
right
going to
and just become
actually
really,
look to
really good.
utilize in the future in
Is
the
SPG
2025
an
season,
underdog?
or if
Yes,
This is something mostly
sure.
here for Spotlight and
Just
for
because
Sunset.
most people
Yeah,
are gonna think
I
they come
mean,
from
we've
Ascension,
seen,
so they're not that good.
I don't know. Back in VCT PH, I would see a lot of Phoenixes and Reynas when it comes to Ascent. So who knows? We might see that again on the next map. But looking at the stats over here, Forsaken has been on fire since the very, very beginning. Imagine round number 2, you've already gotten
Very nice.
overdrive.
Which initiates
for
when you have him
round number
fracture.
3, so you can really tell
Dude, they're all good.
that he's really feeling the heat over here in map number 1.
There's some cool
Yeah,
fade
and I mean,
stuff.
taking a look at this, you can just see the difference in numbers across the board. This was very much
I would
just an
probably go.
out-fragging from the side
See,
of
the
PRX,
Silver's
doing
been
well
the
to
Silver's
punish
been made
some
to look alright for a
readjustments were
com, so you have to
great.
consider
The
it. But I would
spray
still
transfers from
go
Terra is continuously
Fade
kind of
Gecko
propping up in
Breach.
my mind as I say those, because being able to draw that weapon out after being caught off guard,
Probably.
and still
If
being
you're gonna
able
go
to
for
win
triple
out that
initially,
fight,
yeah.
things like that are fantastic to see. And
I would
think
be
it's a
tempted
big
to change
level
the
up
Gecko
compared
out for a
to
KO,
what
but
we were seeing from PRX yesterday on day 1. So clearly, there's been a little bit more time to develop.
Deadlock Cypher will be good. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, you could just put every single agent in front of that.
How they want to approach these maps.
It's just a fun
Maybe
map.
it's just PRX still having DRX's number. I don't really know, but we're just getting started. That's map 1 out of the way.
KO,
We have
the
Ascent
knife's
coming
really
up.
good, to
DRX's
be honest,
map pick to
on
see
that
if we
map.
get a 3-map series, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah, Gecko Fade Breach would be very scary if you want to do triple. Again, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. There's gonna be loads of teams doing some mad stuff, no doubt. Okay, Chad, I'll be back in a little bit, right?
Alrighty, we are back. It's time to go to our second map here, the first series of the second day of the Spotlight Series here in VCT Pacific. I'm Achilles, alongside Ariko. If you're just now joining us, PRX able to get a 13-8 victory on their map pick of Sunset to start things off. Now, though, we get ready to go into Ascent, where DRX may look a little bit more favored, so perhaps we'll actually get that 3-map set.
Yeah, exactly. When we flash back a little bit, yesterday it was DRX that took the win against ZETA. But on the other hand, PRX had a bit of a hard time when they went up against Global ZEPTO. It was a 2-13 final score, I believe, last night. So hopefully they were able to spot out any of the sort of weaknesses or issues, and they're able to repair that and bring that over here on their second map.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. They don't have to worry about Crystal. He's not in this game. He cannot hurt them right now. So the Sheriff Aces from his hand, not going to be a concern, but maybe from Flashback, who has been looking very strong in his own right, that could still be a concern. But this is going to be a lot more comfortable of a map here for the side of DRX, so we're expecting to see a stronger performance, but I also thought that was going to be a little bit more of a contentious map of Sunset, because PRX, it looked like they were kind of losing the plot a lot yesterday in that opening series. Clearly, it's just even more praise to be sung for Global ZEPTO, I would say. But they've made some solid adjustments, and they were able to get much better reads about how DRX was going to be coming at them on that Sunset map. So if that's going to continue on Ascent, maybe that 3-mapper isn't going to be in the cards. Maybe this is just going to end up being yet another 2-0 series. But we'll have to just wait and see, as we are waiting for the players to get everything ready to go there on that Ascent map, so we can see if there's going to be any kind of crazy pivots. But it's Ascent. I'm thinking that we're probably just going to be seeing some more stock standard play. No one really pulling out anything too crazy. But I say that pretty much every time I go into this map, and I've been proven wrong a ton of times. So who really knows?
Yeah, we might see the double duelist perhaps again being brought up, being changed over here by DRX. I mean, we have been expecting the Jet coming from the side of Hyunmin, or maybe we get to see a run it back on Phoenix for part 2 over here on Ascent. If it didn't work out on Sunset, maybe this time it'll work out a bit more, because there's just a lot of more, these narrow pathways from, A main to B main as well, if you want to run it back even faster and take advantage of that ultimate. But, who knows, maybe we might finally see an operator being bought, as it is Ascent, as there are Jet players, right? We didn't get to see that earlier today.
Which is still a little bit odd, because I think that, I mean, Jet playing op obviously makes kind of like just the most sense, because you have that Tailwind exit, but it's not like we don't see Raises or Neons picking it up from time to time. So it's a little bit surprising to not see
Ascent is probably
mid-control or,
going to DRX, you would imagine.
Sunset. But it feels like a guarantee.
Unless we see something
going into Ascent. Much longer sight lines, much more impact can be found from it. But I don't know. I mean, for PRX, I'm hoping that they just kind of realize, like, oh wait,
you cooked up something? What do you got?
Kitty Faker's like pretty chill.
Acelia, thank you so much, dude. 48 months as well.
Whatever we want.
That's nuts.
Like they don't have to worry
that is
about the desk
nuts.
being slammed, that kind of stuff. So maybe they feel like they have a little bit more leeway to get goofy with it. But we'll have to see.
Yeah. This is definitely one of those moments where you just as you said, they can try a bit more something new. Give the fans what they want. What do they want? Is that question. Play something really, really interesting here over on Ascent. But yeah.
Has the event been so far? The event's been good. The event has been good.
Just the usual in as well. Because just as
the game so far have been a little bit stompy, at least yesterday.
So
but
agents as well can get.
They're changing today, it feels like.
It's likely just to.
Dude, thank you for the 48 months. It's nuts.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much. I always like to tease it just in case.
How about we change channel
we're
points
not
name
setting up for anything.
from
this
slug
is the first
points
time that
to
we're
chances?
seeing the 8 select here, guys. So we'll see if we do in fact get surprised, or if it's just gonna be okay. There we go. They're doing it. So we do get the Reyna. We do get the.
Okay, this makes way more sense. PRX might win this. This makes way more sense than what they were going for earlier.
Default composition.
Forsaken goes.
A little bit of fun with
Sova.
I love
proven
this.
to drone to check
a
corners.
lot. Getting to see
Something loves Reyna.
the Jing something, the
Jet.
double duelist, but this time it is that
Actually have
Reyna
they have a
towards
good
something.
chance here.
Can expect a bit more extra aggressiveness. Not even, we don't even have to wait for attack to see that aggressiveness. We can definitely see that on defense when they take
The
a lot of
droning
these
Sova,
A
yeah,
or B
proven.
main controls. You've got that, you know, self flash from that Reyna in as well. And there's just a lot of things that you can do as an
How many games do you think
individual,
someone should be
player.
playing a
They've
day
been
if they're
feeling
trying to
it
grind and
earlier on
improve?
Sunset, so
Depends
I
on
do
your-
understand the confidence.
There's so many
in the
variables, man. Depends on your
Curious to see
day.
how it
Depends
looks, though,
what you
because
gotta
he
do.
was playing Jet. I mean, for
If you're
context,
trying to
like
go pro
yesterday, he was
and you're
playing
not in a
the
team,
Clove here on Ascent.
I
We
would
had
be
something
grinding
who was
a
on
lot.
Sova, and it was Forsaken playing Jet. So this is a
Like if you're
big
just trying to grind to get like
multi-tiered
Radiant,
pivot that's
then you
coming
gotta
through.
just go for it.
Jing, in
Like
all of his
10,
draft games,
I
has
guess.
only played
But again, I
Jet
don't know what your
19
day's like.
times
That's if you got a
coming
free
into
day
this
with
map
nothing.
here. So this is not something that we get to see very often. This is a rare sight indeed. So I'm excited to see how this does end up looking here for the squad.
He's went to Aldous' stream for a second. He's planning beef with me.
Ton of worry
What
firepower
could this
that you're
guy
gonna have to
possibly
deal with
be planning?
If you are DRX, but looks like the map is just about ready to get started. As the timer ticks down, it's going to be DRX to start here on the attack.
Ooh, love this read on the side of PRX as well.
We'll see what
They
he's got.
The Killjoy
We'll see what he's
setup,
got cooked up.
Exactly where the stack is gonna be. So they gotta be careful from that nano swarm.
Deploying drone.
Slow starts, just the drone a check. Nano to
He's
try to
gonna
beat them here
start
on the
beef.
entryway. turret
PRX
setup.
on defense, and we got DRX on attack. And PRX have been struggling a little bit on their defense, at least when it came to yesterday.
Flashback starts inching his way down, cat.
And I think I can turn the
Oh,
castles
yeah,
up a
pushes
bit.
up into the smoke, and gun barrel's already spotted. Clearly not.
We'll go
detecting that
5-5.
there was going to be anybody there, and ends up paying the iron price for it. So first kill going to be going over here towards the Reyna as door gets shut.
Do we play full retake
Right
to
now
leave
planted.
sight? Oh wait,
As
PRX
Jing
are actually fully
is actually
going for
the
this.
one- he's the one able to find that
Yeah,
next
yeah,
shot.
we're
Forsaken
switching
taking out
roles, we're
Yome,
playing
Tara finding
properly.
one. I mean, it's
That's
just
nice.
a flawless. No one's taken any
Yeah,
damage
no,
on
it
PRX.
looked
I don't
really
know
good.
if DRX got the
Yeah,
fire a
straight up,
single
no,
shot.
no
Yeah.
bullets even hit.
It just felt like you just saw the kill feed and it was all green for the side of PRX.
Dude,
It
is this
felt like
master
they were
plan
just
all
coming
because he
from
wants to come on the
everywhere,
stream
and
to watch party?
DRX slowly being whittled down
Not
one
sure he's
by
done the
one.
best
It
way
just
about
felt
it.
very overwhelming to stay on site. But of course, it all started with the 1v1. Something was already sneaking his way inside that smoke. Definitely did not expect that. On,
Who is the greatest
Flashback.
player of all
Definitely
time?
Did not expect that. It was just a very clean
You would
pistol
say
round
it's
overall.
Aspas, really? It's very hard to do what he's done
It's the
in
definition of
different
clean. It's
teams.
absolutely
Yeah.
spotless.
I would
Pressure
be
down here on
down
DRX
for
to
the
try to
Chronicle
even do some
argument
damage
just
going
because
into the
of
eco. Genman's got a shorty, so he's going to
how
try
much
to
they've done in different
break
teams.
some wrists here with the movement. Let's see, though, it's Tara for now. Just getting a little bit of
my
damage there. And,
goodness.
oh, okay, Gunman able to just go ahead and dash forward.
Like,
Puts the shorty to use, but weapon is not going to be recovered.
Whoa,
enough
hold
believe,
up.
so still just has that in hand.
did
King
something
of the course off the angles,
completely
Flash
save
comes
them
in.
here.
Something pushes
Gets the heal
forward,
off as well.
out from
This
tree,
was actually going to
finds
be
the
a round
punish
if
there
they got
on
over
the
towards
Appen.
side there.
That makes DRX think twice about this approach, so now they start readjusting.
Mad Lad John, thank you
We
so
do
much,
have that
John.
alarm bot to spot out
Appreciate the
front
prime, mate. Thank you for the 6
from
months.
mid, but it does seem like catwalk into tree might be an angle, but there's an
Yeah,
up and
it's
down
very hard to
setup
do what
already.
Aspas has done on
Like,
two
question mark.
teams.
No, something's already looking at that angle.
Sassy, very hard to do what Sassy's done on 2 teams. Yeah, I agree with that also.
Waiting for it. The swing out. Oh, instant tap to find the second on the swing.
Enemy
Damn,
remaining.
Something
dude, nice
looking
shots.
for the ace. Question is, does anybody else take it away from him? Shots are out. They
He's a
know where
mad
he's
lad.
at.
Yeah, mad lad
Something is
John
on the
always
hunt.
gets
He
me,
wants
man.
to try
It's
to
good
claim
name.
this. The Lear coming up,
30
shorty in hand.
Very
He's got the
nice.
ghost, and yep,
Was that
he will
third
be
ace in this
rewarded
20
for
maybe?
it. Ace with just one casualty here in the anti-eco. PRX.
The
looking
GE
alive
roster,
and
we've been
well
speaking
here
about
on
it a bit
set.
today.
Yep. That's just round number 2.
Like they
and
should
now
be making
something
playoffs.
Just really is
If
it's
everything
his
goes
turn to
super
be
right,
on
they can
fire
get to
this
champs,
time.
but
If
they
it
would
was
have to
Forsaken
do big
on the
upsets.
Neon earlier, it's now him on that Reyna and this beautiful Guardian shots. Just very precise with the aim. Something looking for the last
Full
player, and
face,
they're like,
damn.
oh, last player is here. And they got it. Something so calm. Very
It's a
calm.
little wry smile from him. A 6-0 and 1 to start has the Empress online. Don't think we're going to see that committed to necessarily.
Who is the best player to never win an international?
The Guardian.
Damn,
Not something
that's a
we
good
get to see every
question.
day, so I wouldn't mind it. But now he's just gonna get
You
tucked
would be
away over
tempted
at
to say
bench.
Forsaken, right?
Stack here on this B site with a hell of a lot
That's
of util
never
ready to greet
won.
them.
Just a lot to
Playing the
clear.
off angle.
I would say like Forsaken or Safe,
Flash
but
ever
Safe's a
ready.
bit weird because he doesn't want to play
Trigger smoke goes
Duelist.
out, Blooms over on the market, up and over here.
say
Goes Hyunmin.
Mako.
Did he get the spot out? Either way, Jing is able to find the kill. Hyunmin answers one back, but something is still ever present. Finds Athens. Stabilize the aim to take out Kohlheide. Something we'll find
This
another,
is
and that's
this
just
is
going
an
to be a
absolute
quick
shutdown.
bonus conversion.
PRX are
Swiftly shut down
fully
here by
like
PRX.
it's
Yeah,
like they
in a
had
blink of an eye,
a
the round
it's like
was
they had a
over
conversation
after,
yesterday
that
where it's
one
like, guys, do you actually want to
entry
win this
from
tournament?
Hyunmin.
Or
He
it
was
feels
able
like
to
PRX, someone was
get in,
like,
get
guys, you
Jing
know
out
it's
of the
20
equation, but
grand for
Kohlheide
first in this tournament, and they're like, what?
was still
Really?
there, and the site
Well,
was
hold up,
still
let's
not
play some
really
agents that
clear,
make
and
sense then.
Empress invested earlier and was able to convert it into a victory. And a little bit of deja vu here as PRX almost going towards that 4-0 start. They have a lot of guns.
Buzz?
It's looking
Yeah,
towards
Buzz
that
and Mako are
direction
pretty
indeed.
good shout. It's like Buzz, Mako, Forsaken, Safe in my books. I'm probably forgetting some people,
I don't
but
think they're going to get anybody to bet on this. Set up on elevation, staring in towards Gelato and A main. But no one going aggressive here. Instead, push coming through. Jing swinging. Is Athens able to find one? Kara going to be taken down. Ivy at the same time able to find flashback. Jingery swings out. Quickly tailwinds into the cubby. And suddenly 4 players are gone and Yome is just the last
very
one
nice.
standing. But
Yeah,
not
they're
very
looking
long.
strong.
They keep
They're
cleaning it
showing a
up
lot of confidence as well.
Jing is trying to give all of us a headache. And PRX move up 4-0.
Yeah, it is, again, exactly what happened over here from Sunset. That big 4-0 start coming from PRX.
CNED? I mean,
And
CNED won
not gonna
champs.
lie, these rounds have been incredibly fast, despite some of these
What do you talk
rounds
about the
being
CNED
both
dash?
by gun rounds. This will be that big test,
Could build a
if you
super team
will.
with that squad? Oh, for
Jing,
sure.
2 orbs off of the 9.
Who's, like, the
over
best
here,
player that
and
hasn't
things
been
have
to an international
really
event?
solid for PRX. DRX unable
Cloud,
to
right?
match the pace
Is it
that
Cloud?
PRX has.
If we're not
been setting
including
up for this map.
what was that tournament called? Lock-in?
Looking for the little crunch, but
Yeah, it's gonna be Cloud or
Athens,
Envy.
well aware, just happens to
Oxy?
hit the
Ooh,
headshot
Oxy's a
through the
great
smoke.
shout.
Saying, hey, my team kind of invented this play. I'll shut you down. Solid first kill to be found, but still plenty of work to be done.
Cloud went to Champs 2023.
Watching, spotting.
Oh
confirming
yeah,
presence of
dude,
a second
that was
player here
when
inside of A.
dude, do you know what? I completely forgot about that. When everyone got
Tree in the
gifted,
meantime,
right?
trying to
When
spot out,
Fnatic
but
were just
Hyunmin gets
gifting
the better
EMEA
here
an
of
extra
Hyunmin
slot.
up in mid, opening
That
up
was
that B
criminal.
side of the map as well. However, pushing forward, Paranoia out. Yome tucking in behind the box, but is going to be spotted enough. They line up, but just can't quite get the weapon drawn out in time.
Yeah, then it has to be
Down by
has to
one
be Envy
here.
or Oxy.
Use PRX, Forsaken and Tara to try to keep this win streak going.
I mean, this is.
They've still got double-shotted step. But
I mean,
looking
this is
at
a
the
kill
movement, they
for
need to
Jet.
hunt down this Jet player. You know, hunt down where human
The
is.
timing here from 10 minutes.
One enemy
Sights
remaining.
back. Yep, we'll be able to spot it. Forsaken now.
Maybe he
one with
knows where
everything to
one
do.
is.
Sets up the recon. Time is away here on
That's
the spike.
unlucky. Had to play like
Actually,
this
just
though.
out there at alley, able to go ahead and find the kill. So DRX once again will get themselves on the board here in the 5th round. This time they have 2
When it
players
comes to
surviving
Flame in his
compared
own
to
region.
one, so it's a slight
I mean,
improvement compared to Sunset, but let's see if we just get
that was a
similar win
mental year,
streaks
really.
from that previous map.
Yeah, that's
Only Fnatic
definitely
looked
the
good in
question
EMEA,
here, but
yeah, they
we
were
finally
winning
get to
extra
see
spots for the
operator being
region.
brought out, and
It
it's
was
not going to
nuts.
be on Jing's hands.
There's a
It's
lot
gonna
of
be
teams
on
that had to thank
something over here.
Fnatic back
Fully
then.
decked out. We're going to be in position over onto mid. Let's see if that's going to convert into that big first blood as we get to see a stack from DRX actually on top mid. Oh, he left.
One suppressed.
Smoked out.
Oh,
Oh, well. Just tuck away. Clear out on the drone over here.
they didn't get
at
anything
A.
for their
Sorry, not
drone here as
allowing
well.
for them to get any kind of deep information. Quick little jiggle peek.
Oh,
They're going out.
They're back in
Alright.
mid.
Has been given the task of being the only
nice shot.
player.
I'm pretty sure Omen dies a main though.
The peek into
Oh,
mid.
nice double ult. He hit the other guy.
On one Forsaken
Damn.
opens up with that Hunter's
Double
Fury
sick.
and mows down 2. Spike's
Forsaken,
now stuck outside
man,
of A main.
Forsaken's such a beast, dude.
2 remaining plays of DRX.
Nice shot as
here
well.
over at Cat, pushing into tree. Hyunmin dead on the floor and flashback. I mean, how do you even try to save from this position? Feels not impossible. Wide swings in for the challenge.
Still
Is it
should be
gonna
enough.
off or
Whoa,
down?
nice shot as
Finds
well.
another. Snappy. To get rid of Forsaken. Now can recover the spike. Plant will give him lockdown as well.
Something else
Flashback
over there?
may just be
Yeah,
able
I
to
mean,
bail him out of
he at
this.
least doesn't get 2, you know that much.
30
Absent
seconds
for now.
left.
Approach coming in from behind.
Yeah,
The
just
Plant
break
here
the
at
door,
default
create
chain.
pressure, then
Get
Jet
there and
plays
try to
next.
swing through.
Alarm bot down.
As alarm bucket set up, lockdown. Does he commit
Very,
for it?
very
Does the
nice.
swing out? Doesn't get the opportunity.
This was a
Maybe
pretty
if he
cool
could have
setup
gotten
though,
tucked into
right?
hell, but Jing
The
arrives.
heavier leaned over
It's a solid
towards
effort
B.
from Flashback to try to bail them out.
And
but
then
it's
as
still gonna
soon
get
as we
PRX.
get contact
This
over
time
towards
not
middle,
allowing
the
for
insta
DRX
ult.
to get that win streak going.
Yeah,
That was
no
nice.
4-4 this time around, just like Sunset.
Gotta
It is
start looking at
Paper
these.
Rex
This is gonna be
just
an eco.
denying
We've got
any
2 people that can buy.
potential momentum build up for the side of DRX. It was a valiant effort. But let's take a
Forsaken?
look at what
Forsaken's-
they all have. DRX,
If not the
it's
best flex,
just a lot
to
of
be
red
honest,
lights,
yeah.
a lot of ultimate online for on their end, but not the
timeout
best
immediately.
economy. Yeah.
Yeah, needing to pump the
Does
brakes
Myth
here.
look good to me?
This
Very
deficit
map
is a bit
dependent.
too much
But
to
yeah,
deal with, so
like their Haven's really good.
DRX wanting to try to see what they can
They
do
got
to
some
get
really good
themselves
maps.
back into this one. But so far, the script has not really been followed.
Yeah, it's
How much
Who even
of it
comes
has to
close
do
to
with the
Forsaken?
change-ups here,
It-
moving
the
back
top
over onto
3
that arena,
is
from the
not in
side
this
of-
order
of
for sure, because
PRX,
you can
where
debate
he was
it.
fully caught off guard.
It's
They
Chronicle,
actually caught him from
Forsaken,
the possibility
Smoggy.
after the very devastating loss that
They're
PRX
like the
suffered
3.
yesterday.
yeah, that's the thing. It felt like, you know, the adjustments are indeed working out for the side of Paper Rex here. The confidence as well coming right in. The operator being on the
Narrate,
side
it needs
of
more time
something,
to
having
prove
to
it,
just
really.
constantly be a threat for both mid.
I can't
and
really
as well
have
as
I
Tree.
can't really have
So
a
I
dude
feel
that's
like,
only
you know,
been to
DRX
one
definitely
event.
has attempted to try and match that by getting a lot of space on mid and
Ethan?
just
Yeah,
investing
but
more
is
players
Ethan
to
just
get
not
that big
initiator?
trade potential. But you know, you still got Kohaibi over there. You still got Tara guarding a lot of these very narrow areas. They've been doing a phenomenal job being that anchor.
Looks like DRX. Call's going to be to make a bit of an aggressive play. Quick TP out to its safety there. Tara staying elusive. This fragment not quite landing where it was intended to. Null command going to be invested. Plant coming through.
Hard retake. They got a lot of ults here. How many do they want to use?
Rifles and the knives.
Okay, that's
the
2.
lion's share of the firepower here, and now down.
And they're in position to use a server ult as well.
Just go ahead and pull a ton of time away from Paper X's hands.
Well,
Spot out though, Hyunmin, just the hands, the tips of the fingers noted.
got
That's
out
enough
of
for
there as
something to
well.
Go ahead and confirm the kill. So now
Oh boy.
things opened up a bit more. So they look to go ahead and get themselves into the site tower. However, going to be caught. Something. Shorty.
No way.
Be thrown in, gets
No
the kill.
way.
Dissipates out.
Keep an eye on the server ult. Might
Playing
have
on
to
Yome,
go
and
for
suddenly
it.
What looks like a fantastic round here from the side of DRX, maybe getting away from them. Hunter's Fury, however, opens things up a
Might have
bit
done
more.
too early, right?
Just waiting it out, and it looks like, yep, time is not going to be on their side. Brute force.
Still, though,
is
every
the way
single
that
ult.
DRX gets themselves back into this one to establish a second round win, but it still is
If you're
at cost.
Paper
They
X,
get
the
some
fact you
decent
still got
weapons
enough
out.
money
Cannot
for the
be
next
carried
round
over,
is
but there's
huge.
still
I
a
mean,
good amount
4
of cash here for
ults.
Paper X. DRX finding thrifty
And they have
to
to
get the
use them
second win.
perfect, and you
That
still
good
look like you
timeout
were almost
conversion,
going to
but
win the
just as you
round.
said, they invested 4 ultimates to be able to secure that round from a sort of an eco buy, a little bit of a broken buy. At least they're able to sort of get a good ground on towards this map. But now at least they're able to get a lot of these buys off, but still very, very expensive nonetheless.
It knocks down the economy of PRX a decent bit.
Yeah.
That's going to be, I'd say, probably the bigger positive,
True.
aside from just winning the round itself.
Whoa.
As,
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, that was nuts.
We're having a little bit of an issue there. She's speaking at supersonic speed.
Yep. That's definitely what happened.
Guide team. Oh, swings out.
It's getting
makes just a
so
quick
many
little
fast
drift
picks.
across, nothing more than Athen can do.
Man, when something gets the op out,
has to back off the
it's
angle.
so... It looks so hard to
Respect.
play against.
Already
You actually can't
going in through
default.
mid.
Like, you have to just run fast strats. But it's okay, because it would work against their
Straight
comp.
out on the killjoys is Jing not able to stabilize. After we'll be able to take him down. So
Done nice.
evened up now. He's mounted upon DRX getting themselves in with an advantage. The spike gets ushered over in towards the B site. The plant getting ready to come through. Something.
Big Joel on
Go
main.
ahead and maybe scoop up a weapon if he can get past Athen. Tries to go for the flick. Manages to get away. Widely undamaged.
Last player
Oh, I was
standing.
going to
Swing
say that would
out
have been a
with
big
Tara
kill.
falling. Something will have to make the call. to just go ahead and save this
Yeah,
operator. So
definitely
Spike
the right
with
call to
that
save
DRX
here.
are going to get
Well,
themselves up to 3.
It's kind of
I
close.
thought that might have killed Athen for a second. But
Why didn't Vitality and
quite
Navi
connected.
participate in any
Yeah,
off-season
it
tournaments?
definitely felt like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Already,
I
right
mean,
for the
first
up
of all, they
and
probably
down, but it
didn't
is gonna be
have
that
many
big
options,
save
I would say.
from PRX, but
And second
again,
of all,
these
maybe they
having to split up the
maybe it was
map from mid
partly
despite
their
having
choice.
that big information from that alarm bot did not stop them, as it was a B main stack for the side of PRX, so they were practically free reign to sort of enter the site through market. And I feel like this could be a bit of that leeway that DRX should definitely watch out for and look for as they avoid the
There wasn't many off-season
something
tournaments
on
in
by either
EMEA.
tree or on spawn from mid.
yeah, I mean, they've been able to
Do you want to
successfully
get
work down this
team-to-game chemistry
So
from
coming
playing
into
on
the next
LAN?
round,
I
we
mean,
still have that
yeah,
operator,
but
still something
it's not the
obviously
end
that
of the
needs to be
world.
feared, given that something is just found
It can work
consistent
both
value with it
ways.
already here, just 8 rounds in.
I feel like,
4 and 2 across those.
yeah, it might have
that's
been
gonna
nice
be
for
the biggest
Vitality, but
concern for them, but if they can really get a solid read on where that rain is going to be positioned,
you also can
then maybe drone
don't
them
have
out
to
of
show a
position.
lot of your stuff, so you can save a
Still
lot of it.
good amount of space
Coming
here for
into a
DRX,
tournament
but
that's
that
double the
opposite
limb
end,
can be nice.
That's when you start maybe seeing another turnaround.
We also
for
don't get to gauge
PRX's
like where
favor.
you are.
So drone up the check in towards mid. Noting that there's nothing at bench and should go just deep enough to spot out over at Pizza. And I think maybe a ping coming down. Noting the position there of Terra.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure PRX felt like they
Definitely nicely
weren't
done.
seen.
The process of elimination, you managed to see 2 players over there. It might be a bit of a vulnerable spot. The spike is already being carried over. You gotta be careful, as the operator is indeed there.
Smoke out, flash over the top, gets the full catch there onto something. Backpedals Recon as well, pinging him out, and Forsaken going to be first to fall. The site gets opened up.
Nice shot,
though,
but
the adjustment is nice. Just managed to find one.
The
so
kill over
taken
towards
down.
middle was giant.
Any damage dealt realistically here from PRX is going
Oh
to
my
be
goodness.
solid. As Sunmin caught with that full flash, being able to find one before getting gunned down. Tries to keep it as even as possible, but still going to be a player disadvantage here for the side of PRX.
Got one flash.
Maybe can find one more. Just a drop down.
Okay.
And actually swinging out, I believe, into the leer is
that's a
Gunman.
shame.
Ends up getting taken out. So something wants to try to make a play for this. Drops down into the site, gets a spot there, just dancing around. Turret
Watching
in
his
sights,
brain go is
shorty
pretty
at that
awesome
range,
though.
not going to be able to find any kind of deadly value.
He's a very good opper, man. Look at
now
how
gonna be in a
on
rough
top he is
position.
of just everything that's going on.
Cash not quite going to be there for a rebuy on this weapon. Would love to just try to make this as costly at this point for DRX as humanly possible, but Jay's doing well, just giving her life here for the cause, wanting to try to get the kill. Flashback will end up taking it away, as they will all go down to the spikes. And no one
Think teams
carries
will play
over
Vice comps?
anything.
I think the Vice buff wasn't
Still
needed.
now not able to stop DRX from running this back. 1 round ahead.
So yeah, I would be.
I like this.
can
It
see
does
people playing
seem
Vice.
like it's DRX's turn to be on the operator.
The Vice buff
Hyunmin
was pretty big.
be able to pick this up as well.
Vice is actually nuffed. Nah,
to
it's
get
definitely a
that
buff.
buy.
You just gotta
An
be
attacking operator, perhaps.
smarter with stuff.
Let's see what the angle is gonna look like. Could be top mid or having to look.
like
at
just
catwalk.
certain
You get to
util not
see the
falling from a
pings. They
different
want
height is
that
fine.
mid control.
It still falls from a height. It just means that you lost like 10% of your mollies.
Once again, similar strat here. Just drone over the top. See what they can garner. Know that they're
Hello
not
to
gonna
all,
be
how you
facing
doing, mate?
into an operator in this round. Hyunmin, in the meantime.
Oh,
Looking to maybe surprise them with his own. And he shall. Strikes and something gets taken out.
So I feel like 5 might be right for PRX.
nicely
Their
done.
attack was looking
The
nice.
element of surprise indeed paying off. Now Athen.
Just a solid double face in towards Wine and Main. Kills rewarded. This is maybe PRX going to, calling a timeout after this round, because for Forsaken and Kohibi, the call is going to have to be made. They're not looking to rotate over towards that A site. They're just going to be looking to hold on to their weapons. Whereas Flashback wants to try to be the thief in the night, to sneak in and take these out from right under their noses.
Let's see here. There's that utility.
I've lost on
in
A.
this
I mean, yeah,
spot.
it's lost Angels.
Out flashback, so it might be a little bit difficult. But again, these rounds coming from DRX. Gotta love the confidence, having the, challenge mid as well. Forsaken getting a frag against a flashback, but they'll definitely need some of these
The Liquid
exit
Academy?
frags, I suppose, for the
Yeah, I
next.
wonder
as,
when
DRX
everything, like,
already
gets
catching up. It's gonna be
announced.
even.
The Liquid Academy is pretty
Somewhat
nice.
concerning here for PaperX, considering how everything had
Obviously, I
developed.
can't say
but
anything,
it
but
feels like similar scenes to that Sunset where
Yeah.
you start getting a really solid read on your
Owen
opponent.
Bronson, thank you
Just go round
with the
over round.
$5 on YouTube. Appreciate that. Pick
Managed
Zuma
to
team.
Run it back. So Operator still just
Pick a
going to be
Zuma
out of
team.
reach here
NA
for PaperX
Duelists.
for the whole rest of this half, frankly.
Wait,
Unless they can take it out of Hyunmin's
dude,
cold
you've
dead
got so many
hands.
names next to it.
We're tied at 5-5. It's anyone's
Would I
half.
rather have... Basically, it's Oxy
Really interesting to see
Zek and
now.
Verno,
Paranoia,
Narrate,
both
Cryo.
flashes on the side of
or
A.
Kayak.
Let's see if they will challenge
Wu,
this.
Leo,
push a
Alpha
bit
Boo.
deeper. That Judge.
Depends, man.
Had the
Like,
opportunity, got
without being the
distracted a bit
biggest
there by
flamer,
the
I need to
turret.
see Kayak perform on LAN
Jingle
before I
wasn't
put him in
fully
any team.
anticipating actually spot flash back out into the open.
His LAN performance is... It needs to be there this year.
Some removal of that use.
So I would pick the Americas.
Trying to make
Plus
things
Verno's a
little
god.
bit more puzzling for their opponents as Drone will spot out the op. Something holding close with the Judge in hand.
Yomi's thinking about it.
Desperately waiting to see if anyone's going to push in, but only spotting out Tara puts a couple shots across, but seems very suspicious about this
Uh-oh.
potential positioning here.
Uh-oh.
Will the swing in? Judge now
Ah,
noted.
dude.
Done
This is
as well
a
though.
big, important
He'll
shot.
find the follow-up
What's
shot.
my flash like?
So in the end, a 1-for-1.
Flash is
As
good.
pop flash out, Tara gonna still be fully caught by that one. Ends up getting gunned down. Smattering of damage there with that Spectre in hand. Anthem gonna be on the floor. As
Yeah, I
soon as
think
able
I
to
would go
find
with
that,
the
but that's gonna be
Americas there,
reservoir.
Owen. I appreciate it. Thank you for the
Right
question.
there on the side itself. So still 4 players in the mix here for DRX. I'll check on the site. Means that Hunter's Fury not likely to be seen here in play. Realistically, for PaperX, how do you get yourself back into the site? It's going to have to come off the wall.
God,
back
like
here
so
for the shots.
close there.
Pulls the hair
Yeah,
off and
almost
eventually
got
is able to find
another.
one.
Doesn't know there's going to be another
Nice
player
shot.
there.
Weapon, jiggle peek out, and yep, okay. He hasn't been able to find one.
Damn, nice
Looks for
shot.
Kaibi. Ooh, hits the quick flick.
Yeah, I love these little crouch
4K
peeks that
with the op
Opps are
in
doing
hand.
now as well. They're
DRX
so hard to hit
having
once
the
they do
lead
these
now
peeks.
up to 6, running themselves back into this map, building up just brick by brick.
Yeah, it all
he
started.
did great this
It
round,
did
though.
feel like they were going to get a 2-kill start for the side of PaperX, but Hyunmin again, just so quick on the trigger. Really nice trades across the board, and again, really nice shots at the tail ends of that round. So, PaperX must be sweating a little bit here. They haven't dealt with the operator, the attacking operator just yet. They're unable to match it, but we'll have to see in this last round before the next half.
Okay, well, off to a hot start here for both sides.
Yeah.
Taking down one. Some
Dude, what is
punish
going
there.
on?
Meanwhile, Anthem
Everyone
guns
just
down
decided to
Jing
duel.
Tower, both going to be taken out as Forsaken falls. And suddenly,
Mate,
in the blink of an eye, something is the
10
last one
seconds
standing.
into the round and 4
just
defense people have
happened?
gone down.
The hell has occurred here?
Literally, we had 2 people
the bodies
dueling
are a little
from
bit
bottom mid. You
scattered
got one
on
trying
the
to
map.
op from short,
Let's see.
I guess. And a duel in B
Saber's
main.
popped, breaks down the door. Spike still not brought forward here into the site. Something needing to work. Some magic finds the first. Clears out of the smoke, spots one on the far side. Opts to just swing back, tucks back away, avoids the nano, avoids the recon.
Spike
Plant
planted.
now coming
Oh.
through, and oh, just a stray headshot through. We'll go ahead and bring any hope of
Knew
a
that he
clutch
would
to
try
it.
and time the molly, but didn't expect him to be there, but still got it because of the angle.
Now, first time.
Well, that was wild.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
That was
Like,
crazy.
as soon as the barriers fell,
That
DRX
was a
just
crazy,
went
crazy round.
ham.
Well, that's going to be the halftime. We'll see you guys on the other side of this one. See if PaperX can run it back.
It's a fever dream of a message. The Owens one. Oxy, Zakan, Varno, Narrate, Cryo. I mean, it's a stacked team. Honestly, if you change the duelist up there, Owen, I think I'd go for EMEA, but... Is 5 enough? It might be, yeah. Mitch the Fellow, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 25 months. Of course, man. Thank you very much.
All right, well, some insanity there on the back end of that first half. DRX get themselves out to a lead 7-5. Let's see what PRX has prepped here as they swap over onto the attack. Double duelist now on their side here. Something still red hot with that Reyna. Looking for a little bit more impact, though, from Jing on that Jet.
Yeah, this could be the time as they're going to be stacking up when it comes to utility. Once they do a fast execute, perhaps, but gotta be careful. It's gonna be a utility stack over here onto A. The approach is gonna be a tree attack.
Knife hits 2.
Got the flash.
Recon
Might
spots
have
1 on
been
short.
spotted as they see the
Probably
rotations.
heavy rotate. I mean, you would imagine there's too many
Rushing
people
forward,
here,
getting the
right?
damage there as the distraction on the alarm bell comes in. Cloudburst sent
Oh.
down. Jing able to find the first kill as Yomi stranded there in heaven. Ends up getting taken down. Kwaibi does well to find Athens.
Oh my goodness.
Flashback all going to be taken out. Hyunmin now is the
Respect.
last one standing. Can't quite line it up. Kills go the way PRX.
I mean, if they went all over towards site here, they actually lose this, no, for sure.
One round.
Because they would have just fast flooded.
Yep,
They would
the
have had
rush
4 heaven.
was indeed
1
rewarded
here.
for the side of PRX. It was just a paranoia.
I don't think
and
Flora
as
is going to
well
perform in
as
tier
the
1.
following
Pretty good.
frags attack onto
Like
heaven.
I
And
pretty
it
much
it just
compare
felt
her
very
like skill
calculated,
level
very
to
planned,
CNED.
very step by
Like
step.
2023,
And
2024
the
CNED.
execution was
Like,
primarily
somewhere in the middle of the pack
there
of the
as
duelists.
PRX Guardians on the hands of something, and some of the players
Moritz
as
with the
well.
Prime. Thank you for the
might see
imams.
a
Thank you,
repeat of
thank you.
that 4K or Ace, perhaps.
Standing ahead.
Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that.
Slow movements of smokes out across the map. DRX very quickly realizing what's going on, especially now that that 0 point comes in. Alerting to the presence of all. With just classics in play. Dealing damage, getting it thrifty. It's proved to be
Did they
damn
get
difficult
4
here
on
for
site?
They're all grouped
Up
up
on the
inside
corner.
the site. It's pretty scary.
Pick'ems?
if they
Yeah,
are
we'll do them at
able to
one
get
point.
in.
I'll probably do them after
Here's
Christmas
the
again.
question,
I
does
said
PRX
earlier.
realize that.
True.
The drone will, it's going to check in
4
towards
people on
Marcus.
site. They
Just
can
not
actually
looking
do
out there.
damage here.
Now the approach gets ready to come through near into the site, swing out of the corner. Something we've gone down one flashback, finds
Yeah, if the
singular
trades there
kill
are a
here.
little bit better, it's done.
Still have Hyunmin set up at boats. Athen now flush out. Tailwind over into the base of Jing. Happily collects the kill. 2 kills found, but weapons
Yeah,
can be
for a second,
picked
pick up
here.
one of the guns though, right?
Overall, not too bad from DRX, not too bad from PRX. We're tied up
Yeah,
at
they lost the
7-7.
gun. It's fine.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice attempt from the side of DRX as well to fully stack up in there. But PRX was definitely ready for
Nabil.
that
Nabil, yo.
ambush. PRX,
How we doing?
20 kills
On
for
Nabil,
something.
I guess 07 is
2
actually
more
what it
orbs
is.
to reach
I read that
Empress.
as Nabil.
Something has been
Yo.
deadly
With the
on
Prime.
this
Thank you so much.
Reyna,
Appreciate
as well
the
as
3
the
months as well,
Guardian.
dude.
It has been sufficient
Thank you
for
for
him to
doing
go
that, Nabil.
ham in most of these rounds.
Yeah, he's been pretty cracked with it here.
Crashies.
Yep.
Is Crashies Setter as Leo coming back, mate? I have no idea.
0 point.
The fact that they're signing
On to
Crashies,
at
Leo's probably
least
not here
Jing.
for at least the
He's only
first
one getting
quarter.
suppressed here. Doesn't tell him too much.
Your
In the
guess is
meantime,
as good as mine.
Something is on a bit of a.
If I was
slow
honestly going to guess at this
excursion
point, I
over
would say he's out
towards
for the
B.
year,
And
but
here's that Odin fires coming through, eats a bit of damage, and the opposite just back away.
I literally know nothing.
Here to try to reinforce alongside Yome. Fragment sent to try to slow things up. As Jing goes for the entry,
Damn,
up
that
and over
poor
the top,
duelist.
landing here on generator. pinning
Oh
out
my
on
goodness,
Athens.
he
The
played
timing there.
insane though.
He tries to
Double
push out the
smoked to
smoke.
himself.
It's
They had
just
the
so damn
recon to
unlucky for him.
enable.
Hyunmin's only able to peel away 1 elimination. As Ache going to be spotted, window broken, just backpedaling as quick as they possibly can with that Odin in hand. We'll be able to find 1 more, but in the end, it's going to be flashback.
Jing actually did
Still
great on
hiding
site,
out
by the way.
over towards B
So
site,
good.
just to try to stay alive and hold on to the weapon. PRX are going to gain the lead.
I think the
Nicely
recon
done.
enabled
It
him to
has
get the
been
first
that
kill though.
one shot, one try on the
And then
execute.
the recon
Once
got them
they're
the
in,
kill
it
at
does
door
feel like
and the
they have
kill back
full
site.
control, and things are just falling down like dominoes on the side of DRX. They're unable to sort of put a halt on them bulldozing through these sites. They're able to at least get the one before, Flashback's able to save his weapon. But at the end of the day, PRX, in a big lead, in the lead now this time.
Yeah, fantastic start to the half here for them. Bonus conversion and all. So now up by 1. DRX, no money realistically here to speak of. Flashback likely to be the one holding on to the rifle. We'll see if he passes it off to Gunman. But this is just a great crunch here from PRX, just storming the site, not allowing for DRX to ever get into any sort of position where they could recollect themselves and go for a concerted approach. They just pick them off one after the other. Looks like weapon will be passed over. Hyunmin obviously still a ways away from the knives here, so still want to have that duelist have the lion's share of the firepower.
Yeah, especially
One
now
hero gun.
he's being primed in position over here on some mid.
Oh
Who's gonna challenge
my
that?
God.
Worth.
Okay.
What was that?
Well, that's a hell of a way to start
That
things
was
off,
a
and
nice
that's why I
jump
guess you
peek
give
as
him
well.
the-
That wasn't
the
even like a
rifle.
bad
Yeah.
jump peek. We got to be pre-aiming that.
Take
There's
him
no
down
way
now.
we're not
No.
pre-aiming that.
KJ
I
Utah will
refuse
try
to
to worry
believe
about
that's
Athens. Still eats a bit
flick.
damage. Backpedaling here.
Jinx a lunatic.
Push coming through, though. They're just not ready for this timing.
That's
So
such
now,
a paper X round.
Gunman on the floor. Gets cleaned up. And
I mean, they took out
equalized
the
player
killjoy
count.
early
Numbers gonna
though,
be
so
popped
there
here
is
from
no
something.
alarm bot behind.
Wanted to maintain and stretch this lead as much as humanly possible. Flashback on this approach angle in from behind. Paranoia goes across, connects at least onto something. Is now Hunter's Fury opened up. Trying to see what he can get. Flashback
Nice
presence.
shot.
He is noted. Finds two before getting taken down. 2v2 as they try to
Damn,
regain
dude.
control of the
Imagine
side.
they win
Second
this
drags
still.
across. Finds Ache with the headshot, and Athen down to 45. It's not going to
Holy
be favored
hell,
here.
Forsaken did
Forsaken
unbelievable
swings
and
out,
so did
gets the 3K
something.
confirmed,
The Reyna
gets
actually saved
PRX
him
up
as
to
well.
9.
Crazy,
The
crazy
Reyna
stuff.
actually saved him with the
I mean, the fact that,
dismiss,
Kohai
Jenny.
was the one the first that
Shout out to
fell down, which
Forsaken,
left
yeah.
the flank pretty open after PaperX was able to get that spike down, but nonetheless, Jing being positioned very sneakily on top
Holy,
of Heaven.
who's this?
They're,
Too old.
they're able to
Too
get
old.
these trades for Forsaken.
Dude, too old.
Important
Hitting
2K
150
out of the
gifted as
clutch
well.
for Paper.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot.
Yes.
Too old, thank you
Alright.
so much. Thank you. Chat, let's get the
Forsaken's
oiler
having
slug
a
going.
whale of
If
a
you got
time.
gifted by too
Yeah.
old,
Seems
add him and say thank
7
you.
and 5. Steadily catching up here.
Thank you so much for that, dude. I appreciate that.
Wow,
7
up and over the
gifted
top,
right now,
Jing getting the spot
150
out.
altogether.
Flashback tucking back.
Wild
Completely
times,
blinded
man.
up there.
Thank you for the 7 gifted,
Being
dude.
revealed comes through, but
Appreciate all
he's
the
in a line of
support.
shots. Jing is able to mow him down with the knives.
You're a hero, man. Thank you.
Crazy
Spike
stuff.
planted.
Something. Thinking about it. Wants to push in front of the door. We'll see.
Toronto lead.
Something
Looking for the timing. Spots them both here into the corner. Finds one. Just dips
One bullet.
out all the way across market. Just
All you have to
dancing.
do is play time.
in front of
Surely
Yome
you
there.
don't go for the 1 bullet.
I think finding one. 3v4, but now Yome taken care of.
Damn,
Forsaken does get
save the
flashed,
kill.
but Kohibi has covering fire. They're just going to get the dart out. Looking for the kill. He's looking for the knife. Oh my goodness. Forsaken.
That's sick. You
Oh,
recon
doing it
behind.
dirty
Knew
here
that
to
he was in
Athens.
the smoke as well.
Saying, hey, welcome to VCT. Welcome to the Spotlight Series. Gets the knife to now bring the lead up to 3
was awesome.
rounds.
Crazy stuff. PaperX, we got something dancing across the board, going over an exit towards pizza. And Forsaken,
That's savage.
seen with a knife.
Yeah, who
He's,
said 5
falling
might
for
be
the
enough?
ceasefire so he
The
can
attack
get it.
sides are looking good.
Absolutely unbelievable. Well, Kenman flashed up here, looking to push the
Shot.
aggression. Gets the reset on the final
Whoa.
blade.
Oi,
Feels out. Oh,
nice,
the
bro.
updraft into the instant headshot. Looks like he's
Ah,
not done quite
that's
just
unlucky.
yet.
He
but
did
even
great,
with Forsaken
though.
down to 18 HP.
Look at the
can't quite
damage.
Make that final knife connect. Still, though, damage is dealt. Something Forsaken both tagged up. This is a great start, all the same here for DRX.
Nice shot.
Swing out into mid. Something gets his head taken off as Yome is able to find him with the Sheriff.
Nicely done by DRX to open this entire map for themselves, but Kohaibi making it winnable for PaperX.
And it is. Weapon still not recovered. The cut across. Okay,
Recon
actually
just
managed
came
to go
up.
ahead and
Might
pick up
actually
one
win a
vandal
match.
now in
Oh,
hand.
okay. Oh, it is.
Athen, however, still getting used, still getting value out of the Sheriff. And now, Kohaibi, the one to try to clutch it up. 5 HP on Athen. Could send the null command just to be able to get
Does
the
she
res
ever
here.
consider
Then she recovered
a
two
main?
weapons,
This early as well.
but is widely going to be relying on Ache on this flank to try to
Oh.
find the opening.
Oh,
The
hold
swing
up.
out position's going to be known. Recon, sent.
Ah, it's
Swings
unlucky.
forward. Actually, we'll be able to find the headshot. So DRX
It's nice.
keeping
Nicely
it
played though.
close,
Nice little
pulling
jiggle.
off a thrifty here. Is able once
Actually
again
had
bring
an
that
idea.
gap down to just 2
Megabyte, thank you so much as well
Crazy
for the
start.
100 bits.
I mean,
Thanks for doing that,
Hyunmin
dude.
with the massive 2K on the knives. Everybody was pretty much flashed onto B main. That gave avenue for that updraft. Really nice shots. It really allowed DRX
I mean,
to
this was an
take
absolute
this
play.
thrifty round
There was so much
away
damage
well.
done
It was
here as
pretty
well.
close, but at the end of the day, they really played their retakes right, with one coming from A main.
An operator now in hand here for Hyunmin. posted up, peeking in across the way. Something Forsaken nearby, but will be smoked off the angle. So immediately looks to reposition, likely wrapping around over towards
close.
bottom mid.
Deadlock? Yeah, Deadlock will get used loads. Deadlock's really good on the split.
Just jump peeking here for the squad. Lear goes out. And tries to go for the hospital flick, but something.
And I think Deadlock
will be able
can be
to
good
shut
on
down, gets the
binds as well,
headshot.
but this
Up,
whole
out on the floor.
this whole no Viper
DRX on the
comp
back
is
foot.
awful.
Hybe able to outdo just a little bit here against Yome. Continuing to swing forward.
Someone's gotta go
In
huge
position.
here.
We'll be able to find that punish, keeping things close. But they know that they have completely lost and conceded control of mid. Athen on this timing though gets the spot and something's not quite ready for it. And just like that, we're back into a 3v3.
So pretty close. Flashback might push this.
Forsaken was on top of that the whole
Forsaken.
time. Literally as soon as he meant
Waiting
to,
for
the
it,
fake
the
footsteps
to
is
try to
ready.
bait him across. Astara commits to the plan, dodges out that second Hunter's Fury pump, and
You're
jinxed
starting
up
to
into heaven.
see
That's off Athen.
like the no pings of the
Last one
Sova
standing, wide
ults.
swing attempt,
You're
does
seeing
find
way
the
more
headshot,
Sova
looks like
ults that are like
trying to
going
play this one
near
out.
the floor that have
Gotta
less
see
chance of
Forsaken
hitting
now
people.
position for the Hunter's Fury from far away.
Noise being made. Util in hand.
Okay, very
Team
nicely
ace.
done. Shout out to
Paper
Forsaken
X.
again. That kill was
Now
really
just
big.
2 rounds away from closing out a 2-0
I
series here
prefer
on the PRX.
Yeah,
Deadlock
ultimate's not even needed.
over
It was
Viper
carried
on
over
split.
for this round for that potential match point. But
I'm not saying
Kohibi
over.
winning that 1v1. Everything was pretty much scattered after,
I mean, maybe to be
mid-control was
honest,
pretty much,
more than I do on bind.
in shambles on the side of DRX. It was free reign
But
for
you have to have a
Jing
cypher
for the
if
rest
you're
to
doing that.
rotate from either catwalk and come from many, many different angles. And DRX,
I
they've
hate
got-
the
they
I hate the
don't look
Deadlock
best when
cypher
it comes-
comp
when
on
it comes
bind.
to economy, but they at least have a couple of thirsties in their pocket earlier.
Well, Jing is just wide swinging in, but he's setting up for the rest of the team to go
Oh,
ahead and
boy.
set up a shooting gallery.
Oh,
as
boy.
Kills are going to be found. And Yome just trying to find something.
about the A
before
pressure
that
of the Viper?
final
Oh, yeah, that's why you have
blast
to have
of
the
Hunter's
cypher,
Fury
right?
comes through, but cannot get anything
Ash,
to connect.
thank you. Is that bits as
Crazy
well?
stuff.
What is this? I think that
Barrier
is.
breaks, they just immediately pulled the trigger. Now
Yeah,
it's
that
just
is.
a
Thank you so much, Ash. I
person
didn't know this was a
retake
unicorn.
This time. It'll be difficult with a bunch of
Thank you
sheriffs
so
on
much.
the board.
It is bits too. I was like, I have no idea what that
Be
is.
some absolutely disgusting shots. We
so
know that the
much.
players are capable of it, but something just hounds it down.
Yeah, I mean, this has been
It's
so
zoned away as
dominant
the
on
paranoia
attack.
goes across, connecting here onto them, and now it's the rush coming through. Non-stop
Four
aggressive force here from
chances to
Paper X
2-0.
gets them up to match
They
point.
turned everything around, by the way. They really went for this.
It just happened instantly. It just all came together from A main. And at the end, it was just that raw firepower that Paper X just had much better on
You're
that round.
main, you've been
DRX
whiffing
has a-
ults recently because you can't ping.
has
yeah,
the gun round,
it's
they've
going
got-
to take a lot more like
They've
practice
got
for sure.
a couple of important ultimates
It's a big
on their
change for
back
Sova.
pocket to stop the onslaught of Paper X. But the biggest question is,
Will
would
they
it
go
be
for
enough?
a B rush? And there's 3 people here.
Will it be enough? 4 to try to run it back. Odin spray out at the start. Flashback getting tucked here at decent range. Still able to find 2 with the
Big
judge.
duel this.
Down here
Oh,
by
yeah,
Jing.
it's
This swing
doable.
forward, and I just
Very
getting the headshot
doable.
there onto Hyunmin. Not fast
Hey,
enough
that
to get the
rain of
tailwind out.
flash.
Gets caught in mid-transit.
That
In the meantime,
rain of flash,
Trying
though,
to stay tucked, trying to
through
stay
the
quiet.
wall all the way
Eventually
over
gets
towards
flushed out.
site.
We're now into the 2v2. The swing coming through. The KO on the floor.
Dude, he knows it's a fake
Tapping the
task.
res.
Be the-
Oh,
Yome
he
has
was
to be
just
the
going
one
to
to
spam
try
after.
to get them back into this one.
Love
So
that with the
suppressed,
double.
double face out.
Honestly,
4K
those
for Jing in the
3 played
final round
insane.
as Paper X will
Like,
get
Jinx has
themselves
taken
a
something played
2-0
insane.
victory
Tower
here.
had a really good first
bouncing
map
back
as well.
very nicely after the series yesterday.
Yeah, they look
no
completely
map
different.
threes
It's
just
literally
yet,
like someone told them the
Achilleos.
price
That
ball.
was such a convincing 2-0 into the series. And that,
now I would
that
probably
is
say that
set.
they're favorites
Look
to
at all
win.
these players just smiling and laughing after that victory for sure. It was very, very close. It felt really back and forth. But after the second half, this pure control from the side of Paper X.
Yeah, and it all starts from something. Gets the Guardian in hand, gets the Operator on this defending side. I mean, had that ace in the mix. Was just on an absolute tear, and did so well to just consistently keep DRX's economy in the dumps, not allowing for them to be able to afford any kind of weaponry. So the ability to fight back was always super limited from them in that first half. I think a decent effort again from DRX to try to run this one back, but just not
Okay,
quite
chat.
enough there from them.
I'm gonna go get
Everybody
some
on
food
PRX
then.
here today was
2-0
firing
is
on all
nice. Means
cylinders,
I can
which
maybe
is
go
great to
gym.
see,
So I'm
'cause,
gonna
you
go
know,
get
there
some
were
food.
slumps yesterday versus,
And I'll be back in time
Global
for the
ZETA.
next match, okay?
But this
Next
time
match,
around,
yeah. It shouldn't be too long.
everybody
It's
was really
online. It's
finding
not
their
like they
footing.
have to switch.
Yeah, especially in the second half.
It's not like they have
it
to switch
felt like they were just
PCs or anything.
practically everywhere. They can
What do they
try
get?
to execute
Prize pool?
either A or
It's
B.
20k
They
for
just come
fast.
running. They came
It's pretty good for
bulldozing through a
off-season
lot of
tournament.
these
Like
sites.
4 teams
Especially
invite.
once
That's
they were
nice.
able to break off, mid-control here, even through
Okay, I'll be back in a little
stacks of DRX members. Even though they read it really properly, PRX was just so ready for practically anything.
Yeah, and I think DRX with some of the new players coming in, let alone like the swaps happening here as well with Yome and whatnot coming through. They've been trying to up aggression themselves, but I still think that for a lot of these players, they're not used to the level of chaos
Right.
that PRX brings to the table. So aggression's one thing, but when it's as chaotic as it is in the hands of PRX, that's something that's going to take a while to try and get used to. You can see the first kills very even between the two teams. DRX was able to find a decent amount of early value, just couldn't quite always convert that into those round wins.
Yeah, it felt like also it was the battle of this, two operator players. You've got Hyunmin, you've got something, whether it was attacking or defending, you managed to see, especially Hyunmin try his best on that very expensive buy. But at the end of the day, we managed to see, the early ace from something, a lot of these first bloods from that Reyna player as well. And it really converted to a lot of these really key victories on some of these rounds.
Yeah, so very nicely done here from PRX. I think that's going to be a very good feeling after suffering that 0-2 loss. So now kind of able to bounce back, equalize the count, and get themselves into a much better position in this tournament. Because a reminder, it is just this huge round robin. So suffering 2 losses, that's going to be something that's going to be fairly catastrophic for your odds and being able to make it into that grand final. So with a victory like this, having it be as decisive as it was, that's going to be a big boon for PRX to potentially get a crack in that best of 5. But 362 ACS drop here from the side of something. He and Hyunmin going back and forth, racking up these first kills. But something just had the better of him pretty much across the board. Honestly, I'm surprised that Jing and Forsaken were able to keep pace with him as closely as they did, just because it felt like, especially in that first half, something was kind of absorbing every single elimination for the team.
Yeah, definitely. If he wasn't on the operator getting a lot of these multi-frags, he wasn't that guardian coming off from some of the early rounds of the first and the second half, really maximizing a lot of these very crazy one taps, if you will, on for something. So really good performance, really amazing performance, and I'm sure they're happy about that, just as you said, after coming off of that loss yesterday.
Yeah, they're bound to be. 95% kill assist rate as well on the Reyna. Just something, like I said, like he was ever present. He was the one who was just the raid boss for them there in that first half, and then he was always involved, if not, still coming up with kills himself in that second. So a very big performance here from PRX, and that puts that much more pressure on DRX for the future days, because they find themselves now also tied 1-1, want to be able to try to separate away from PRX to get themselves in that grand final. But we're going to have a little player interview here from our winners, and I believe that we have Jing standing by. So we'll get to go ahead and ask some questions to him. So, Jing, how's it going, my friend? It's been a long time.
Hi. Hello. I'm good,
Hey,
I'm good.
Jing.
Well,
Hello.
well, that's good to hear. So yesterday you guys had a little bit of a rockier start. That Ascent didn't quite go your way, especially versus Global ZEPTO. What was different for you guys today? What adjustments do you make aside from the comp? Or do you think it was really just adding the Reyna back in that made this a lot easier for you?
Honestly, we didn't really do anything different. I feel like yesterday we just kind of got snowballed. So yeah, but today we just played as usual and it was alright. But I think the comp change made a big difference.
So maybe just a little bit of an off day there, but okay. I like it. You guys are looking red hot. I love the Reyna adjustment coming through as well. It was looking solid. And we get to see you on Jet, which is something that we don't get to see very often at all.
Yep. I mean, we just kind of wanted to play whatever we wanted to play. Like we're just playing for fun, so we just play like whatever comp we wanted.
That's really great to hear. Actually, I'm really curious how the comms are like? Is it, well, how's the mood? Is it just a lot of giggling, laughing, or is it a bit more of like serious?
I think it's like a mix of both. I mean, of course, we are playing for fun, but we also want to win. So yeah, but I think mostly we're like having fun and just chilling. So yep.
I see.
How's it been getting ready for the tournament? You know, because obviously it's kind of first like mixed gendered tournament and whatnot. How is that getting together with the other players and just kind of finding a groove with them? Because we know Paper X, like the VCT, Paper X team. You guys are always vibing with one another. How quickly was that able to develop with the new players coming in?
I mean, honestly, we didn't even speak to like the other players until like 30 minutes before our game. And like before the game, I mean, we didn't really prepare because this tournament is like kind of a fun. And like we are
Mhm.
having, I mean, me, Jason, and Ilya are having our break right now. So yeah, I mean, I was mostly playing Marvel Rivals. So yep.
Okay. Well, it seems like everything's gotten. You guys have gotten together with the cohesion and the vibes
Yeah.
pretty good because every time we got to see you on the cams, it was good times, especially from the coaching side, which I guess is kind of the next question, because we know that Coach Alex is also on a bit of a break during this tournament. He's over like skiing, I think, in Hokkaido, Japan.
Oh, wow.
After the series yesterday, did he happen to like call you guys up and be like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?" Or has he just been off the books?
I think he didn't really say much, but the only thing I remember was him laughing at me because I missed my race out. Yep, that's it.
So he's still paying attention, but
I mean,
he's
he
not
watched like a little
is
bit, I guess.
overbearing here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Has it been having JD Faker kind of be the one there with the being, the one involved there?
I mean, he said that he wants to be the total opposite of Alex, so he said he's going to be the calmest coach ever.
Wow.
That's excellent. Riku, you have anything else here?
Well, I mean, any message to like your future opponents for the next? What is your mindset again, or and that?
I mean, just hopefully we have fun and good games, and hopefully like the viewers enjoy our games.
Awesome.
Well,
Thank
I think
you.
that we absolutely will. We enjoyed this one very, very much. So looking forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. But thank you, Jing, for joining us. Congratulations on the win. And we'll see what more stuff you have prepared for us in the future. Maybe some more crazy comps since you can get away with it with Alex not being here. So thank you for joining us.
Yep. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Talk to you soon. Oh, boy. Well, it's about what we expected.
Yeah.
Just, we're going to come in. We're going to have fun. We're doing crazy stuff because we can.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna all take turns playing the jet. That's definitely going to be a rotation for sure.
I think that would be sick, especially if they can continue getting wins like that. So hey, let's go ahead and pass it over to the next player. Let's get Tower playing Jet. Let's get Kohibi playing Jet. Why not? I don't know. But that's our first series done and dusted. We have another one coming up here in just a bit. We're going to go to a quick little break, and when we come back, we'll get into that. So don't go anywhere.
Since that one time I accidentally saw you in the nude. This way I'm trying not to be rude. Please believe me, I'm not this is happening. Wish I could just get you off my mood, but you just pop back into my head every time. Say what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing to me. Everybody knows that I can hide it, can't deny it. It's so obvious, yeah, it's plain to see. But you seem like you don't know what's going on. Just in case, apologize if I'm coming on strong. Yeah, what you doing to me? What you doing to me? My heart beats faster every time I see you. The way you move, the way you talk, and the way you eat your food. How is it possible that you're so attached? At this point, I do everything for you. Wish I could just get you off my mind, but you just pop back into my head every time. Say what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing to me. Everybody knows that I can hide it, can't deny it. It's so obvious, yeah, it's plain to see. But you seem like you don't know what's going on. Just in case, apologize if I'm coming on strong. And what you doing to me? What you doing to me? What you doing to me? What you doing to me?
ready to flex, we're ready to rock. Headed to the top, we got next. Can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next. Number one, numero uno. Front page in the news, yeah, now you know. For the win, blood, sweat, tears in the gym. Harder than the rest. Where should I begin? From a little youth, I had a burning desire to be the best. Get no one out my fire. Told me I would lose, that man was a liar. Look at me now, to the top, climb higher. Skyrocket to the top, can't stop it. Must be off your rocker, thinking you gon' stop her. We gon' keep winning, how you gon' knock her? Y'all gon' be sick, no doctors. You better recognize who the winners is. We got next, we ready to flex. We're ready to rock.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time to go into our second series here of the evening. If you missed out on the first one, you missed out on PRX having a pretty dominant victory 2-0 over the likes of DRX. Riku, that third map still evading us, but perhaps this next series can deliver.
Yeah, it's going to be another spicy one indeed. I mean, we've got, Global ZETA, on the other hand, from yesterday, was able to score a 2-0 victory against PRX. It was incredibly dominating, especially Ascent. They're going up against ZETA Division as well, who has yet to score a point. So I'm really looking forward to this series because everyone has a piece of the pie already.
No, they very do. But a victory here for Global ZETA would set them apart from everybody else. They'd be the only team to move up 2-0 in series. And pretty much, go ahead and bank their spot over in that grand final. So this is going to be a very big one for them to try to find success. We'll go ahead and zoom in on the players, though, as everybody was firing on all cylinders in that matchup yesterday versus PRX. You got Alexi, Neri, Kelly S, Crystal, as well as Poppy. And good God, I mean, Poppy on that first map especially was just clicking heads. Coming into this roster saying, like, yeah, we definitely deserve to be here in Tier 1. We deserve to be here in this Spotlight series. And this is going to be, I think, a big challenge for the side of ZETA, who in their own right did have some strong performances. But right now, Global ZETA just look to be a bit of a cut above the rest.
Yeah, definitely one of the favorites coming into this tournament for sure. And of course, we cannot forget, of course, you got Poppy from Naos, you've got Kelly S from Oasis as well, and Neri Alexi from ZETA that had, such a strong dynamic and duoship when it comes to Game Changers specific. And of course, you can't forget about Crystal. Crystal's performance yesterday. You mentioned he seemed like this raid boss, especially on Ascent. So this is something definitely ZETA Division. I'm sure they would like to pick Ascent later on. But as we take a look at the player spotlight, ooh, I want to face PRX. I've been following them for a long time and I want to challenge them and be challenged by them, said by Kelly.
Well,
I love this.
I would say in the first half of Split, they got their wish, but they certainly were able to challenge PRX considerably, considering just how easy that second map was. I mean, 13-2, there's no other real way to slice it. Was able to take them down. We'll see how that's going to fare, of course, in the 2025 season, but we're still a ways away from that. But we can take a closer look here at Kelly S. So if you want to go ahead and absorb some of these, some of the tech that they use, their settings as well, to try to replicate these performances, then by all means, get to it. But, Kelly S coming into this one looking very, very strong, and is the IGL for Global, which I think surprised a lot of people as this roster was getting pieced together in the offseason, because a lot of people would expect that it was going to be Crystal, given his previous calling for the likes of Scars. But, we suspect that there's going to be a decent amount of side calling coming through from Crystal's side as well. So likely going to be a nice combination of two great minds.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially Kelly S pretty much has made a lot of impact in several different roles. But as we take a look at ZETA Division, their opponents, Honey Bunny, Kira, Leafy Dot, Akko, and Serena. Can't forget about Akko. Akko's iconic Falcon Punch from Game Changers. Can't forget about that one.
As well as Serena with the face zoom in after mowing down like 4 people on Ascent B. Just as they try to spill out into the site, and just has a ghost in a hand and just kills 4 of them. Some great moments from both of those players over at Game Changers. Had that insane run. Now, Serena was, for me, of course, the highlight of yesterday, was putting up incredible performances, having damn near like back-to-back clutches, I want to say, almost getting like the ace with that Sheriff on Haven, and then going into the next round and still just putting up fantastic figures the whole way throughout.
Right, champ. Hold on.
And of course, for the rest of Zeta Division, a lot of the academy players coming in to represent.
Pretty
the
good
squad here and
timing.
get some
I mean,
more
chat,
reps
this is going to be a
under their
2-0
belt.
as well, right?
Yeah. So again, just I mean, they were able to show a bit of light when they went up against DRX, but it was definitely not enough as it ended in a 0-2. So they definitely, you know, similarly from a PRX standpoint, they're definitely here to get the score on the board. So is Leafy Dot being that player spotlight over here, and he is going to be the IGL for
Did
Zeta
DRX
Division.
play insane yesterday? Was
Yeah, and I
Zeta
think
bad?
that this is, you
No,
know,
Zeta
one of those
looked pretty
players who's gonna
bad
be undergoing
on
a
this.
lot more
It's just,
pressure,
I mean,
a
they
lot
just
more
filled their
stress
academy
compared to some of the
team.
others, because not only
It's
is
just
he
a skill
kind of,
def.
you know, an academy team player, but is also coming in as that IGL alongside the rest of the academy players to try to, you know, just paint them in as strong of a light as humanly possible. And I think that we were starting to kind of see those machinations coming to fruition for Zeta yesterday. It was just a little bit too late to be able to find the wins. But clearly there is a very good head on the shoulders.
VOD
here for
stuff,
Lucky
why what
Dot.
happened, sure.
But how is that going to stack against two IGLs that have been playing for a very long time in Kelly S as well as Crystal on the opposite side? Because
I'm telling you, the
Global
YouTube
Zipto
VOD only
is
makes like
looking incredible. So this is going to be a big
$4
tester
anyway,
here
man. It
for Lucky Dot.
doesn't change much.
That's true. It is. Oh, there you go.
They were
Kira
blasting
this
the
time
music.
around.
I mean, that's fine.
It is featured, and well, favorite weapon, Vandal. Understandable.
I don't disagree.
You listen to some music?
Vandal
Okay.
users, go away.
Well,
Vandal supremacy.
It is what it is.
All the time.
For those,
I mean,
for
we
those,
don't have
I'm
Breeze in the
not,
mix, and
I'm
now
not shading
Phantom
it.
at range is also
I'm
a
just
bit
saying it's
stronger,
not
so
the
I
end
think
of the
we're
world.
Seeing a bit more Phantom coming to the fold, but I'd be curious to see what the statistics look like after those changes, you know, throughout the 2025 season, see if Vandal, you know, if Phantom is going to end up overtaking it, or if Vandal will be able to reign supreme. But so all my other Vandal users out there, keep up the good work. Phantom users, down with them.
Sorry.
But not, I mean, but not as much as people who use, like, you know, the Odin, though. If you use the Odin, stop.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Dude, Achilles hates the Odin so
I'm
much.
sick and tired of this gun. Like, everyone knows it. If you just are just using it to spray through walls and kill people, I don't think that that's engaging gameplay. If you use it like art on DFM, though, then, you know, we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. True. True.
I respect
Very
that.
valid, Achilles. Very
I
valid.
think that's fair.
I'm just very jaded after all of these years of covering VCT that the Odin has not really undergone any kind of super
True.
significant nerf, and that the walls on Lotus are still absolutely just paper thin. But maybe that'll get changed now that it's out of the rotation. We'll have to just wait and see if there's going to be any.
You can see he's visibly
Whether or not
angry
any of the
talking about it.
players
It's
here in
incredible.
this, matchup are going to end up bringing Odins through. 'Cause
What's
in
up,
the
Riff?
first
How we doing?
series, we got
It's
a
been
little
harmed by
bit
the
of it
Odin?
there
Yeah,
on
it
a
looks
sense.
like it.
Still a pretty standard map to see that Odin come through. But it wasn't too much. It didn't feel like it was being abused as this super strong
Yeah.
weapon.
A
So
day one
looking forward to that first
Odinator?
series,
Yeah,
looking forward
he's
to
been on
finding
it for a while,
the
to be fair
limited
to him.
Odin use that we got to see.
Yeah, it did feel like a lot of the action was going through mid to market, or everything else is just going to be going through A, and all the action there. So perhaps that is probably the reason why. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this series is going to go. I will not be surprised if we're going to be seeing another Ascent, although Zeta Division should think twice a little after seeing that 13-2 global ZEPTO performance against PRX.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that if this was VCT, you know, 2025 Zeta
Yeah.
Division, Ascent, probably something that they would very much love to go to.
Yeah.
But given how Global ZEPTO looked on that one, I think it has to be a first round ban. I think that Global would snatch it up in a heartbeat if it's left available in that first round. So I'm curious to see what that map draft does end up looking like as we wait to
Is
get
it cut
over to
down
it.
2 LMGs to 1 in
But
CSGO?
For Global, I think right now you got to be feeling like you're on top of the world here in this
Oh,
tournament.
yeah, they
You
used to
gotta
have
be
2 in
feeling
that
pretty
game. You're
confident
right.
About whatever comes your way. Because they got the 2-0, we don't really know what.
I mean, the Ares is
the
okay in
squad are
this
going to
game.
be, and the maps that they would like to avoid. You know, what is going to be the less practiced thing? Like, we have actually no clue at the moment what that's going to look like. So I think right now they have pretty free reign coming into this, and can just kind of sit back and watch what Zeta Division would like to do, and then just kind of respond to it, because they should overall be feeling very strong right now.
Yeah, they should feel absolutely.
That 1 week,
100%
yeah, but they
confident coming into
fast
this
fixed
series,
that
which makes me
pretty
wonder if Ascent
rapidly.
is something that would make you feel comfortable. What would be the polar opposite of Ascent? Would it be Abyss?
Chat, you know
Because
this
I remember
Marvel
Zeta
Rivals
Division
game or Marvel
back in
Heroes, whatever
Game
it's called.
Changers, They did really
Is this
well.
esports or is it literally just a pub game?
I would suspect, yeah, maybe Abyss is kind of,
Yeah.
the opposite there. We see a lot of different iterations on compositions, whereas Ascent, you see very few offshoots. I feel like a lot of teams do have their own unique identity when it comes down to Abyss, so that's probably the best one that we have right now.
It could be.
Mm-hmm.
Who made it? Who made the game?
Horizon, though, coming back in, that could end up maybe also being a team or a map where teams are going to.
They would try esports, but it's just a pub game.
Regarding how their comps operate, because I mean, Neon used to be kind of like the dominant duelist on that map, then underwent some changes, got super giga buffed, and now is getting reeled back a little bit. So I have no clue if Neon is still going to be the fracture meta, if the nerfs are.
It would be like Overwatch esports. Yeah, but Overwatch esports could have been good again. They just
on, like, Raze, but, like,
they
this
just had the
chamber
wrong
coming back
people
to
behind the
play,
game.
The Killjoy, that kind of stuff. Like that is an interesting.
Net
little, like, kind of
Ease.
thought
I've never heard of these
experiment,
guys.
Figuring out like what comps are going to look like. But it looks like the veto is ready. So let's go ahead and get ready to take a look. Looks like Global ZEPTO just going to be banning away Sunset, the split that Zeta got to see Global play and run back.
Back-to-back
He's gonna be
Ascents.
banned away, but that Ascent is open, so Global ZEPTO will snatch it up in a heartbeat.
Wow, yeah, it is going to be understandable to pick up Ascent, but Haven over here, I
They've
mean,
mostly
this was
made
the Zeta
mobile
pick,
games in the past.
yesterday
Okay.
as well, as we get to see another Respect Abyss. Bide is going to be our final map of this BO3. I'm really excited for finally going to see a map number 3 here, Achilles. But the pattern feels like it's going to a certain direction, at least for now.
It does. Maybe with that first series kind of out of the way and the strong performances we got to see from Zeta, maybe they can come into that Haven and really
Probably a
upset,
map 3.
Global ZEPTO, but right
I don't
now,
know, dude. I
it
think
was
GE
feeling
just
like
tuned
that
on this.
first series, DRX PRX, was going to be the one today that would end up going the distance, and it didn't. So now I'm a little bit more concerned about being able to see Bind. But this also means that Zeta had time to kind of sit back, watch that Ascent, see how Global ZEPTO likes to rotate around the map, how they like to poke and prod and get their information. So if they have been able to put up a concise game plan, and if the players can come in just a little bit more fired up off the rip, who knows what could happen? Because this is, I mean, this tournament, as in Jing's words,
Yeah,
this
suddenly those
tournament
things are
is
unreal.
for fun.
Yeah.
Yes, there's prize on the line, but ultimately,
Or just like the
it's just about
oversized
showing off these
hoodies.
talents and just having a fun time with them here across these 4 days of play.
They're basically just a blanket.
So I think that if you're Zeta Division, it's going to be even easier to be able to just go ahead and kind of shrug off that loss from yesterday because there's not.
First
too
time you've
high
been
of
excited for the
stakes
GE
here.
roster? Yeah,
But
it's
we
the
have both
it's
opted
the
to go
best.
for Global ZEPTO
It's the best
because
GE roster
they
we've
just looked
seen.
so damn good yesterday.
Yeah, they just look
It
so
should
good. They just look so
perform
clean.
the best
they
we've
are
seen.
just
But I mean, the
oozing
bar's
with
pretty low.
confidence. It does feel like every single
The
player
results
can definitely
wise
pull off
should
a
be
high clip moment.
better.
So yeah,
Who's your one player? to
You're
watch
at
right now
least
that you're
getting
gonna
a
have your eyes on
playoffs, you would
going
imagine.
dog, Kelly S.
Kelly S?
Yeah.
Okay. For me, it's going to be Crystal again. That was a really nice ace from on the Sheriff. And then, of course, Serena Akko there on Zeta Division. Let's
Maybe
go
when your
ahead
arms are
and
warm,
get
you're going to be
this
as bad as
second
the league.
series
Okay.
underway.
I like it. Positive attitude.
In global esports.
Oh my goodness, I forgot how loud that is. Chad, I'm not even going to turn down the sound.
Zeta Division.
It's loud, don't it?
Alrighty, and there are our rosters, and here is our agent selection. We're going to get some Deadlock v Deadlock. Honey Bunny coming out with the Neon here on Ascent. Otherwise, I mean, some pretty key differences here between the squads. Just going to be
Deadlock.
that Cypher Silva Deadlock. But
Deadlock comp, double
different
Deadlock
thoughts here as
comp.
far as the controllers are concerned, as well
Is
as
everyone
the
going to
duelist.
just run fast strats?
Yeah, this is looking to be a very, very exciting match. It is a completely fresh composition for both Global and Zeta. And I'm just really excited to see that both Deadlock versus Deadlock matchup. But most importantly
Looking
as
back at
well,
the first year, it's crazy they didn't do
Astra
better.
coming
Texture Monya on one
right
team.
in over
The
here
OGE
onto
roster? Yeah, that's
Ascent.
true.
Anything can happen, but of course, you know, we get to see a lot of these lovely faces on
That's
the
it.
screen.
I mean,
they're raring to
that
go.
kind of made me think the
Just,
texture wasn't
having
as
their
good.
game faces
That was one of the big reasons that I
Feel
wasn't
it.
that hyped up on Gen
Clearly
G when they
subscribing
formed.
to the Fnatic
Because Meteor
stretching
didn't perform
regimen,
that well, Munchkin
that
didn't
they
perform that well,
Love to do.
and then
Maybe
Texture
even
didn't
got to
also.
watch Fnatic over at Riot 1.
Oh,
Just,
true.
last week might have been there in
And
the
then,
audience to go
oh,
ahead.
turns
and
out if you switch
check
some
them out.
roles,
I
they're
know they had
incredible.
The entire audience
Okay,
going along with
Zeta
them
on defense.
doing the stretches, but here we go. Zeta
GEXP.
first on the defense. Barriers getting ready to drop. Crystal, Sheriff in hand.
GEXP on
A lot
attack.
of stars already pretty much set up the crevices of mid.
And I'm thinking GE are
Raring
just
to
gonna
already make the
outduel.
cross.
Like I think it's just gonna be a name diff.
We'll see.
That's what we saw
Leafy Dot's already
yesterday.
there.
Wait, where's
Wait.
Bro? That looks like a LAN. Damn, is that what his home setup looks like?
It's
like he's at an event.
Jiggle spots out.
Look at this.
Least onto an area there. So continue to slow creep up. Alexi trying to poke and prod their way in towards B main.
Oh my
Just
goodness,
taking a
they've been
bit of
so
damage
owned by
down
this
to
camera.
68. 40 in hand. We'll be able to go ahead and confirm the kill.
Down. Defender
Just going to be
spawn.
taken down. Honestly, not spawning out much there. And they're just going to be backing off as the ghosts get swapped out. Anybody giving themselves a better weapon at range.
Nicely
Yeah, they have
done.
no idea how they, with this on
Respecting
top
that
of it, the
Bucky.
camera wrecked them here.
And they slowly will creep onto that, but there is a sonic
ahead.
trap over there, so gotta be careful.
Wait, fake? Wait, what are we actually planning to do here with the Sova? We're actually gonna lock? I'm so confused.
They're
No,
on
okay, we're
guard.
going back.
30
I was gonna say,
seconds
it
left
felt
here.
like a fake A, but then
Still
because
gonna be this double
the
approach, though, is
Astra
just
was
puts
over
themselves in
towards
great
main.
Position, waiting for the catch
Big
here.
Joe.
Serena about to
Nice
make
shot.
first contact. Swing, and Serena wins out the fight. Lexi at the same time, though, able to find Akos, which is just going to be a trade on the Sovas.
Still very doable.
Clear
Let's
advantage,
see
though,
where the
here
Astra
for Zeta
goes.
Division. The spike gets brought forward into B, planted just in front of boats with 11 seconds to
Astra
spare.
goes main? Maybe.
You do have that
They got
grab net
Omen, Flash,
retake.
Omen, Smoke. Like, they should be
Yeah,
fine
they've
for the
got
retake, but
Paranoia
again,
as well at the
I
ready,
do think
so
there is
this looks
a
like
name
a
diff
Zeta
going on.
really clean possible retake.
Be checking in from behind as the smokes come through. Paranoia goes across. Footsteps going to be heard here. Poppy going to try to relay
Last
this.
player
Alexi able to find
standing.
one before getting taken down.
Wow.
Now it's going to be Poppy all on his lonesome.
Pretty rough now. Got no stars for this as well.
Sat back. Here's the tap. Don't have a star set up to try to go for the grab. Well, just has to go for the swing. Manages to get them off the spike diffuse before it gets held to half. Swings back out, just trying to
Oh
isolate.
boy.
Gets the
One
diffuser.
bullet. Literally one bullet.
One
No extra
bullet left
bullet.
for the ghost.
No
Nothing.
way.
On the
There we go.
follow-up, and the final shot will connect.
Dude, he
Poppy
used
gets
all
it
of his
done
bullets.
again. The clutch comes through.
Respect,
survives
son.
around.
Big 1v3.
Gets Global ZEPTO the pistol round win against the player advantage there.
They missed out on the half there.
You gotta
Yeah, they
love
had
the
to tank
camera
the half
works
at
as well.
least.
After that one
That second tap
shot
goes in, you
bullet,
realize it hasn't been halved, and you
clutching
got a
for the
kill. Oh my
squad,
goodness.
he stared at the camera right after. Did a little bit of a stare down. So Poppy really enjoying his time here. It's just round number 1, and he already has able to get that 3v1 clutch.
Shadows traveling.
He's good, yeah. I mean, he's been great this event. He has
Not
just been
looking for
aim
any
diff
kind
in
of
everyone,
stack
like I
death
said.
ball. As anybody on that jiggle peak, no, it doesn't
But I
want to
mean,
go for it again.
he was aim diff in Paper X
Should have identified the
yesterday.
outlaw on the opposite side, so wisely does stay tucked back. In the meantime, ASAC has been
Shall we send? This can go up slightly?
evacuated by Zeta.
Let's go fully.
That's exactly where Global ZEPTO have their eyes set to.
It's the right
Just
read.
taking their time, not wanting to get caught off guard.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit of a difficult retake.
Well,
It's,
we picked the right
it's a
site.
lot of decked out weapons. Kelly S for the hero rifle. It's a very good read for the side of Global ZEPTO.
Just out of the Crystal, and that should tell them all they need to know. Does manage to find a headshot as a parting gift.
Standing ahead.
Crystal going to be knocked down to 59 HP, but trying to get the reapproach here onto the site's going to still prove to be very difficult. And Aries able to find one. Serena finishing off the enemy Sova there at the very end. As sprint forward. Lexi able to just backpedal. Shuts down Honey Bunny. He's not able to find too much there with the shotgun. Second kill. As now on their lonesome. Just
He had a buyout.
Gonna have to try
Wait,
to make
what
the
team was he in
decision.
before,
Do I hunt
chat?
for a kill, or do I just wait for the spike to explode? Looks like Alexi's not going to give them the decision. They'll force it out of him. And that's going to be a 2-0 start. One casualty here. As Global ZETA will move up 2-0 to start.
Nicely done. Lots of kills across the board. Alexi and as well as Neri. Getting a lot of frags off of that round, building up to their important ultimates. And, well, it was an eco. A valiant eco for the side of ZETA. Now this is the real deal. The real guns. So far, you've got
no joke. If they don't win this, it's
and a couple of impact
gonna be really
frags, so we haven't
one-sided.
really seen that translate into anything just yet. Maybe this is the time.
Flight.
As it is a stack onto B. And mid is pretty bit 45 with that tripwire.
For now, I believe being hit by Crystal. Hasn't opened up with much. Now is going to try to go ahead and counter spray them out.
This is pretty cool.
Crystal getting caught. A great
Trap
little
play with
here
the
set from ZETA. As Kelly S.
try play with the cam, Omen flash into send it with a neon.
It's not going to happen. It's a very solid aggression here. Off
Yeah,
the
we
rip
got a
from
nice
ZETA.
little trap
Get
play.
Rewarded with 2. Look very well poised to play this anti-bonus out to success.
It's gonna take a few
Dude,
days.
look how tanky this thing
Ready
is.
to gone.
Yeah, she shoot it early like that.
Oop.
Dude, the stun wrecking the dash. We get to see it come more into play.
Canary taken down. Shock
The
dart
duelists are gonna have
at the feet of Kelly S.
not as fun a time.
Down to 81.
Maybe we see more raises for a
Push
little
forward,
bit.
should still be able to go ahead and get the plant through, but defending the spike from here.
Because the
gonna be nigh
Vice trips do
impossible
that
for
as
Global
well
ZETA.
now,
What's the
right?
Game plan looks like.
Which is pretty big.
30
A little bit of a
seconds
setup
left.
first. Sonic sensors coming through, wanting to still try to turn this around on the 2v5. Quick little dash over, just baiting out the trap. Plant now held.
Well, it's about damage.
Tucked away. Has been an absolute
Sure.
demon. We'll be able to find just the one
Very clean
elimination.
for ZETA.
Not a flawless, but still damn clean here. ZETA Division get themselves on the board, not allowing for that.
More raise, you say?
conversion
Yeah,
to
I think
come
so. Maybe.
Yeah, they were definitely rewarded off of that very aggressive early attack, early aggression onto B main.
Do you think they should make it so that you
They
can't
got
jump
2,
peek
and
a
it
Vice
just
wall?
made
No,
things so
dude,
much
that would be
harder.
the most
The
mental
barrier
thing ever
mesh
if you
as
couldn't do
well.
that.
The stack near tree was just so
Also, I don't know how they would
challenging
make
for
it
ZETA,
so
or rather
it does
for
that.
Global ZETA to do anything after
I
that.
don't know how you
They
would-
get rewarded
how you would do
as
that.
well. Look at this from Honey Bunny and as well as Kira. Really nicely done.
Vice is in a
The
pretty good
rest is
spot.
pretty much history.
Again, it's like
They're able to get
it's relatively
overdrive as well
easy
off
to
of
anti,
that,
but I
including
strongly think you get
that mineral
the
theft as well, which will
strongly
be
think you
incredibly
get the
helpful
win
to
if you
even out the
don't have
numbers
a
here in
demo.
both of these gun rounds.
Over there.
and like even some teams like NRG have used it the best the second time round where they're making you think a little bit as to where it actually is.
Goes out, peeking in towards Cat. Nothing spotted there.
Cover going out.
Still presence here from ZETA. Can occupy over at main. Puppy Chulo on the opposite side.
I mean, big buy round at
Tucked
least
back,
for
waiting to see
GE.
if there's going to be any aggressive push out. In the meantime, we have a 3-player push from Global ZETA, taking space here in mid.
Dude, they're wrecking them with this cam.
That camera,
Are noted by Serena.
yeah, that's definitely the second time that camera has been incredibly useful. Looking at mid, they can give up space off of that. They can play it off with Honey Bunny being a bit more
this is
aggressive
at least nice,
if they
though.
want to onto mid.
They get info.
But information, they'll be happy about that.
The camera's up, so they can now create pressure over towards middle.
Cam cleared out. A noise
What is this
high.
trip? Wait, that
Set up
trip's
here
pretty
from
strong.
Puppy Chulo. Recon goes
Might
across.
work,
Does
yeah.
get the ping out here onto Serena. Just trying to
Oh, that trip is really strong.
Tripwire gets a slow.
They're
but
getting a
Serena
lot
able to
for the
strike, and they're gonna be taken down.
Cypher setups, right?
Global ZETA, though, running the clock. Are going to have to be committed here towards this site. Kilias rushing forward, able to find one. Serena going to be taken down 2 still here at boats. Trying to
One more
stabilize
back
the
to site.
swing. Can't quite make it happen. Does end up falling, but Lexi and Poppy still picking up the slack here. Mineral theft. Getting the reveal, the plant coming in. The pings out, the swing out. Dot trying to find
I mean,
one.
yeah,
Is
it's
able to make
rough.
it happen, but now leaving Killa on his lonesome. 1v2, Crystal, Poppy. Spread out here on the site. Recon back available for Crystal. Shock darts as well. If he gets a sense of Killa's position, just try to flush him out or chip away at him. They miss each other. Drift back in. Head going to be spotted. Now they know. Paranoia going to be sent, but
You gotta live out much of the time in the swing.
Able to go ahead and strike. And And that's going to be Global ZETA maintaining the lead, getting all the weapons out of the hands of ZETA.
Yeah, great patience from Global ZETA there, especially
The trip, yeah, the trip
in
was
the
really cool.
hands
The cipher,
of
cipher setups have been
Poppy
good.
onto Boathouse.
Again, I'm seeing no,
They played that post plant
you know,
really
the
well.
cipher enough.
They didn't even
I'm seeing nothing.
need to use the ult coming from
Cypher
Poppy,
looks
and they're
exactly the
able
same,
to
I would say.
translate a lot of these weapons.
I don't think I've
towards
seen
the
an
next
example where a
round,
kill
and
trip
just the two.
would have killed
Let's see
someone
if
normally,
Honey's forced to use the
but because of
overdrive and
the
make something happen.
because of the change, it doesn't kill anyone.
See.
Set up over here at A. They do manage to force up, get this judge in hand, so a little bit of firepower to hold down this site. And now that they do have that in position, allows them to go ahead and cycle these players across towards other sides of the map. And Global ZETA not looking to really take any chances, not looking to get over aggressive. They know that that's when you get caught off guard the most. As Crystal will get spotted here in mid.
Yep, playing their time, biding their time this time around. The stack and the utilities.
Where's the judge at? Over towards A. I mean, they might actually be going into
phenomenal
it.
job holding down these sites and making things a bit extra sweaty for Global ZETA. Even though it's a big lead for GEXP, these rounds
Oh
have been
boy, could
incredibly
be a
clutch.
double. Yeah,
Judge they go.
there we
They
go.
line up. May as well call it a collat. Kills found, wall goes up. They know that this is absolutely unassailable. So once again, a solid.
Dude, it's crazy how many rounds the judge wins.
ZETA.
I'm telling you, if
Serena
teams were,
striking. Sheriff
if
in
teams
hand
put more
once
forward
again.
into it, I really strongly
Putting up
think you can just run it
significant
so
figures
much
on
more.
Haven just yesterday. Seems like that is not going to change. ZETA looks to get themselves a thrifty win. Rifle now in hands here. Did they anticipate that Serena's actually filled space?
Yeah,
over
and we got no
towards
time, you would
main?
imagine.
That might catch them off
Dude, we're
guard
playing
here.
around
Just trying to
sight
take the
real nice there.
But Money sliding forward.
Very, very
Essentially
nice.
able to find one. Serena will get the other. And that's going to be a great reply here as ZETA pick up the round victory in basically thrifty fashion. Now close the gap down to just one.
Well, the judge, them being very patient and not revealing any of their positions was rewarded on the side of ZETA. They're able to get that thrifty off the board, and Global
If only they
ZETA,
joined like the
they
cautious
didn't have the
PRX,
numbers
that's
to make
true.
something happen after that. Annihilation available for Kelly S. To just minimize the numbers on towards the site, but it hasn't been exactly as explosive as we
Hokey
saw.
Cokey man with the prime, thank you for the
PRX.
5 months. Thank you,
This is
thank you.
essential.
Ooh, the rush looking for the catch here off the back of the
Talk
net.
about aim, but who's got the worst in
Position,
VCT?
CP's up on
Jesus.
top of bricks.
You're a savage for that question.
Just consistently slowed here, not wanting to put the weapon away in case that flood on the site does come through.
Depends, man. If we're going all the way back to aim, we had a lot of body shotters back there.
As ultimately, the attempt at the rush comes
It'll
up
be someone that
empty-handed
doesn't play
here
anymore.
For GEXP. Some shots out. Lefty Dot eating an immense amount of damage. It's taking a 26. Still has
Some
the wall ready
2020
to set
players,
up.
yeah, some 2020 players were criminal.
Sonic sensor just around the corner. Cloudburst down, the creep forward, gets the slow. Keela able to find one as an area will fall. That now invested. Lefty Dot able to find the headshot.
I mean, this
Keela
is a
gets another.
shutdown.
Poppy will
I
get
will say
taken
the
down.
rounds they're winning
Just on 5
convincingly.
HP. The only one
Shot.
with
They're
the
winning
weapon in hand.
convincingly.
Lexi tries to prove otherwise with that headshot off the sheriff, but ultimately, Crystal is just left with so much work to do.
30 seconds left.
Just managed to find damage. Gets the ult online, but with 5 health and a high-low stack, this is a fruitless endeavor.
Yeah.
We'll get taken down 3-3. We get tied up.
Kiera played that very, very smartly, very patient to not remove the tag off of him.
Hello, Achilles. How
And
we
then
doing? Wait, how are you?
finally creating a
okay,
sound
that's-
cue so
that's
that
why.
people were forced to look above when he already shrouded stepped out of there. So those little things, so they're forced to look in a completely different direction.
The spoiler of the
misdirection,
timeout
if
coming
you
in.
will. ZETA really played that so patiently, so smartly, and then they just took them out one by one.
Yeah, well, that's going to force the first time out here of the map nice and early as we get tied up 3-3. Coaching staff looking to try to get them back into a solid position. Granted, you know, of course, Ascent, the pick here of Global ZETA. ZETA did get side selection, so they're trying to give themselves as advantageous of a start as they could possibly get. And I'd say that it's working a treat so far, so call needs to come through. trying to turn things around here for Global.
Yes, so far, the approach from mid to B has been a bit of a success during the earlier rounds, but once the Vandals came about, it became a bit of a challenge for Global ZETA to try and replicate the same performance. Now ZETA is just oozing with ultimates at the moment, even one off of that Hunter's Fury for Akko. So it could be a deadly round, even though it's a bit of a rifle round for GEXP, even though they're on half shields.
What is
Once
this?
again, the Odin
I mean,
coming
it's
through.
the same trap play, but we're
away
doing
from
a
that
little
Zeta
bit
player, so
deeper this
Not
time.
leaving themselves susceptible.
Yeah, and all the... I think, honestly, this might have been a timeout to just be like, let's just
Drone
use the
does check over
drone
towards
free
Lone
for
Killer.
all
It
this
does
stuff.
indeed. Gets the spot out, but it's a quick reposition available here for the Neon, so able to slide out.
So I feel like
there,
all of their
everything's
problems can be
valued
solved
well.
for just drone in the mains.
Just forces them
Which
back
you never
in the
really
moment.
want to do, but
Baiting out a couple
if you
of
have to and they're just
utilities.
playing like this, then
Neri, gonna take the
do we go a little double trip?
infested area. Is this low one? No, you have to destroy it. It's gonna be in double layer one at that.
It's gonna move forwards now. It's gonna be like, wait, what? I like the change up with the Cypher stuff though.
This is good on Zeta to try to run
great.
this clock down, though. Mid control has been conceded.
Well, that's a
Critical
giant
opener there as Serena will fall. Big reveal now going to be coming through. Gila trying to stay safe. The Annihilation rolling
say,
through.
that was actually
Final
relatively
TP.
close to
Does
hitting
manage
on
to
sight.
escape and get away from it. Swings out of the smoke. A bold peek. He's able to find
the
one, but
crouch
can't quite
save.
get the follow-up.
Save
Elias
the
does manage to
crouch.
take him down. Player advantage now here in the hands of Global. As Pink's coming across though. Able to find one. Alexi set up at the stairs. Good for one kill, but
the Odin
things
off on
just get
sight.
absolutely chaotic as they spill
They
out
got so much
towards the
money though.
site.
Again, they were
Odin
winning
gets
all
pushed
these
through,
rounds
but they
really, really
used to
clean.
Find a couple eliminations
They can buy
on the
for
back
2 more.
end. So timeout will work a treat.
They can buy for 2 more, and they got 5 ults.
By a fairly narrow margin. Still several players losing their lives there. And cash is still not well built up.
Yeah, still a pretty expensive round earlier. Able to at least convert that. They have to fear the every ultimate pretty much online on the side of Zeta Division. Really good scans coming from Akko as well, as you mentioned, but Crystal was just really there at the right place at the right time in part 2 of this Odin spam.
Love it so much. Yeah, just some neutral spam out.
Damn, dude.
Akko looking to answer back in kind.
Brings out the fake clap.
Create a stalemate here in B main.
Spoiler, they're using the Odin. Yeah. We can hear the excitement in
Numbers down.
your voice.
Considering the swoop in off of that one. And Zaneri pushes up past the sonic sensor, hangs it out to their teammate. Swinging onto the corner. Oh, caught with util in hand, but the knife's not quite connecting.
Oh my God,
Anybody
it's
now
not
getting
shut
involved,
down.
but Zaneri with a follow-up peek will be able to find it with the Sheriff. Kill comes through, a 1-for-1.
I was gonna say,
opened up here by Akko.
Henry was like really on top
Another
looking at it the
nasty
whole
hit.
time.
Takes out Keela, but eventually will be flushed out. Sphere finding that value. That goes wide, not getting the catch.
So,
Since he's now set up here. from
unless the
below.
Odin goes crazy.
Revealing area.
3v3. Overdrive to come through. But going to be
Lunatic.
stunned up. He's just pushing up into heaven, instantly able to barrel stuff, finds that kill, but Akko
Dude,
quick to
stuns
trade it
on
back.
stuns.
Keeps the numbers even. Neural Theft now in play. Lexi and Poppy's positions are going to be noted, but because the drone's coming through, they actually don't have the Odin spray off the back of the Neural Theft reveal here. Serena now gone. Leaves just Akko on their lonesome.
Oh my
Knocked out
god.
revealed, gets the headshot there onto Alexi, but Timer's just not
That
going to be on
looks
their side.
mental.
Poppy just playing around, knowing that they have Akko pinned in this 180 scenario. Global ZETA will be able to now move
The
up to
one bullet
5.
straight
There's
through the
just so
wall.
many layers aside from taking out the players. There's also that Astra post plant that you had to deal with, despite just in case that their
The
friend,
random dink
they
is
were
someone
able to
called
find
for.
that last player onto hell. Poppy still had an artillery of utility for that post plant. So Zeta Division still valiant effort.
finally
they were
pushing
able
down to
to
Nico.
use 3 ultimates.
I thought they'd be able to buy for
Unfortunately,
one more
unable to
here.
Convert. They still got the annihilation.
But
They've
here we
still
are.
got the from the shadows. Money wise, not a lot to work with at the moment.
Let's just scrape together.
Yeah.
The Bucky in hand. I mean, this is where you would love to have that overdrive still online. Maybe another Thrifty could be in the cards here for Zeta Division. Once again, Global ZETA just looking to.
Okay, Lexi at least calls as the drone went over towards her. Dude, Lexi's a bit of a lunatic clearing this, but they're gonna think there's a judge here.
Poking and prodding. Actually, about to
So
spot him
yeah,
out.
I mean that's all the timeout was, right? Drones into main.
Blind
Damn.
spray through and manages to find them both.
Nice shots.
What a setup here from Poppy. And that's the immediate call, the pivot back over here to A. They work the spike forward through tree. Serena going to be noted there. Lexi peeking out of
Oh
the main
my God.
as Honey Bunny, my goodness.
Okay.
Just slides forward, annihilates an area with the Bucky.
One enemy remaining.
Decent range there. But ultimately, right now, ZETA, they are getting pulled around the map.
No way.
Every which way at the
Look
back.
at what he's getting away with.
Will do well to come away with another elimination, but ultimately has to hold on to this Vandal. Just
Yep.
sprinting across.
Yeah. The economy at the beginning of this round wasn't the best to begin with, so a save will definitely
He was
save them a
insane
little
yesterday
bit of
as
that
well,
trouble.
yes.
But
Yeah, yeah.
the individual
Old Neon,
prowess
yeah.
of
Still Old
Global
Neon.
ZEPTO. We got to see Poppy with a crazy transfer in the 1v2 situation. Then you've got, you know, Alexi from mid having to lurk and
Didn't Neon get
just
enough?
be
Guys,
very,
it's
just
Old
a
Neon. It
strong
still hasn't been enough
individual
Jet in this
player
match.
Overall, winning that 1v1.
I mean, the Bucky would still do the same thing, to be
Truly
fair.
leading to making sure that they're able to secure these rounds. And, you know, ZETA, it does feel like their strength on defense falls onto B. But after that full A control, and if Poppy's still alive for that post plant, it just makes things 1,000 times harder.
God, the transfer is pretty
Getting
fast.
planted in that position. I mean, and just the two pumps of the Bucky. Mine does not do that at this range, and there you just see a very happy man. Just cool, calm,
Yep.
chilling, vibing, saying
The Nats raise.
I don't know
Oh my
how
God,
well
thank you
it's
so
on.
much, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank you for the raid. Hope you're going
see.
good,
Zeta,
Nats.
though.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
widely leaving this A side open.
What's up, Raiders? How we doing?
it's just one of those things, you know, retake maybe is the answer here this time around. They're already making a beeline towards heaven.
Quick wrap around here. Zeta in position for a potential flood retake.
I mean, yeah, he
Still
seems
out
he
in
seems
main,
a
but Cosmic
pretty
Divide. It's going to
chill-
really make
chill
this a bit
guy.
more complicated here for them. Annihilation popped.
Oh
Not looking
my
for a target,
goodness.
but
Dude, the aim.
Neri
This
is
is what I
found
said
too.
might happen. They might just aim diff him.
That's Serena both going to be absolutely knocked out of the park. Crystal with the Hunter's Fury as well woven in.
It's a good understanding from them, though, right?
Immediately,
Three
Zeta
ults.
are out of the
Sorry,
round.
2 ults used into rounds
They had the
where
positions, they had the
you
setup,
force them
but
down to eco.
as the cover of the Cloudburst ends up falling away.
Is that the main
Neri
roster?
just
No, they used
absolutely dominates.
it's Academy team
Buddy
ones.
now looking to try to
Academy with
find
Game
whatever
Changers.
value they can get. Comes up
I'll
with 3
say
and
that
suddenly
this guy has
it's an
definitely looked
opportunity
good
here in
though.
the round. Poppy's exited. Fast lane coming through. Peeks in over towards Wine. Nothing going to be noted. Poppy once again going to be tucked over in Cubby. Honey Bunny very well aware of this. Creeping forward. Trying to win out the fight. Trying to bait him forward.
that my
Poppy
fault?
goes to the wide swing. Stands his ground. And is able to defend. A solid effort here from Honey Bunny to go ahead and get the punish. Keep
Yeah,
the money
okay.
in control relatively. But with 2 more rounds to go. Global ZEPTO are looking like they found their groove from yesterday once more.
Yeah, it felt like it was incredibly doable, you know, after the 1x1, but you know,
Dude, it's just the
Poppy
same
is
replay
gonna
every
be
single time.
happy
Guys
about
just
another
chilling,
clutch,
smiling.
another period onto that sentence.
12
And
to
Zeta
4.
division
He's gonna
back
have
to ego,
if he keeps up this,
unfortunately.
just in
They
general,
weren't
he's gonna
able
have
to
some of
take
those
advantage
mad
of the
stats we've ever
ultimates
seen.
earlier as you know,
He
Global
was going
ZEPTO
off yesterday as well.
took them down before they were able to use it at all.
Honey Bunny sat here, a little bit of noise made on Cat, now reinforced.
Ah, it's unlucky.
On the first tap, and Poppy swings forward, gets a headshot
Oh,
here
boy.
on the corner.
Look at him go, though.
Finds the finisher as well. Onto
Actual
Gonell.
raid boss.
Push out into mid. The remainders here of Zeta Division. Trying to see if they can find anything whatsoever, but already. ZEPTO I found their way into the A site. Door shut. Plant imminent. Maybe if they can catch.
Dude, what a weird
Alexi
round. I
off
mean, they
guard,
killed
a weapon
Cypher.
Can be recovered. They're working in that direction.
That's the Cypher I was
Can't
talking
quite
about.
line
So
up the
good.
headshot, but Lucky Dot will do well to find that kill in kind, but has to waste even more time. Has to rotate over, grab this weapon. A little bit
Bacan.
more firepower to
Hello,
try to work
Bacan.
with.
How we doing? 47 mums
So
from
much post
Bacan.
plant. They're still Poppy,
Holy.
practically alive and well.
That's wild. Thank you so much, Bacon. Appreciate the tier 1, mate. Thank you for all the mums.
Gonna push push their way forward. Crystal gonna be stunned up, frantically spraying away. Eventually does get surrounded. Corralled on. An attempt at the wide swing there from Gila. The Annihilation gets dodged. Papi Chulo looking to go for the Locky of play, but time has been dwindling. If you're not able to find it, he's slowed up
So
and his way
devastated,
over to
man.
the spike. Oh,
The
no,
grab
it's so
net, so you
damn
had to
narrow, but just
crawl
not
over
quite
towards the
there.
spike. That's
Nicely
insane.
done here. Global able to just run the clock
Last
down.
round in the
Once
half.
again, take everything out of the hands of Zeta Division, denying another round win away.
It just felt so close. Like Honey Bunny's attempt on a clutch earlier, the multi-frags, the 1v1s at the very end, but I just bought so much time. And again, there's just so much to clear. The sonic sensors, again, Poppy as well, having to remove the gravity well. There's just so many layers. There's so much fruits to peel, basically.
Yeah, this is Global's got a pretty big
Okay.
onion right now. And peeling back all the layers, proving to be difficult here for Zeta Division. Jump peek there from Honey Bunny.
There's
Gonna build a
been
no
trips here
steady
before.
Creep up. Cam still set up, spotting out the feet. Once again, Cam's gonna be
Dude, we're straight up
cleared
just
out.
shooting the wood now where the camera would be.
This mid control has been a big
At one point,
pain
it was
here
looking
in the
pretty
side
close, right? They got it
of
to
Zeta Division.
3-3. And then
Serena staying tucked back, watching over towards Market. Lexi considering the cam for a moment to check
Cage
out
triggered.
into B main, see if there's anybody entrenched here, but instead will just be contact attempt up, but nothing
Standing
spotted.
ahead.
They know that they have this space for free, and with market control as well, they should know that they have all these players from Zeta Division that are on this B site completely corralled in. Poppy is able to strike. Levidoc going to be taken down off the rip. Knives still at the ready. 3 players over here hovering around the smokes and within Boathouse. Push forward coming through. Kelly has able to find one, and there he gets the other. Akko now just trying to
God.
hold their footing. Comes up with a second kill. Eventually,
just wait out the
run low
bullets.
on the clip will get
Did they
taken
got
down.
9?
Plant comes
Yeah,
through and it's
should be
Keelan now
right.
all on their lonesome to try to close out this final round of the half. And there's another Cosmic Divide from Papi Chulo.
Oh my, this is gonna be incredibly difficult. Forced to peek, let's see.
Smoke to come through. Paranoia connecting onto Crystal, but jumps
Crystal's
up over
like,
the
"Wait, how
top
did I
here
not
of
even hear him?"
Crystal, who has a bright smile on his face. Poppy's able to collect it. 9-3 at the half.
Yeah, I mean,
Global ZETA able to find their
it started
footing
becoming
and
what we said
build up this
towards the end.
monstrous 6-round
Just
streak.
straight up aim diff.
Crazy stuff. Again, after that timeout, just felt like it was just one thing after another. I thought it was going to be a Zeta win, especially B has been heavily fortified. But they were like clear things out. Crystal's expression, the
Dude,
confusion.
he jumped over me. Well, that's us at the half. 9-3. We'll see if Zeta can turn around when we come back.
Astra makes up for the missing KO util when you're using a deadlock. I get what you're saying, because you can fake smoke to get past a lot of the same things you would have to use a flash. Yeah, it has some legs, what you're talking about. But the thing is, you can just... It's the knife that makes the most difference on this map. It's never the flashes.
And we are back. Global ZETA in a fantastic position right now as they look to make quick work of Zeta Division here on the map of Ascent. 17-5-4 is Papi Chulo.
Yeah, that's
Have
outrageous.
to die hard. They keep calling Papi Chulo.
Don't worry, I did the same earlier too.
Fast lane forward. Quick hit here. Attempt from Zeta Division. Anybody going to be tucked away just on the outskirts of Market. Door now going to be shut. But a triple push around the back in towards
The
B
ping,
main
I'm not
coming
sure.
through
They've never held the
Try to gain
scoreboard
control in
down,
there.
so...
Not able to get out there with that tailwind. As quite a bit of damage is going to be pushed out
Well.
onto these players, but they're still winning out in the fight here. Are Global. They're trying to tuck
Nice
back.
shot
Let me
before
down
going
from the
down.
side. It's backstairs. Able to find some solid eliminations. From the fighting chance.
It's
Crystal
unlucky they
swinging
played well
forward,
together.
will end up falling, but it's going to be Alexi to deliver the
Yeah,
final
gonna
blow.
be a fast one for
As
this
that
map.
is going to be Global ZETA moving up now 10-3. Zeta now going to be pondering whether or not they should go for a force.
Team A.
Yeah, that is indeed going to be the question. Really nice cover, because it did feel like it could have been the isolated play, a potential clutch coming from Kira. But unfortunately, you know, Alexi was already lying there and waiting for that trade. And these pistol rounds have been incredibly deadly on the side of Global ZETA, and they seem to be continuing the trend, the storm from what they've established over at B main earlier with a 3v3. And just cleaned up slate. There it is.
Players
A
or
bunch
Academy?
of stingers on the side of Zeta Division.
Sorry, 3 Academy.
Yeah.
2
Just
game
have to do
changers.
it. This
Yeah.
game is just running away from you. And Poppy's still 18, 6, and 5. It's the year that Lincoln was assassinated.
Oh boy.
Nary on the peak. Second shot, able to connect. Slide forward, though. Able to find one there is Honey Bunny, but the kills in reply out from
No
Global
way.
ZETA are just too damn strong. Elias now pushing forward,
Dude,
knowing that
the
they have
grab
this
net
stun
into
across.
stun is
And
pretty
Will just gonna be able to
good.
clean them up. Swiftly counteracted here are Zeta Division, as Global ZETA give them no recourse, no chances whatsoever.
Yeah, there was no
Stun
time
on
to
that,
breathe
yeah.
at all in that round. They just immediately
The
started
grab
to
net
fight
works with a lot of
onto
stuff.
mid. They're
Like the
forced
grab
to take
net's
it as
a
well,
little bit
and the stingers
broken, to be
weren't,
honest. It's very, very strong.
as effective as they were
Grab net
already
into
just
stun, grab net into
collabing
Astra Suck works as
onto
well.
mid.
They 100% go
And
to the
now
middle.
It's a Bucky on the side of Honey Bunny. Bunch of pistols, sheriffs, if you will. But Global ZETA, I think they're ready for this one. They might do a run it back onto mid.
Juvie as a coach, everyone speaks very highly of him. That's like
Swing
works
out.
with him.
Still going to play off the
So,
net, and
that's
that is
always
going
a
to
really
cost them
good sign.
dearly. Kellyus and Poppy both going to be taken down here. A site wide open, and some weapons recovered. So that much more firepower now here in the hands of Zeta Division.
He's been around for a long time.
With only Killa taking damage. She's down to 6.
Planted.
Not sure about that.
So an opportunity.
Not
Drone
sure
goes
about
up
that
over the
deadlock wall.
top. Dart going to be coming through. Paranoia as well. Looking for the quick exit. Still some damage going to be taken. Mary able to make it out. Life still intact. Shot there from Serena. Able to find contact though. And Ari gets the finisher there onto the Omen. Swaps over onto the Sheriff. Alexi, however, going to be noted on the approach out from Tree. Now just 2 players left here from GE. Mary tagged down to 34. And at this point, it's really going to be about trying to just create damage, create value, break down this economy from Zeta where possible. The time obviously is not going to be
I
there.
made fun of his
Jump peaks
ascent
coming up.
comp before.
Not gonna be able to
Wait,
find
what was his
one.
ascent
Crystal will
comp?
fall. The players here from the side of Zeta going to try to scramble and get out to safety, but it's only going to be
I've only
Serena
really
surviving
made
with the
fun of
Marshall
like
in
one
hand.
ascent comp,
So
right? And that was
overall, Global not going to be able to convert
that
this
tier
bonus,
2
but
team
they
in
still do
Americas.
an immense amount of damage.
Yeah,
Was
they're
he in
still
that
able to
team?
do a bit of that mission accomplished, if you will. I mean, you know, Poppy tried his best
Matey?
over
Nah,
onto
it
A
was,
main, but with the stack that Zeta was able to pull off,
Fusion, that was
too
it.
much.
That
Get
was
a
the
lot
only
of,
team
a
I
lot of
flamed on
plays
ascent.
off of the grab net.
He
So
wasn't
far
coach of
from
them, I don't
both of
think.
these deadlocks.
Nah, he
A lot
definitely
of
wasn't
work.
coach of them.
Now
Like, I have
Annihilation
no
available
idea.
for Leafy Dot. We'll see if that's going to be used anywhere on this round, as every round is literally going to count to stop this match point for Global ZETA.
Did I make fun of Loud's Phoenix? I mean, yeah, that's true. That's actually true.
In theory, should be
That's
a
because it
relative
just
free
doesn't
here in
work
this
against
one,
anyone
unless
that's good.
Crystal has something to say about it with that Guardian. It's the most firepower they have for the moment. Slow approach here, though. Looking like Zeta do have their eyes set on this B site. Just a singular
Deploying
tripwire
drone.
in their way. Drone will lead, spots it. Check out the rest of the site. Global. They're just going to have to go for the 5-player retake here once this spike does come through and see what kind of damage
Yeah, I
they
mean,
can
like
deal.
that,
Recon will check out boats.
GE are playing
Now
it
Zeta
relatively
knows They
safe.
have the site to themselves.
They maybe give him some
100%
ults and give him a little bit of a
clear.
chance
See
into it,
what
though,
Global
but
ZETA
they
can
should still
do.
be alright.
It's going to be a little bit hard. There's one far lurk, though. Just trying to check Kira. If anyone's going to be coming from that angle, everything's covered. It's going to be a CT flood, it seems.
Oh my god.
Not many other options for
Yeah,
it.
the shock was pretty nice.
Mary going to be leading the charge. Serena here at Lumber, able to go ahead and find one. Alexi will pick up a kill onto Honey Bunny, but that's likely to be the final casualty.
I mean, they
will just spray
do-
through the smoke.
they do kinda
collect the
get close to
elimination. So
ults.
Zeta keep themselves in a good position. Not
That's
allowing
Salt
for
G
Thrifty
with the
to come to
prime.
fruition.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 8 months.
Still need
Thank you
6
for that.
consecutive
Thank
to
you,
run this
thank you.
back while stopping Global ZETA from getting up to map point.
seem to
So I
be
think
doing
Phoenix is more viable now. I think Phoenix is in a really good spot.
It was very clean earlier. It was the stuff.
I would at least theory craft
this time
Phoenix on
around,
most
lots of
maps
guns
at the
and
moment. Depending on
Odin
my
as
team,
well
like if I
onto
had a
Global
team that wants to
ZEPTO,
double duelist
that
a
may
lot,
have to be
I'd be in for
careful
running it.
on this B stack as we get to see Crystal
But again,
already
it's
ready
the best meta ever.
to fire.
You can have double duelist, double smokes, double sentinel, double initiator. You can do whatever you want at the moment.
Ready.
Oh, dear
Net
God.
coming down. There's the ping reveal, and Crystal just tears them asunder, leaving up anybody not even standing a chance. Serena does well to be able to find one, the headshot through. Gets rid of KLES, but so much damage taken here in the first few seconds of the round. Now down to just 2 players remaining.
Achilles must be happy.
More damage is fished for.
At least there was like a combo with it though. Can't be
whittle away
too
these HP
angry.
bars.
Grab Ned into
Reveal
a
out,
recon.
and now, I mean, 22 HP between the two
God.
of them.
Enemy mark.
This is
Enemy remaining.
definitely a hopeless situation here.
Down B.
Serena all on their lonesome will end up falling. Alexi able to go ahead, finish them off.
Thank God this
And
map
that
is
is gonna
going
be
out.
Global
Yeah,
ZETA
it's
with
going to be
a
easy for them to
decisive
reinforce the
strike in
walls.
B main,
Like the change
getting
to this
themselves
map
down
is
up to
so
that
easy.
point.
They don't
Yeah,
do much.
that was just classic Odin Crystal gameplay there on
What's on
that
Astra on
Sova.
Ascent? Astra's great.
It was just beautiful.
Astra's
pings
in an
across the
insane spot
board.
at the moment.
That's basically a classic moment on Ascent, Achilles.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Alright, well, ZETA now on their last leg. Overdrive available, Bucky in hand here for Honey Bunny. They do have a multitude of ultimates to try to work with, but so too do Global as they look to bring Ascent to a conclusion.
Do I think Astra will get nerfed
Spotted
again?
within the smoke
Nah,
here at
not
A
for a
main.
while.
Couple pumps of the Bucky to see if they can find any kind of stray contact in the meantime. Approaching on Serena's position here are 2 players from Global ZEPTO. Looks like with a quick peek out in towards B, they'll set up that.
Do we have
barrier
lowers
mesh
for
and back away.
2025? Yeah, the beginning.
They do have the right
We get
idea,
it for
but
the-
there's somebody
the
to
start
catch
in
them though
Jan.
onto mid, and that's Neri. They gotta watch out for that if they try to use mid as a way to transition over. It's just
We get a
fully
really good
stacked
map
with
pool.
utils onto A.
Like
so
one of the best.
B could be the right call if they decide to go there. But Spike's still hovering in that area.
Oh, right,
Oh,
sleeping.
Deploying
Okay,
drone.
maybe hand off the mouse for a second
Yeah.
from an area. Not ready for it, and it's great reaction from Akko at the same time. Reading that position, knowing the weaknesses that they've given up here on the map. Barrier mesh up and over, net at the ready. For the block office. Anybody going to be slowed up here by the gravity well. Hunter's Fury now going to be opened up. Crystal looking for targets and finds one.
Damn,
Lexi not going to be taken down.
deadly.
Lexi now going to push forward. Finds anybody from behind. Killer trying to Poppy, but then immediately gets traded out as
Yeah,
Alexi
I mean,
goes
it's a
huge.
strong aim diff.
3 kills collected. Hunter's Fury
Strong
used in
aim diff, they look
desperation here from
together as
Akko
well.
to try to find anything, but it's going to come up shy. 2 players left. The reveal is in. KLES in the final swing will be able to put them down. 13-5. A dominant showing here
Yeah,
from
the Zeta
Global
team's getting
ZEPTO.
wrecked in this one.
they take map
The
1.
academy players playing.
Seeing the expressions of everybody's faces, they're very satisfied about that Ascent performance once more. A very dominant performance again, similar to when they faced off against PRX. It was rough at the very beginning. It felt like they had a very difficult time going through these B executes. It was all boiling down to very close clutches. And after that timeout, it felt very smooth sailing already.
Yeah, great adjustments coming through here from the Global ZEPTO camp. Just
Map 1.
realigning everybody, getting them into
So
a
hyped for
very
lots,
strong
but we can't have a
position and
perma
barely surrender
one-way on
any
A.
rounds after that.
That's true.
There was some solid effort, some solid fragging here
Yeah,
from Zeta Division,
the
but
out of all of the
to be
maps,
able to
that is
get
the
by
map
with
where
around
honestly
the
Omen
so it
got
ends up looking
the biggest
very
nerf.
dominant for Global
Because
ZEPTO
on
in the
attack,
end.
you can't do the one over towards C as well,
I
so it's
mean,
hard to see
Poppy,
default.
he started off
And
the
then,
map
like you're
hot
saying, on
and had
defense,
still
everyone
incredible
used to
performance
push
the whole
over
way
towards
throughout.
A and just
Everybody, I
hold the
will say,
one-way.
Overall, great fragging here for the
And
side
now we
of,
don't have the one-way,
Zeta. You know, they
which
kept
kind of
trying
means
to
that you
push
don't
in,
need the
trying to deal
Viper
some
anymore
damage,
as well.
collect
So then
quite
it,
a many
then it
kills
becomes
off
like
the
really
backbones
open.
like that. But it's good to just not be, caught unawares. Good to not be too scattered. I
Unless
suppose,
you
in
want to
plays.
use the Viper for the one-way and you're using the
This is
one-way
still
now for A.
pretty huge victory for the side of Global. who
Chauncey?
are now 3-0 in maps here in the tournament, looking to go 4-0, be the first team with a 2-0 record in matches as well.
That's super true. That's going to be, a big, big lead, important lead over the course of our, Spotlight Series tournament for 4 days. And that's a huge momentum boost, confidence boost. Especially, after fighting PRX, now they're fighting ZETA. As we get to look at the stats, despite
it does completely change the
the
map.
first blood going over to Zeta
It
just
really
for
does.
a little bit, is that the mid rounds again, the latter rounds, is that Global ZIPTO really had this big upper hand when it comes to the clutches.
I mean, you can see here, you know,
Omen
10 first
change
kills
is
winning out in
big.
that regard.
Yeah.
Zeta was able to find that
It's,
early value,
I
but
mean,
the
I would, if I was in a
mid-rounding
team,
from
I'm
Global
using
ZIPTO
Astra
just
every
a
map.
bit too clean. Having the right reads, having the right rotations around the map, they're able to outdo them in that regard at pretty much every twist and turn.
Maybe
to still
Brim
ensure victory. Some
for...
really good
I mean,
clutches
honestly, Brim for
throughout
Fracture
here
as
from
well,
Global
but...
ZIPTO. And I mean, we're gonna get our first look at them in a bit when it comes down to Haven, because we haven't gotten to see them.
Brim on Fracture binds.
Yet.
I don't think I would use
but
Omen in any
They
map.
have the advantage still of seeing Zeta play this map versus DRX just yesterday, so they should have a decent idea of what to anticipate going into that one. 293 from our top fraggers here across both of the squads. Always love when you see that parity. But
the flash is good
this
still, I guess.
This felt like it was more a diff in the mid-rounding here and overall calling for Global ZIPTO compared to a fragging issue, which is kind of what we were seeing on that first map between PRX and DRX.
Maybe split for Omen?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got Poppy as well, opening the
Yeah, I could
pistol
get on board
round,
with
the very
split.
first round of
I think
Ascent
that's probably
with
the only
a
map I could get on board
1v3
with.
clutch off of that almost half of a defuse. It felt very doable.
Omen on
but
Lotus?
Poppy
Nah, Omen's gonna be
truly,
awful on Lotus now.
even at the odds, despite a 1v3, and just
Omen
really,
flash can be
really
nice for
an
aim main, but
effective
you
and
really want to
smart
use it.
player overall.
Yeah, I mean, 196 ADR, playing the Astra, not having any damaging utility. That's very, very impressive there from Poppy. So a huge
Haven?
performance from him. I mean, those are figures that you typically expect to see from
Just for the
like
C
Razes
hold.
and stuff like that. Where it's like,
But
okay,
everyone's
I can
using
splash
Cypher at
damage
the
off
moment,
big
so
shells, that kind
I
of
think
stuff to really boost those
unless you
numbers up.
don't
So you
like,
can
if
tell
I'm
just
having a
how
Cypher,
very dominant he
I'm
was
using
being. We'll see if that's gonna
Astra.
continue though as we do have
'Cause
Zeta's pick
Cypher can
Haven
just hold
coming
C.
up. We'll see
'Cause the
if
problem
they
we're
can
having at
utilize this. Give us
Astra
our
on-
first 3-map series
on
or
Haven,
if
when you
Global ZIPTO
don't-
is just going to move 4-2-0,
I
so
mean,
go anywhere.
your C's weak, basically. But if you have someone like Jesus. Dude, we're definitely getting copyright for this. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit, chat. Back in a little bit. Then leave this on, don't do it. It's fine, dude. I've already, like, if I left it on earlier, I've already got the MCA. It's fine. Okay, I'll be back in a bit, chat.
easier. Since that one time I accidentally saw you in the nude. That's why I'm trying not to be rude. Please believe me, I'm not thinking of happening. Wish I could just get you off my mood, but you just pop back into my head every time.
And we are back. It's now time to go into map 2 here of what could very well be the end of this series, as right now Global ZETA look to be quite dominant, able to get their victory there 13-5 on their map pick of Ascent. But how do they fare on Zeta's pick of Haven? That's what we're about to find out.
You know what I'm looking forward to? Looking forward to seeing really interesting picks. Like, I don't know, at the top of my head, maybe some Yoru action onto Haven. It's perfect to create some interesting chaoticness, if you will, as, you know, ZETA has been having a bit of controlled chaos. Might as well add in some more with the Yoru in there.
Yeah, why not? I mean, at this point, I'm all about it. We got, you know, PRX are already prescribed to the idea of just like, let's just go crazy. Let's have fun with it. Maybe some of the other teams are going to lean into that. I think ZETA is going to be running exactly what we saw from them yesterday. Question is, are the performances going to be able to kind of hit that peak and then go beyond? Because we got to see a couple moments. Honey Bunny in particular on that Neon on Ascent was looking pretty damn good. But we didn't see more from the rest of the team. There was moments, but it wasn't there consistently, which is why we got to see Global, you know, widely running away with that opening map. So need to be a little bit more fired up off the rip coming into Haven. Otherwise, we could just have another 2-0 on our hands here.
Yes, that's true. It feels like it's going towards that pattern. I mean, there were, just as you said, there were signs of life. You know, Honey Bunny getting a lot of these crazy multi-frags, having to do, what, 1v3s on some occasions. But there was also some opportunities where they've been trying to layer a lot of these utility, play aggressive, catch, you know, Global ZETA off guard by doing that, you know, that B main play with Honey Bunny and alongside the flash, the darts, if you will. So hopefully we get to see more of that coming into Haven and, you know, force Global ZETA to do that, to press the timeout button again, like earlier.
Yeah, but I mean, that also seems pretty scary given that when the timeout button did get pressed, it ended up being just a runaway win basically from there on out. Very few rounds surrendered off the back of that one. So we will have to just wait and see, as it looks like Agent Select is ready to go. So Haven loaded up and ready. Looks like Honey Bunny here with the Jet. As for Global ZETA, nothing too shocking. Aren't going to be bringing this Neon out while still decently strong. Has the breach there to follow up. So just that one key difference in the duelist department.
Yeah, not going to be that Neon this time, unlike yesterday. This time around, a bit more classic, a bit more familiar when we look at, you know, Haven as a whole, through its, what I won't say inception, whatever, since Valorant was born. Honey Bunny here, again, a lot of pressure onto him, but I'm looking forward to see his synergy with Akko, especially with this breach pick for her.
Yeah, we need to be seeing some decent trap setups here. Try to just get those stuns across so Honey Bunny can go in and collect the eliminations. But it's going to be ZETA first to start on this defense. I'm also curious to see how much they're going to be feeling bringing an op in on the attack here for ZETA. So we'll see exactly what that does look like. But this needs to be the turning point for ZETA to get themselves into this series. Stop Global ZETA's reign of terror here at the Spotlight Series. And as for now, all of ZETA clustered up in towards mid. Single tripwire set up on B. Cam out long at C. Decent deep information.
Damn, they went fast with it.
The side of Alexi as Recon comes out.
Kind of just in time.
It's going to be a classic.
We'll say just in time.
The rip, but looks like a pivot forward. No, just space taken. Thought maybe it was
Found
be a
him, yeah.
Around into the A site. Speaking of wraparounds,
Wow.
Here is Global ZETA. Making their way now out into mid as well. So full trade of positions between the two teams.
Completely topsy
To
turvy right now.
the breach damage
Just going
in
right
pit.
in.
Wait,
Serena sat here backside.
When does Breach
Spotted
decide
once he
to go
found
on
the
this?
kill. Tap onto the spike as the smoke comes up.
okay, now
Shot locked in, going to be going wide. Getting ready to dissipate. Some shots flying. Alexi taking a forward.
No way,
One
Alexi had that
1-9,
shot.
3 now
Full
overall
Omen
as
flashed.
Crystal
I
holds down
liked
that
the
mid
idea
lane, turns
though.
sights back into mid.
The
Takes out
wraparound,
Akko.
having
And
breach
they're
down
flawless. Pass over
towards
here on the
short.
Crystal.
You can breach damage
Collecting
from
those kills. They
short
opt
to
try go for the Hunter's Fury
hit the
a little
spank, but someone
faster.
else just needs to like
Let's
do
go
more
get another VCT
damage.
here for Global ZETA.
Yeah, they've been winning pistol rounds after pistol rounds in this entire in the series, and even
Dude,
yesterday.
Alexi getting that
Zeta,
second kill here was mental.
that felt like a really
Or,
nice
well, I guess
effort as
third
well.
kill.
You know, Akko trying to wrap around for the second time, going onto window, but it was just a bit too late as Global ZETA already cleaned house within their perimeter. So again, another strong pistol round for Global ZETA.
Caution here.
Yep, decent buyout. As we just have the singular ghost here in the hands of Alexi. Outlaw there for Inari. Looks like they're going to go on a push down in through sewer.
Oh.
Nothing spotted quite just yet.
Oh my god, I thought we were gonna see double.
They're able to find one relay bolt to cover
I thought it was about to be 4 in one
will work
go.
retreat here for them. Stun out as
Two
well.
bullets.
Slowing
Had
up the
so
players,
much
and
potential.
Immediately, Zeta are out of the round. Push forward, knows exactly Lefty Dot's position. Looking to slide and try to get the no scope, but Alexi will wrap
respect
around
it.
from the back, ensuring that they all survive. Flawless follow-up here in the anti-eco. As Global ZETA still looking fired up.
Yeah, and Neri able to escape.
Yeah, maybe
even
Desp, I don't even
breathe
know
a
what that
little
means, to be
bit
honest with you.
After the first shot, despite it,
Just gonna agree with you,
two
though.
extra members popping out of the smoke. You've got Kelly Yes onto B, ready with the fault line as well for that big backup. So I can really see why they want to just stick around onto A, use it as some sort of catapult or anchor, and just move through there. Probably set up a grouped up flank if they do take C or B.
Big pivot here. 4-player stack now. Global ZETA poking and prodding around A, but nothing going to be noted. So it looks like the call to make a fast rotate has been sounded here. So they're going to work their way across, but for now that does leave Alexi.
Okay,
on her
full
lonesome
retake.
here.
What
Making their way
oh,
down through
hold up.
garage. Cam gets set up. Has to be cleared because they have to backpedal. But
No
Smoke is
way,
starting
they
to
both had the
dissipate.
same
Suffocation.
fort.
The timing there from Serena ends up meaning that she can't quite find the punish. So Alexi gets out scot-free, and Crystal finds 2. There's a
2
Hunter's Fury
back
comes
aside.
across. Kill.
Omen
Both
flash
gonna be
tanks
taken
the
down,
2 on
and things are
default
now
as well.
an absolute disaster
Camera,
for Zeta.
drone tags the
Eventually
Cypher.
find that headshot. Alexi
Dude, what are
does
they
get
even meant to
taken
do on
out.
site?
Somehow
God,
does
they
not
got
get caught by those
annihilated.
outlaw shots, but the push in out of garage ends up delivering the eliminations. And
That was
3 players
absolutely savage to
outstanding.
watch.
Global ZETA are going to get the bonus conversion, a decisive, cohesive strike. One that Zeta is just not really prepared for.
Yeah, crazy
How? I
stuff.
mean, that
Crystal
was-
with
that
100
was a lot
Fury,
done
just
to Crystal, yeah.
maximizing that ultimate off the board,
get
getting
2.
2. Yeah, and he gets 3. He's suddenly off of the
Dude,
garage. Off
How
the
did they,
garage, rather.
was it just a recon on
Crazy
site
stuff.
that got the 2 back site? I'm not even sure. Because then he owns the guy in garage as
Insane
well.
amount of value.
With the
A few more
drone.
charges added on top of
Thank you so
Fury
much,
here.
chat.
Looks like Zeta at least going to be waiting one more round. Give it the thrifty attempt here with the full sheriff purchase before calling a timeout. They're all still at half armor.
Crystal loves the scent.
This outlaw
Camera taken.
Yeah.
Mary can still find an
And dude,
immense amount of value.
any map where Sova's like
That's a good
prevalent, I feel
question.
like.
If they're able to get a pick off of here, but the angles, they're not really giving anything off at all. Not even peeking through window, unless.
Ooh.
Serena able to find one honey bunny. Dodging around that phantom spray. They lose out on Leffy Dot, but that's still going to be a massive trade up and a weapon recovered. Now 2. And Serena's able to go ahead and scoop the Vandal.
Huh.
Fake on the TP.
Did flood smoke and then fake TP. So they had to go clear the smoke.
Those are down to 62 HP. Follow up not really finding much. Serena waiting to strike. Does so. Mary.
I mean, it should be impossible for these two to do this.
Zeta pulling off the thrifty would very much turn this map on its head.
Revealing area.
Ping reveal, nothing to be found there. Fault line
One
at the
enemy
ready.
remaining.
Sent. They pull back away. Serena with the 3rd. And now Crystal just
Damage?
jumping away.
Dude,
trying to
honestly,
hold
if they
on to the
hunt him
weapon.
so much, I would be
Noise,
fine from
keeps
trying
it
to take
quiet,
some.
slinks his way out
They got
in
good
towards
money.
mid, where eventually we'll be able to hold this weapon. Zeta not going to be able to spot him out, so weapon will be saved, it would seem. Unless it's pushing to mid. It's costing him. Looks like he's not going to be found at all. So a thrifty as Zeta get themselves on the board.
Okay.
Akko will fall right at the very end.
That's good
Nicely
though.
done, Serena.
Dude, on the way for
Really,
another
a lot of high
another
impact
Sova.
frags over at that round. The able to pick them off one by one. just breaking off the position of this retake. There's just 3 pretty much left. Again, she has been pretty much assigned off of that, off of Garage constantly. Earlier it didn't work out so well, but this time around it was just massive. Now Global ZETA, Neri has that operator. They gotta watch out for that from Garage.
Darding the sewers off the rip. Crystal alone here on the A site.
I want to see Udatan here.
About another big stack
I mean, yeah,
up
the
on
guy's a
A
beast.
side. Very thinking about
Do I
going
think
on
GE will
peak
win
here.
this event?
Maybe just a pixel
Paper
spotted
X
here. Hard to tell.
look pretty
with the
strong today. I
silhouettes.
mean, probably.
Either way,
GE
sights
probably
are
do win
dialed
this,
in
but
on this position.
I can see Paper X winning
Poppy,
it
though,
because they played so much
thinks of a
differently
bit.
today.
Serena does get forced away.
They
gonna
like they
challenge
actually
that
wanted to win
anymore.
today for sure.
On A.
Sights now turned over
Dude,
towards
this poor
A.
Omen.
Crystal about to collide here with Serena. The swing out, the instant headshot found. No damage
Big
suffered
Jewel
here
coming up
by
on short.
The Silva on the side of Global ZETA.
Shutdown.
Dude, Crystal's
Away, and
farming.
Tequila as well, trying to look down into the sewer. Honeybunny able to open things up a little bit, coming away with 2 kills. Levied out with another, but now it's just he on his lonesome, trying to.
Damn,
tides
nice
others,
slide
gonna
as well.
slide
Crystal
forward.
is absolutely
Play
farming. He's
distract.
got another ult
Mary
here.
draws the attention and will now pass
got his
this
second
ult
ult.
charge over. Crystal with another Hunter's Fury, getting ready to come online. As-
Oh,
Oh, no, they opt to go for the
they
overdrive
went for the
instead.
neon.
Winning, I
Honestly,
suppose, an area to have something as a
money-wise,
backup, given that they are
can
gonna
throw
be
the
running
op
this
over if they want
so
to.
it has something in case they do get corralled upon. But either way,
Dude, that's how you know the neon ult's
Crystal
mental.
just comes out at the
Prioritizing
most
a neon ult over a
unexpected
silver
angles.
ult.
They definitely did not expect them to come out pushing off of sewers and then getting several frags. It does feel like they're just leading them on inside a trap for Crystal to strike. And they just when the
So yeah,
when the
we
opportunity
throw over the
strikes.
op, we get the backup Bucky. It's gonna help get the money in place. Means that we can have rifles on everyone else.
Serena
And
is
we
gonna
go
be
for the
bringing
set
one
play down
forward.
towards her. Same reaction, they're gonna send it over to the Cypher
This
trips.
position as Mary is upping the pace. Tripwire is there. Paranoia crashing across will go ahead and stave them off. That is all of C as well as Garage in control here from Global ZETA.
And then goes close to the Bucky.
An immense amount of
Ooh.
space.
When you get in
in
droned
their
here.
hands. Bucky now at the ready as wisely send out that drone confirming the position here of this shotgun. Sends everybody now drifting in towards A, but they still haven't reinforced this
They're gonna have a
position.
really good idea
ZETA, so
that this is happening.
do get to just spot out Alexi
With the
on their
trips.
lonesome here on the site. That could end up being
Yep,
costly.
especially when you peek
Search
out
does
early.
not come through, and they've already been noted here in heaven.
Let's see. Lexi's able to slow this down. Not
We
gonna
got a
risk it,
camera
just
for
going to
info at one point when they want to
retake
retake.
S5 as the better option, but this will give time for post plant position here.
Fault line at the ready. Lexi tucked in the corner, smoke coming down, cutting off vision here from Serena.
That is
Reveal
wild.
1-1. Lexi able to capitalize. Kilo going to be taken out. Hunter's Fury sent here from Levied out, looking for a target as an area. Ends up falling to the aftershock. Poppy pushing forward, flush these players
Good
out of
shot,
help.
they
as
know
unable to
breaches
do
on
so.
the- to the
Kelly has
damage.
the second attempt though. Will find one, looks for the second, goes for the readjust, but cannot make it happen. Crystal now, last one standing.
Oh,
Swap
way
over
hands
for
on
the
this.
off, but is likely to be caught as Akko just goes ahead, sends
Damn,
out
dude.
that smoke, but Shorty and Crystal's
Crystal's
hands will
going
be able to put it
crazy,
down,
though.
So he'll survive, hold on to the operator into the next round.
Can't be
Zeta will
taken
able to
down.
Find their second win.
Get the consolation prize of getting at
I mean, yeah, we
least
sort of
that
say how strong
operator
the
safe
breach
from
damage is
next,
on
but
under.
At the end of the day, Zeta's able to convert. Really nice post plant again. I guess it was a bit surprising with the information that Global ZETA was able to acquire. That they were able to, you know, maybe lag a little bit behind when it comes to the rotation.
12 to 1.
But at the end of the day, Zeta had really good post plant. They were able to take them down one by
The
one.
attack op.
And they were able to settle with their current positions onto A.
They do have a critical advantage in the rolling.
Uh-oh, we're going for jet knives here.
Revealing area.
As knives are going to be popped. Recon.
Nice shot.
One, and knives
Ooh.
get a little bit of damage there onto an area, but the shot just too
This is
clean.
weird that they played it like this, knowing that the op was in play.
Beautifully done.
Trying to figure out where they want to position their own operator, see if they can get a re-peak potentially out of this neon. This makes things a hell of a lot more difficult for Zeta.
Oh, yeah. the choices are a bit minimal now. Setups onto Garage and C as well for their Cypher. And then there he gets a second
Well.
kill at that.
This isn't great.
Up on the floor now. Keela slow creep up, but now noted. Just trying to hug that wall, but not looking over towards
Can't be
Plat.
playing like this one. It's mad the amount of times I've seen recently, like an op getting a kill on A,
For a save, but
and then
instead it's just
someone goes to re-jaw the op again.
cleanups coming through. Alexi upgrades the stinger. And it's a flawless as Global ZETA just continues to deny Zeta getting any kind of consecutive round wins. Cash
the
now for Zeta
value.
Division.
5
all over the
1v1s,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the value off of
It's
this
just all
operator. Falling in one by one, trying to identify.
peaks.
Did Neri rotate somewhere else? to
Moomin
utilize
Troll,
this operator? No
33.
Poppy
Thank you so much,
enough
man.
on,
Appreciate the
platform
prime.
there to get a lot of these.
Welcome into the
get a
Slow Club
Guardian
as well.
onto
Thank you so
C.
much for that.
And now, just as you said, economy a bit in shambles here for Zeta, and they have to
The
wait another
Moomin
round
Troll,
to use
33.
this Rolling Thunder.
Unless they can get themselves into a decent position for a thrifty. They pulled one
Yeah.
off earlier
True.
to get that first round win. So maybe with a couple big kills coming through, they can maybe get into a spot where committing those ultimates doesn't feel nearly as bad or as risky.
Your first message
Push
is
up into
boring.
B. There's 3
Didn't
players
click
here
off,
from
surely.
Global ZETA ready to try to stave this off. Copy as well here on Plat. Taking back, pulls away from Garage. Alexi just around the corner of the box. Maybe not scoped in. Look for the kill here, but now Kelly is striking from backside. Comes away with 2. They do lose out on Alexi.
Constructive criticism, yeah, pretty much.
Numbers just not quite on their side, but Keela, okay.
Nice shots.
Comes away with 2. Regen shield to kick in. Not much health to speak of. Just 30 here, active at the moment. As he's still going to go for the TP in towards spawn. And,
What?
and Neri has not read this at all.
I mean, honestly though, but would
Once
you
again,
ever
you're
TP
in
into
the
spawn when she
thrifty.
had the
Zeta put themselves in a
sights? You're most
fantastic
likely to go
position.
C on that. That was kind of cool.
And they've got the health to do so to hold this
Damn,
as
that
well.
was a pretty nice
Doesn't
round.
even need it. Keto with a 4K.
That was a pretty nice
Unbelievable.
round, to be
Living
fair,
up
though.
to the name there, Keela coming
The
away.
TP
with
into
a
spawn is
monstrous round.
crazy, bold.
Gets the 4K. The TP I thought was absolutely going to go punished, but it seems like the call, the expectation.
I mean, she should be close enough to hear it, but other people are dead as well, so it's like 3, maybe 2 people that don't hear it.
In that defender spawn.
This is a nice spot.
Comes away with a huge round as once again Zeta get themselves on the board.
Hello, Jules. How we doing today?
Bit of a thrifty performance. And still now have that Rolling Thunder, but 4 ults are available for Global.
Yep, they got their own Rolling Thunder in as well. They're now a bit aggressive here onto a window and even pushing through B. Maybe trying to find an early pick, but Zeta Division also has the same idea, trying to creep in, trying to find a pick.
Flash out, aftershock in an airy space. The spam coming through.
My
is
goodness.
Hunter's Fury going to be committed to.
Damn, Crystal's.
able to find one as
Why would you not
Hunter's
prioritize this guy
up on
getting
top here, B-side.
getting Sova
Gets rid
ult
of
when
the
he's
rebound.
just
Now
doing
Kelly
this
has
every
to
single
piece the
time?
pie.
He's getting
Off
so much
his
damage with
presence will be
Sova
made
ult.
known, but Honeybody's only got 5 health.
Cage triggered.
Serena able to lurk forward into Garage, but sights her back here into mid. Will lose her head as that is just going to be the cleanup coming
Crystal,
through.
yeah, Crystal's the
6-3
beast at the
Once
moment.
again, Global just not allowing for Zeta to get that momentum build up.
That does feel like always this one
13 to
single
2.
round this for the start of a potential momentum for Zeta, but then Global Esports, they just take them on. They know that they're probably stacked up onto window, and that they're just so ready to take these multi-duels, if you will. They're not really afraid to start a brawl, and they always come up on top in the end.
Well, now the timeout call here from Zeta. These thrifties have been good. They've been able to stir up some chaos, but that consistency is just severely lacking here for the moment. For every round win, they give away 2.
Don't know how Crystal didn't get onto EMEA teams. he definitely had trials. I know that much.
As much as humanly possible.
He definitely had some trials.
And it is attacking side.
But I think EMEA were just very open with their
a
trials
little
this
bit
year
more
as
as well
well.
to see that
People were trialing a lot of
Been able to
people.
piece together a couple
Spoke with the
wins,
prime.
so
Thank you
potential
with the 20
to
months.
turn this into a
I
6-6
appreciate
half,
that.
But we need to start seeing the overall vision here for the team come together, and it needs to start now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the attacking side.
Attack pause into attack pause.
Timeout
Wow.
call into a minor tech pause. Last one was nothing serious or significant, so
Yeah.
hopefully very much the same.
Yeah, the air quote curse you mentioned for yourself was an okay earlier, so yeah.
It's I feel like this has been happening to me. It's starting to reach outside of the game for myself.
Oh no.
Because just yesterday I got back from a 3-day snowboarding excursion.
Oh.
And pretty consistently got on the lifts, and then the lifts ended up getting stopped. So pretty much every time I got on a lift with one of my friends, we had to have the lift stop for a little bit of time, which is always frustrating when you're trying to get to the top of a mountain and it's
Really cold.
freezing cold.
Yeah. Wow.
But you know, that's why you buy good gear so you can keep yourself warm. But it was a little bit frustrating. But that's
Shaven
more
Mountain.
of an error.
Dude, that was so funny when he came in for that. I was not expecting
If
it.
the lift breaks, that's like the worst thing you can have.
He was
That
waiting
is
for
scary.
so long.
Yeah.
Normally it just stops because somebody's new, and they fall.
Like chat when you're in plat chat, it has like a
How
thing
cold
here,
are we
Make sure
talking
that's
here?
clear.
and it says everyone
Yeah.
that's like on the call.
How cold are we talking here?
Achilles was on the call here, but he was muted. But he
I
was like
assume
muted
deal in
for so
Celsius,
long
not Fahrenheit.
that honestly,
That
I
is
thought he had
correct.
like left the
I'm
web page
pretty
open
sure
from
it's
last
America deals in
week.
Fahrenheit at this point.
Because he was there for
About
ages. So I was like, well, he's not. I was just like, he must have just
Oh,
left
wow.
his
Yep.
thing
Yep,
open.
that is cold.
Then
Especially I'm
he
from the
came on, but he was waiting for
Philippines,
like an hour and a
that's-
half
Yeah, I
to do that
Quite
one
the
bit.
number.
You're a little
It was
bit
a
further
mad
south
commitment.
than we are here, so it's
Yeah.
considerably warmer where you're at year round.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
He's just waiting in the shadows. Yeah, he was
30
really waiting a long
degrees
time for it.
Celsius?
30 Celsius right now.
I think so.
That's-
I assume that's been the norm for the Philippines. No matter if
That's
even if it's raining.
horrendous.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I mean, the summers here in Korea, as all of the other global casters
That's
got to
true.
learn, is
The
misery.
ultimate sponsor read,
But you
yeah,
get,
he
like,
did good.
both sides of it. So you get like 30-something degree temperatures with heavy humidity in the summer times, and then you get frigid cold during the winters, especially if you're going up into the mountains. So a little bit more seasonal play, but I'm very much a winter guy. I like where I can put on more layers to stay warm rather than run out of layers to take off to try to stay cool.
That
And
makes so much
the
sense.
summer is just absolutely miserable for me.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that opposites attract, because like my wife is very much a summer gal and I am a winter boy, and we both have very different expectations of what we should
The
do
yap? I mean,
during
they
the
got a
seasons.
yap.
'Cause I'm like, let's go snowboarding. She's like,
What else
I
are
don't
meant
want
to
to
do
get
for a
cold.
tech
And then in the
pause?
summer she'll say, let's go to the beach. I'm like, I am the palest thing in the world and I will sunburn immediately.
That is so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. It's it is both are the best, but I feel like, winter, I feel like there is more of a solution to work with if it's winter. I don't know. But that's just me as well.
It just, you can. I guess you can
Mr. Ramon's
survive
Crystal,
both
were they good at
ends of the spectrum. It's just.
Were they good at like
just
tech
spend a little
pauses
bit
and
of time in
filling?
the summertime
We had the
spending
same
money
thing
on
with
air
DDK and Bardolph in
electrical
CS.
bills. And then in the summer or in the winter, it's spending money on
Like, they would just go
jackets
for-
and stuff like that. So
I mean, they
you know,
could go for hours.
Yep, pretty much. That's so true. Oh yeah, I remember. I think the first time that we met was on a VCT Pacific LCQ. I was there to watch, support Team Secret.
Soup trying,
when
yeah.
they went up against.
Dude, it's the soup cast. You're actually right.
ZETA, actually.
Right.
Yep. And it was summer. It was incredibly hot in Seoul. I remember.
That was a hell of a match between the two. But
It's
looks
just a
like
lot
yes,
of dead time
the
in
timer's ticking down. But
League.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, they did
good time. That was the
they
return
did
of
Overwatch
the
for a while
last
as well,
chamber.
right?
Yep. In Lotus.
So brutal, I know, for Team
Yes.
Secret.
Yep.
But as all the Team Secret fans know, I don't care because I can't cheer for them. It's illegal for me to do so now.
Yeah.
It looks like we are underway.
Yeah. Oh, there.
Oh, and they're just pushing right into an area. A
Another?
little bit of delay on the shot as well, but still able to find the kill unpunished. Relay bowl.
Dude, Neon is
Wrestling
so
setup,
insane at
Mary
getting out of
finding it out of there,
situations.
but good arrival from Leffy Dot. He's managed to find a
Okay,
punish
lovely
roll
though. They
coming
got
out
the
fresh
extra
across.
kill. They can get out of there. Boost it
But
out
by
of
the
there if
very
anything.
Vestiges of that ultimate is able to escape. towards safety. Big advantage here still for the side of Global, but site taken.
Ooh, we
Thunder
fast.
crashing across, however, will interrupt the plan. So Spike knocked down. Everybody pushed out. Serena with that AWP in hand, however.
Yeah, they might have done it a little bit too early. Might have been worth waiting for the plant here.
So have time
Wonder if you
to
omen
rotate
ult to A.
if they want to. With 50 seconds on the clock, now we get to see Crystal rushing by to A to make it.
Yeah, I think I would have omen ulted even if you wanted to just ult like near you, just to create the pressure.
Cloudburst not going to get spotted. And he was able
It's
to
a great
swing
stun.
ahead of that fault line, but quickly traded out. So still into a 2v2. Peeking in. A little bit of a jiggle peek.
They hear one jump spotting and one gets hit by the trip behind.
Dialed in on the angle.
Nice shot.
Spotted out. Does mention nail the flick. Poppy trying to get that headshot. Ends up connecting there to the chest. So kill not found. Alexi now.
I mean, you would imagine she'd hit
Like
it.
that timeout from forever ago, maybe working, but maybe it's a cast of curse.
Jesus.
Lexi brings it now into a 1v1. Cam on the setup.
Oh
Swing
my
and
god,
spots
how?
it, and Alexi will get it done.
Jump 180 to celebrate as
Huge
well.
clutch,
How?
3 kills
It's nice shots.
to deny
Well.
that round win away. There's so much waiting. Op recovered as well. 7-3 now.
Stop talking here.
Still
Dude, I mean,
maintaining
it should have been
a chokehold
the
here
op
on
should have
this
got the
map.
kill, but
Yeah, you gotta love how that round started with a Neri from ZETA and it ended with
it was pretty fast, I guess.
Alexi with a massive clutch to win that round in a 1v2. And Crystal again having to rush right in to just even out the odds in a 2v2. And at the end of the day, Lexi with a clutch, gonna be satisfied about that one. Now it's 7-3, and Operator, just as you said, has been recovered.
Mary's immediately posted up there in garage. So it looks like it's going to be a full 5-player send here from Zeta Division.
Remember, it's gonna see the retake
Side
again.
smoke up onto the garage.
Do we pop neon ult?
Money on the entry. Gets posted up here, top site.
Yeah, I don't know what Henry's trying to do there.
Spams into garage and does manage to
Henry was sitting
Henry gonna take it down,
inside
off
this
now out
smoke
of the
for
mix.
such a long time
Calls
that
that neon on
it's
the
just
relay,
like,
doesn't come with.
unless you're gonna do something, you're gonna get spammed.
Let's see here though. They got lots of utility to slow this down. Looks like the post plan is gonna be on site itself.
It's a great
Crystal
flash.
noted, but the flash timing catches on the Honey Buddy as soon as the swing comes through. He's able to collect the kill. They're on the trip, but immediately opening
look
up
at
here are
Crystal
Zeta Division.
go.
Answering back as Poppy and Alexi going to be
Might
taken
be
down. Crystal
on top of the cage gun
reply
down.
alongside Kelly S. 2v2,
okay.
HP bar is not in their favor, and Zeta Division will be able to
I
get
still
it
feel
done.
like 7 is enough on defensive.
7-4,
It's so
potential
fine.
for a 7-5 half. Global will be out in front no matter what, but Zeta will be finding their footing a little bit. Question is, can they get back-to-back rounds?
It does feel like Zeta Division's
The camera for
approach to
distraction
having
on
more
the
faster
on here.
execute
It was
onto
also
these-
nice because it's like
onto
if you
these
camera
sites,
here, most likely if they don't
especially
insta break
if
it,
they're
they're not
site that only
either
has
side, so they're
Alexi
like
on
in
it
the
to
middle, so
pull
your
back
pre-aim
and
can be a
so
lot easier.
5-man retake on to C has been
Like the
working
most
out
common
in their
thing is to
favor.
try and avoid
Although
the
this time
camera.
around they might consider going to A, but that's gonna be where Neri is gonna be.
Slow up there on that fault line. Recon ping's not going to connect, but
That's a nice recon.
no one caught forward here in the lobby, so everybody from Zeta able to drift out. Now start pivoting towards B.
We got another Sova ult as well.
Seems like they're uncertain if anybody's gotten position forward here.
Dude, as soon as you hear the drones, you just Sova ult.
Waiting on the
Because you got someone to protect you. Yeah.
smoke
Sick.
cycled through an immediate pull off here as Hunter's Fury is going to be
Damn,
opened up
and
in
then
area.
people
You
are
can catch
dodging
anybody
it
here as
and
the
then you
chaos
swing out.
Ends
So
up
nice.
just ensuing, scattering these players across the board. Surrender down to 70. Keela again the TP forward. Poppy spotting it though. Unbarrel does get noted. Nary in the
Dude,
meantime,
what's going on?
continuing to
Henry's
push
just
both
running
sides
at him.
forward, but he got this managed to come away with that kill, taking their life intact for the moment.
That's
Akko
insane.
pushing out.
I like this little I like this little play that they did though. It was pretty cool.
Zeta quick pivoting across towards C. The Cypher setup still there. Trips the cam. The whole 9 yards ready to go.
They
It's gonna be a
three
little
group
difficult
up. They
without
can
your
go
controller
fast. They can have
alive,
drone
so
for
they really need
retake.
to play the
They
isolated
get full
fights
info from the
perfectly,
cam
but if
spotting
they're gonna be
both.
coming from long at this point, this might be
So
a
what
bit
do you
tricky as
do?
they're
Drone
planting
garage,
towards
rest go
long.
C long. Down. They play the situation as
Check.
well.
It's the tag. Aftershock still ready. Going to be sent here. Try to slow up the approach from Crystal in garage. Meantime, Poppy, Alexi working their way forward here at C. HP bars so very dwindled, but the headshot connects. Akko down now to 4.
Dude, regen.
Shield Comes back
Will
up
it
to
matter?
Crystal.
No, not really.
Just a brief little moment was spotted. Now it all falls down to
Okay,
Akko.
nice.
Can't
Did they
quite
handle the
manage to steady it.
2v3
Shot
well?
whizzing past Crystal's ear, but it's not enough to kill. 8 and 4
It's
will
what
be
I
the
would have
half.
wanted them to do.
Global ZEPTO
It's just like when you normally head
control.
over towards the side, right? The drone has so much
Really
pressure
nicely
anyway.
done
You feel like
by
people are
Global
following it.
ZEPTO here. They were very calm, unfazed by, well, them going to the opposite side of the map. And you gotta love how Inari was moving towards, you know, amongst the chaos there with both Hunter's Fury activated. And then she maneuvers through that entire A main.
Well,
That is going to be
felt like they
break
did
here.
alright.
We'll see you guys on the opposite side of this. See if ZETA
got
can
4
win
on
this back.
defense. It's pretty much going to be a 2-0 unless we see pistol bonus. Have we seen a proper instance of regen shield value? Like one, I'm pretty sure one where it like won a round, I think. That's about it. No, not much. It's just, it just feels like a snowball, extra snowball thing. I think it's again, if they're gone with this whole thing where they have to add something every single year, which it feels like they do, like it feels like they think they have to add a gun every single year to keep it fresh or add something. I think having a regen shield is probably one of the better years that we'll get.
8 and 4 is the score. Global ZEPTO
Like that's never going to be
out
like
in the
crazy
lead.
broken.
ZETA
It seems to be in a pretty good
for a
spot.
pistol win to try to start turning things around. But, as you
But
can
when they
see,
start
the
adding in
score
like an
line,
extra rifle or an extra
Global
pistol or an
has been
extra
at a solid advantage
shotgun,
the whole way throughout.
then we're in trouble.
Oh yeah, especially pistol rounds. They've been extra confident. Let's see though.
Extra shotgun, yeah.
Death trap set here in
You don't think
Mirage.
they will? Oh, I think they will. I think they'll add an extra pistol in.
This here at the moment, but now striking. Kelly is able to find the headshot. Looks to try to dip away. Lefty dot on the pursuit. Can't quite make it happen as Kelly will be able to find a second elimination. Alexi at the same time. Pushing forward into C. Peels off another kill as Killa will be taken down. And Akko now falls to the wayside. Serena suddenly all on their lonesome. Push forward, finds one. Trying to separate, trying to isolate, but is being pinched from every single angle.
Well, might be a
Global
fast one.
ZEPTO working like a pot of orcas. Just isolating and ripping their targets to shreds.
That's terrifying. Oh my word. It's that is
The only
best
reason I outlaw it
description
is
because
to
it was
counter the light
supposed to
shield
be
meta.
A Zeta death trap and
Okay, then what does
Global
the what does the
practically
regen
dismantled that
shields?
entire setup,
What's the purpose
and they
of
were
that then?
forced, Zeta was forced
Yeah,
to
I get
make
where you're
something
coming
out of
from,
it,
but I
at the
think
end
they
of the
just
day,
want to
it's
add something
Crystal
new into the
and
game
Kelly
every
is
year.
able to take advantage
That's
of
the new
all
cycle.
that jazz. Now, back to Global having to
Dual Berettas, it will be
very
something like that,
advantage
yeah.
now,
It'll be dual
pushing in.
pistols. I think you nailed it.
They both send fault line coming through though. So it's the approach. Killa just tucked here alongside the smoke, and it's like with that. that's more than enough
Demko,
for
thank you so much.
Global.
Thank you.
Pull
Appreciate
away.
the
Killa gets
bits.
tagged down to 10.
Oh, hold up.
Still trying to push their luck here, but eventually. Crystal
I'm not sure
will
what
be
style of
rewarded
gun they
with the
would want to
elimination.
add because it seems that they're trying to avoid
Now,
redundancy
alone on the
within the
site.
normal weapons.
The
Yeah,
brief
but they want to
moment
keep
does
it
get thrown in here
fresh.
by Akko, but it's
Remember,
just
everyone's
5-6
brain's
again.
messed up, man.
Push forward.
So we gotta
Shots
keep
is
it.
sent,
We gotta
swing
keep it
coming through, but
fresh.
it's just too much of a target-rich environment here.
Enemy remaining.
As Neri will just go ahead, stabilize the movement. Gets the follow-up shots across.
Spike
They're not
planted.
going to try to grab the orb, but the plan
Couldn't
is
even get
already
the orb,
through.
it's unlucky.
Cannot get it. No consolation prize, no participation award, it would seem.
Right, also confirmed that they designed the outlaw
Practically
before the
like
light shield
crap,
meta
too.
anyway. There we go, also.
And they're just fanned out, but they know exactly where left out is
Dual shotguns? Oh boy.
seeking target, and Crystal will find it. The onslaught continues.
You feel like the guns aren't the
Global
thing that
ZEPTO
needs to be
get themselves
kept
up
fresh
10 to
though?
4.
Yeah, but
3 rounds away.
it just seems
And we've seen
too...
Global win
just seems like something they do.
bonus rounds before.
Remaining.
And Neri, again, really confident with a lot of these slides onto the Neon. Just becoming a menace of a target. And so far, so good for Global.
Dual
Zeta
Odins.
now in their buy rounds.
Okay, now we're
not
talking.
close to any of their ultimates. Very far, in fact.
Crystal, 22
Crystal,
to
though,
5.
getting a lot of these frags, so 3 left for him.
Dangerous for them. I mean, 3 Hunter's Furies in that previous half. If my count is correct.
Yep.
Looking for even more here.
Oh, messed up.
Oh, Gila maybe spotting a toe out of place there. Is able to find the kill. I'll be able to answer one back as Serena gets taken out. 2 players still set up here on the site. Quick tuck back as the reveal comes in. Jump up.
Add in the Zeus. See, the Zeus in this game would actually be really, really strong. Just because of map design. Small choke points, 90-degree angle corners.
Coming from Alexi.
Like maybe some of the newer maps in CS have it, but
Here by Leffy Down, or at least is just cautious of some presence in mid. And Global kind of pinned into this side, at least they may feel like they are a little bit. Still have the trip set up at A, so they know that there hasn't been a forward push out of that direction. As now going to start pivoting back in towards B, might be walking right into the trap, and yes, they have. Alexi strikes, finding one. Kelly has going to be taken down. Akko able to find
yeah,
an
and have
elimination
they
there.
not
38
spotted
seconds remaining.
both?
Looks like they're going to
Well, they
try
have
to
now.
go for a bit of a backpedal.
One enemy remaining.
Meanwhile, Alexi.
This is nice though. Pressure from B into reposition over towards Garage. Yeah, that was a lovely round from Alexi.
We'll just pull back in towards C. Spike doesn't need to be planted. It's going to be 11 to 4. Bulls into unrelenting. Cash for Zeta. Very much absent.
Yeah, that was the bonus that they really badly needed to win, to really survive not only this map but the series. And Alexi had a high impact off of this round, just being a nuisance on B, and they were definitely rewarded. And now back to Sheriffs. We've seen Thrifties before from Zeta Division, but the state of global ZETA right now, it's so scary.
Yeah, I was going to say we've pretty much seen almost exclusively Thrifties from Zeta Division
Right.
in Haven. But it's just been great adaptation from Global ZETA to not allow for those Thrifties to lead to anything else. Zeta still has not won any consecutive rounds. They've all been broken apart.
Can I cuss GE here? Nah, they're just so fine.
Only Honey Bunny with a classic.
It's not even...
Right here.
There's nothing I can do for this.
An operator online in the next round.
It's a shame that they ran like their academy players. I feel like if ZETA run their actual like 3 from their main team, it would have been pretty sick. They do just get outclassed every time we play.
Going to be coming through, but here comes the swing. Leffy Dot puts some damage onto Crystal, but cannot find that kill. Now once again, Global continue to play around with the map, knowing that they're gonna have pulled attention towards that A site, get themselves up into B, where Neri is able to strike, taking down Akko.
Beautiful rotations here from Global ZETA. Now the positions are in shambles. All they have to worry
Nice
about
shot.
is Kira.
Insta smoke, insta stick.
Damn good here with that Sheriff. So finds one. Paranoia goes
Oh
across.
damn, we got half at least.
Forward. Anybody arriving in from behind is going to find the kill. Defuse
Tanked the recon.
Left on their lonesome. Down to 60.
One enemy
Tap
remaining.
the spike. The smoke fading. Poppy
Nice.
swinging out.
Dude, nice
finding the
re-peek
headshot.
insta.
Close but no cigar here from Zeta Division. That Thrifty not able to come to fruition as Global ZETA get themselves up to
Yeah,
match
it's been
point.
It's
been a smash again.
This map for Global ZETA has been incredibly dominating so far, and that was one of the plays where they're just trying to puppeteer the entire map, leading their rotations off.
Skill gap? Yeah,
of
it's pretty
certain
big on
areas
this
so
one.
that Global ZETA had more and more space. And now Honey Bunny, just as you said, saved up for the operator. 1 orb for that knife. We'll have to see.
Needs to make it count. He's got multiple targets coming their way. Drone to try to spot out. Tucks back behind Plat. Hunter's Fury
Oh boy.
coming straight at him. Almost drifts down into it. Takes the tailwind out to safety.
Almost. Oh, I like this. They spammed left
Still
side
has
of,
a
sorry,
decent
right
amount of
side of
damage
smoke,
once
just in
again,
case he's trying to dodge it
positions
again.
there. Dart goes in towards back sight. Shorty at the ready, lingering here within the smoke and area. Taken down, Keela finding one, but Crystal answering back in kind. Alexi now drops.
Oh, they're so
Rolling
wrecked
Thunder
back inside.
crashing
They
across,
tanked
connecting
this.
onto damn near everyone here on Zeta Division, and Crystal, despite being stunned up, is able to find one more. Up now on
Surely
the floor,
Crystal
3v3,
doesn't survive this
swing
one.
Not yet planted.
Tuck behind box
Zeta.
back sight. We
Now
spam
back
this though,
sight
right?
in a
Little tap
dangerous
spam, we
spot.
know he's
Shot
there.
dart does not connect.
Damn,
Full flash
teams get away
connecting,
with
Serena
murder
couldn't
playing
pull
back
away
sight
from it. Poppy
sometimes.
Finding one, finding two. It all falls down
Like
to
teams
Akko.
should never
Crystal
get
is
away
hungry
with being able
for
to
it and
play
will
here as
find
freely
it.
as they do.
3 more kills here on the
Huge.
end. Dominance at Global ZETA coming away 2-0
nicely done
once
for GE.
again. Our only team that is also 2-0 in series.
2-0, 2-0.
What
Another
a
day
lead
for me to go
for
gym. That's
Global
huge as
ZETA
well.
here
Love that.
in the Spotlight series. And again, Neri had a very beautiful performance here onto Haven with this Neon. Just very confident, a lot of trust onto the utility, especially when Sewers was the play. But we also have seen some moments from Serena on
chat, give me someone to rate.
Pick
Who
people
is-
one by one off of Global ZETA.
Who is
but
streaming?
just as you said,
Crystal? Oh, mate, he just farms.
Thrifties
Really
and
heavily
no
farms.
consecutive round or momentum build up for the side of ZETA Division.
Huge performances across the
Ardis?
board here from
Yeah, we can
Global.
rate
Very
Ardis.
much the front runners
Let's
of
do
the
that.
tournament. And I believe, with one more match, they've basically all but confirmed their position in the grand finals. We'll have to see.
The artist streams are funny, man.
Now,
It's
this
just
is a
like
very dangerous squad.
it's
Zeta,
just
unfortunately,
him.
unable to really get the ball rolling.
It's just him trying as hard as possible to do anything but
Seems like
play Valorant.
Global were able
incredible.
to do their research on that Haven and get a really solid idea of how Zeta was going to try to push and pull around the map. They counteracted it beautifully.
Yeah. They were
He's really
just
dodging
adapting
that
on the
just
fly
chatting sign.
constantly, that it really kept ZETA Division on their toes. And it felt like it was just constant adaptation over adaptation. And Global ZETA is just so clean overall. And when we look at the stats, it's just
Is
a
Weeded streaming?
staggering
Oh, we'll
lead
get
over
we'll
first
get
kills
Weeded
as
on
well.
another time. It's all good.
13-4 in rounds, 13-4 in first kills.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, thank you. I will be
Zeta
seeing you
decent
tomorrow
to
morning,
get
same time,
thrifty,
same
but
place.
At the end of the day,
There's
that's
some more
half of their
games.
round wins. And
Okay, Sheriff.
consecutive victories
Okay,
coming
okay.
through.
Sounds
So
good. Sounds
every
good.
time
Thank
it
you so
felt
much,
like
everyone.
they were
Thank you,
starting
thank
to
you.
get
Appreciate you
some
all
momentum
watching.
back on their side, Global
Shout out
was
to the
able
mods as
start
always.
snuff that flame out very
I will see you
swiftly.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Same time.
It just
All right,
there
peace,
were so
everyone.
many
Peace,
rounds
peace, peace.
that just felt like it was coming by so quickly or over in a blink.